सर्भरहरूमा चाहिँ सबजना सँगै मिलेर गएर बिट गराएको छ, तर एक्लै आफूले चाहिँ बिट गराएको छैन अहिलेसम्म। त्यो एउटा के अरे त्यो के अरे ट्रिगर्ड इन्सान भन्ने थाहा? त्यति बेला माइनक्राफ्टको क्रेज भयो भने त्यसले आफैले माइनक्राफ्टको सर्भर स्टार्ट गर्नुको सट्टा आफ्नो नेम युज गरेर एउटा उसलाई चाहिँ बनाउँदै थियो। बेसिकली दे त्यो काम के थियो भन्दाखेरि सिन्स आई वाज युजिङ युर नेम के भन्छ आई सुड बी गुड अनि राम्रो फिचर दिनु पऱ्यो। अब त्यो ट्रिगर्ड इन्सानले आफैले सर्भर बनाउने सेटअप गर्ने गर्न सक्दैन। बट इफ यु आर अलरेडी सेटिङ अफ सर्भर एन्ड स्टफ मेरो नाम युज गरेर बनायो भने मेरो के भन्छ अडियन्सलाई राम्रो सर्भिस दिनु पऱ्यो, त्यति अरू कुरै छैन। त्यस्तो गरेर गरिरहेको थियो अनि त्यसमा म खेल्थेँ होइन, ऱ्यान्डम बच्चाहरूसँग खेल्थेँ अभियसली। अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ सँगै गएर बिट गरेँ एन्ड देयर सबको सिस्टम हुन्छ होइन सर्भरमा त, एन्ड यु कुड बाई बोन्स फर चिपर एन्ड यु कुड सेल बोन मिल फर मोर एक्सपेन्सिभ के, or flower dye for even more expensive than that.
Can't you just make आजकल त अटो
त्यही त
त्यो भएर आफै बोन मिल
सो त्यहाँ मैले सपमा के गर्थेँ भन्दाखेरि आई युज टु बाई बोन कन्भर्टेड इन्टु बोन मिल, युज इट अन फ्लावर, 2 tall flower, गेट अ लट अफ डाई एन्ड देन सेल इट। यस्तो पैसा छिटो आउँथ्यो नि यार। एनिवे वी आर लाइभ फर 1 minute, लेट्स गो। हेलो हेलो, यस्तो गरौँ, टाइम लाग्छ 1 2 3 4 ओके 4-5 सेकेन्डको डिले रहेछ, धेरै छैन। यस्तो गरौँ अनि STREMDLREDUCED reduced save होइन what's the matter with you मैले यो नयाँ नयाँ अपडेटहरू खेलिरहेको छ भने उसलाई केटाहरूले मेसेज गराउनु त ऊ हालिनै हालेर रिमाइन्ड बी लेटर एभास्ट डाउनलोड गर, एभास्ट एन्टिभाइरस डाउनलोड गर भने क्या मलाई टिलन्सरले। नाइस। ओके डट आयो है, डट आएको 2 सेकेन्ड पछि मैले भनिहालेँ है। सो कति भयो स्ट्रिम डिले थाहा छैन, चेक गरेर कति भयो।
डट आयो
What the fuck bro, मलाई होइन तेरो रेजोल्युसन चेन्ज गरेर 2550 बाई 1440 गर 1600 भएन भने अब मेरो स्क्रिनै 1600 छ त म के गरौँ अब। स्ट्रिम हेल्थ पोर किन, what the fuck bro, इरर स्ट्रिममा केही इस्यु छ भन्न त उयो अविरल 10 सेकेन्ड जति ड्याम। ओके पहिला भन्दा आधी छ भने चाहिँ म अल्ट्रा रुममै स्ट्रिम गर्छु। जिजी आयो भर्खरै
आयो
आइहाल्यो, तिमी त यही छौ। रियल टाइम क्लक हेर्नु पऱ्यो ल। आरइएल टिआइएमई सेरोसिके क्लक।
Isn't there a real-time clock right
here? Hello.
Right,
हाम्रो केटाहरू हो कोही? इफ यु आर न्यू हेलो, हाम्रो केटाहरू भने स्ट्रिम डिले चेक गर्ने हेल्प गर। रिलिज 1.12 1.21 हो सान्दा नयाँ
1.21
फेरि अप्टिफाइडमा फेरि टी लन्चरको स्किन युज गर्ने नमिल्दो रहेछ। इन्स्टल हाने यता कन्करेन्ट भ्युअर 4 भ्युअर, ओ माई गॉड दिस इज माई हाइएस्ट लेट्स गो फेमस युट्युबर, ए लेट्स गो ये।
के अरे ऊ युज गर न, के अरे फ्याब्रिक युज गर न।
अप्टिफाइन अलि राम्रोसँग चल्छ कि त्यही भएर
होइन, फ्याब्रिक युज गर्यो भने इभन मोर पर्फर्मेन्ट हुन्छ।
अनि अहिलेसम्म होइन मैले यत्रो स्ट्रिम गरेँ अहिलेसम्म 25 60 बाई 1600मा प्रब्लम दिएको थिएन। अहिले तेरो स्ट्रिम रेजोल्युसन यो चाहिँ मान्दैन भनेको छ यार। अविरल सर यो प्रब्लम एकचोटि केही छ र स्ट्रिममा चेक गरौँ त। यदि स्ट्रिममा भिडियो क्वालिटी यताउति अडियो क्वालिटी तलमाथि छ छैन बिकज मलाई यहाँ इरर भनेर देखाइरहेको मेरो लाइभ कन्ट्रोल प्यानलमा देखाइरहेको फ्रीमा स्ट्रिम प्लग रे यस केटाहरूलाई स्ट्रिम प्लग नहाने कसलाई हान्ने त हरामीहरू see
It's working.
working fine
Everything is working.
then why is this saying this ke
That's probably bugged
see
out. Probably bugged out.
see स्ट्रिममा हेर त एकचोटि what the fuck bro यहाँ हेर नि मलाई इरर देखाइरहेको which is not supported यहाँ पढाइ you need to change the video resolution the current resolution is 2560 by 1600 which is not supported what the fuck bro
Doesn't matter.
oh आयो yes के अरे झा पनि आयो हेलो
Hello. This reminds me of what, you know?
डिस्प्ले के
Hello. Hello.
हेलो
Nobody? Iskal 85?
यस थाहा छ के भन्छ 2560 by 1600 yeah that is my resolution of my monitor र म त्यही युज गरिरहेको छु त अनि what the fuck is the problem YouTube fuck you
You enjoy mine and your sister.
ओके ल यहाँ हेर है त आदर्श म यहाँ स्टप भन्छु अनि हेर है त यता है ओके यहाँ ओके हेर है स्टप 50 भएपछि 5 सेकेन्डको डिले रहेछ धेरै रहन्छ आदर्शलाई नि हालो रे जाने
Hello.
हेलो
Hello, sir.
हेलो
के भइरहेछ आजकल के गरिरहेछन् के चलिरहेछ तिमी बिजी हुन्छ जहिले
लड़की का चक्कर बाबू भैया लड़की का चक्कर घिसाउनु पऱ्यो नि केटाहरूलाई ओके अप्सन्स भिडियो सेटिङ्स कता फुल स्क्रिन गर्ने कसरी हो ना दिस वर्क्स डन डिलिट
आज ब्याक दिन गएको यार म्याथ कस्तो भयो
कस्तो भयो हाउ वाज द इक्जाम तनाव थपियो अझै सो नट गुड आई गेस
सर यसपालि त राम्रो हुनुपर्ने हो नि तिम्रो अर्को वर्षको लागि त झ्याउ हुन्छ नि फेरि अब
चच्चा जल्दी करो फिनिश करो त्यस्तो राम्रो नि भएन राम्रै त भएन
पास हुन्छ
ओके द्याट्स गुड पास भए पुग्यो ओके ब्राउन शिप इट्स नट पिङ्क शिप वाट द फक ओके म उस चेक गर्छु यार मलाई एमएस आफ्टर बर्डरमा मेरो एफपिएस चेक गर्न मन लाग्यो
यु रियली थिङ्क कि तिमीले खोल्ने बित्तिकै तिम्रो माइनक्राफ्ट मुभीबाट स्टार्ट हुन्छ
कि पिङ्क शिप कमान यार आई वान्टेड पिङ्क शिप कमान 4 viewers let's go 5 भयो भने I'm gonna be the के भन्छ मोस्ट मेरो पिक हुन्छ अहिलेसम्मको 150 fps 60 ल ठिक छ not bad options video settings dynamic lights fast fans fast ठिक छ shaders off then animations वाटर एनिमेसन ब्ला 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 ए ठिकै छ यार राम्रो कम्प्युटर छ खेलिदिउँ न म्याम मजी होला 165 भन्दा बढी एफपिएस दिँदैन रहन्छ नो शेडर्स सर नो शेडर्स vanilla experience vanilla
We've had enough of vanilla-ness. Although for some reason this game still sort of holds up.
Huh?
For some reason this game still
why
sort
is
of
this
holds
के भन्छ
up.
sensitivity so high okay बल्ल ठिक छ okay good
Black Sheep, have you any go?
yes sir 3x full
One for the nobody, one for somebody.
blah 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 bro diorite what the fuck bro coal मलाई स्टोन चाहियो diorite र coal भेटाएको छु यार मैले what the
Keeps on going. Sir, पहिला get a wooden thing, sir.
okay yes sir
You already have it? Okay.
yeah, obviously sir
पहिला get a stone then without first aiming at that.
165 fps स्मुथ आइरहेको छ मतलबै भएन नि किन एनिमेसन घटाउनु पर्यो होइन
I think that should be enough.
पानीमा झरेर यस्तो गर्दाखेरि पनि चेन्ज गर्दाखेरि पनि स्मुथै छ बाल भएन माइनक्राफ्ट हार्डकोड कम्प्लिट हान्न पर्यो एउटै स्ट्रिममा सर पागल भइन्छ त्यो पागल मैले अहिलेसम्म एकचोटि माइनक्राफ्ट बिट हानेको छैन म पहिलोचोटि नै हार्डकोडमा नो No freaking way. No freaking way.
It's easy actually, Adrian.
Sir, I can beat Minecraft hardcore faster than speed, na? But I'm not that good.
Faster than speed.
Yeah, speed भन्दा त faster. त्यो त guarantee speed भन्दा faster.
Okay, Kire, all you really need to do is have sheep. Actually, sheep is finished.
Sheep?
Yeah. Sheep भेटाएपछि finished के hardcore में you don't need to worry more about it.
Why?
Because once you have sheep, you can sleep through the night.
Hey, yeah. I
Easy.
mean, yeah, but still, we have to fight mobs for different shit, right?
Yeah, अनि त्यसको लागि त you can slowly build up armor every single time. जस्तो डेन्जरस ठाउँमा पनि जानु परेन.
अब सर पहिला यसलाई नर्मली बिट हानौँ होइन एन्ड देन आल थिङ्क द्याट इन्टु कन्सिडरेसन तर त्यति बेला मलाई 5 भ्युवर कन्सटेन्टली चाहिन्छ अनि बल्ल स्ट्रिम गर्छु न त 4 भयो भने उतिकै स्ट्रिम बन्द गरेर निस्किदिन्छु
The negotiator.
अब म सिप मार्न जानु पर्यो अलिभन्दा बढी गर्न हुँदैन
Of course.
यस
So don't throw direct simply because you can throw direct.
Yeah, I don't like the direct. Fuck direct.
Well, that is no reason to just throw a block away. Sometimes 2 blocks. Shovel बनायो?
No need shovel. Fuck shovel. That's what
वो गर्नलाई
it
युज
is.
हुन्छ नि.
Huh?
छिटो भाग्नलाई युज हुन्छ अब.
What the? Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
Did you just find 2 brown sheep? No?
No, that was the same brown sheep. Yeah. Okay, मैले pumpkin pie बनाउन के चाहिन्छ हेर्नु पर्यो एकचोटि रेसिपी.
Why are you like killing पहिला
Sir, I need sheep, right? Sheep नपाइन्जेलसम्म I need food. मेरो food र अनि sheep चाहियो क्या बस.
So keep running.
Also, I want to beat the game.
Savannah, keep running. We'll probably find a sheep. When you have so many cows, of course you have food. We don't need to worry about a pumpkin pie.
Oh, let's go. A lot of cows.
You have a lot of leather too, right?
Leather के काम भएर.
I don't know. It's a government thing, but you know, check out that. Bro, so many cows. You're just blessed.
Yes, sir.
Not a single more seed.
Pumpkin पहिला sugar र अनि उस चाहिने हो क्या pumpkin wheat. I don't know. Okay, this PU pumpkin pie. Eggs. Frick, we don't have eggs.
I think you'll get seed before chickens.
I need sleep as well. I need. I don't want it to be night.
Sangata.
Yeah, it's almost about to go down. That's the problem.
Let's just dig a hole somewhere.
Yeah, sir, that's not good, right? Come on,
What
not
do you mean?
entertaining.
Then that's the only option. That's the only option. We're looking for sheep, right?
Yeah,
Right underwater.
I'm going across this vast body of water to find sheep.
Oh my sheep, where are you?
Oh my friend Ganesha, साथ रहने मेरे साथ रहना. Yes, something like that. Is that sheep? Is that sheep? Let's go! Fuck yeah!
You say fuck y'all or fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah! भन्यो. Not y'all. Fuck would I do say that? Armadillo.
Fuck everybody too. That's your.
No, no, we do not condone such behaviors. We are good
One
people.
sheep. One sheep. Oh shit, that's a different color sheep, bro.
Yeah, let's go three wool.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Wait,
I'm
different
safe.
color. Okay, yeah. So many sheeps. So many sheeps. GG, just get some wood, get a bed, lay it down, sleep. GG. होती दे रहे हो ना भगवान जब देता है तो छप्पर फाड़ के देता है
Welcome to the stream, sir. Sir, you are in the stream, eh? Do not do any
yes
suspicious activities.
this is the
You're thinking what I'm thinking?
hell yeah this is the only opportunity
Okay, यता पनि साइडमा नि रहेछ यार स्पन भएको हो कि के हो नि
Last.
I'm not doing any such shit. These guys are. I'm safe.
There definitely wasn't any middle fingers anywhere.
Yeah,
Definitely
definitely
not.
not. Wait, there was no middle finger in the camera though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was photoshopping and I heard you guys screaming. I came here.
So that works.
The Photoshop I was doing was actually funny. That's good. Somebody put a picture of their wedding and they found a cool, really cool looking one. And they wanted the picture to look like an explosion was in the background and they were walking out of it. People and their weird obsessions, isn't it?
Mighty, yeah.
Oh, my friend, Ganesha. You need to change the video resolution. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that. अघिसम्म अहिलेसम्म स्ट्रिम गर्दा एकचोटि पनि त्यस्तो भने We got bad boys, we got bad, we got bad.
अझै सनसेट भएन यो
उनीहरूलाई अब सनसेट Sun is about to set. Okay, केटाहरू लिभ हानिहाल्यो हरामीहरूमा एकैछिन पनि बस्दैन कराइ कराइ
speed run.
या एकदम
Yeah, let's go,
एकदम
let's
आम
go.
द
Yeah. Okay, you finish that. Now you need to make. You need to search for lava. पहिला you need to find iron. Iron. Let's go.
Why would I need iron?
For bucket.
I don't need bucket.
You need bucket to create nether.
No, bucket चाहिँदैन. Speedrunners do not use bucket to create nether portal.
So how you gonna use
We can use door.
lava?
Door, underwater reveal. You use door and underwater reveal.
Wait,
And just mine.
What? Find a nether portal?
Yes, sir. Leave it, sir.
You'll never find a nether portal. It's not how it works.
Okay, I need a little bit of wood and that's all.
Keep on adding some food.
Yeah, food is being cooked there. I need a little bit of wood. त्यसपछि क्वालिटी फेरि केटाहरू आयो जस्तो छ 2 concurrent viewers छ let's go. I'm famous again. I'm always on the verge of being famous, then not famous, then famous, then not famous. Life of a streamer, guys.
That is hard when you're famous.
Do you like? Let's go. Ganesha, Saturna, Mesha. What the fuck? No chats, nothing. Hey, who's no music? No. Oh yeah, oh yeah. कुनै कुनै हरामी हुँदो रहेछ नि यार लडुको प्लेलिस्टमा होइन कपिराइट म्युजिक राखिदिनु
Just search for NCS and do.
हजुर
Just search for NCS directly or AI music for me and you. That's also an option also.
hello hello I am legend hello कहाँ गयो यार यो चिकनहरू फेरि कम 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 हेलो माइनक्राफ्टले नि त्यो युज आउँदो रहेछ आदर्श आदर्श माइनक्राफ्टले त्यो युज आउँदो रहेछ टु के भन्छ viewers who are not my friend are in this stream
Yeah, Minecraft is a sprinkler, that's how it works.
Minecraft is Minecraft के
Hello kids, what's up?
come on they might not be kids okay they might be adults 20-year-old adults
I am willing to bet.
okay I am legend what's your age are you a kid or not if you have not left already
Are you a grown-up kid or not?
are you less than or over 18
Okay, don't say over 18 in this platform, sir. Don't. By the way, your thumbnail itself is an X.
X
You actually yes. Minecraft hardcore complete unlocked by the 5-year after.
अब माइनक्राफ्ट कम्प्लिट हार्डकोर एउटै स्ट्रिममा हान्न पर्यो अरे के
Yeah,
this song slaps let's go you listening to it sir
what?
this song slaps
Right.
hey आज आदर्श क्याम नभएर भ्युज कमाएको देखिन् यहाँ आदर्श निड आदर्श क्याम क्या
Yeah, my face definitely brings up the gaming video. Really makes Minecraft look good.
म एम भित्र म म्याप हेर्न खोजिरहेको के भ्यालोरेन्ट कस्तो what the hell
Sorry, sir, Minecraft has no.
obviously sir
But technically, I'm wrong.
you can have add-ons but that's not
No,
Minecraft.
you can actually create a map.
Yeah,
Technically.
all right, I give it to you, my guy. Oh, pigs, haram. I'm going to commit some haram stuff. ए एउटा इन्स्टाग्राममा अकाउन्ट छ होइन आदर्श त्यो के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि के अरे कमेन्टमा सोध्छन् मान्छेहरूले क्वेसन अनि इज द्याट हराम अर नट भनेर भन्छ कि सर इज किलिङ पिक्स इन माइनक्राफ्ट हलाल हराम अर नट भनेर सोध्छ होइन यस द्याट इज अगेन्स्ट अल्लाह सो इभन दो इफ इट्स इज इन स्ट्रिम के अरे इट इज इन गेम इट इज स्टिल हराम सो डु नट डु इट भनेर त्यसरी युट्युब भिडियो बनाएर जस्तो हाँसो लाग्छ ए आदर्श के भन्छ के भन्छ +1 इजरायल -1 आई लेफ्ट द चिल्ड्रेन अलाइभ Oh, Iron, let's go. 10 viewers. I don't know, is random people coming to stream, seeing and running away or not?
If it is Minecraft, they come in, they see if this is something they want to see. Found iron finally.
Huh?
Found iron finally.
Yeah. Only a little bit though. 3, 4, 5, 6 iron. Enough, I guess.
Unless you actually want to find diamond, I think the only like the faster way.
Yeah, अब त डाइरेक्ट हो नेदर हो नेदरको ऊ खोज्दैछु म सर्फेसको नेदर पोर्टलको लागि ऊ खोज्दैछु म
Yeah, that is the only option. Pocket बनाउनु पर्ने.
Yeah, obviously sir, I'm gonna do that.
Do it.
Sorry.
A shield. Don't forget a shield.
Oh yeah, there.
This is this is how like actual. This is the benefit of having me by your side. Bro.
It's like this. I know how to make it, sir.
All right. Good job. Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah. Let's skip this for now.
Do you have a chest? Make a chest.
No, I'm not gonna settle there. I'm just going searching for
Searching for a place to settle.
No.
You need lava. No, go.
Lava को लागि सर्च गर्दैछु नि. Hey.
So that looks weird though. This motion not really family friendly.
See? Hey.
Alright.
यहाँ मैले एउटा च्यानल होइन यसमा डिटेल्समा हो कि मैले पनि एनालिटिक्समा डिटेल इन्गेजमेन्ट अडियन्स इन्गेजमेन्ट फर्स्ट टाइम केटाहरूले एकैछिन बसेको थियो त्यसपछि बसेन नि घटे होइन ए इम्प्रेसन भ्युज ब्राउज फ्युचरबाट सजेस्टेड भिडियो ओ माई गड 80% अफ द भ्युज आर सजेस्टेड लेट्स गो नोटिफिकेसन भयो केटाहरूले मेसेजहरू आएको नोटिफिकेसन ओ यस दिस इज व्हाट आई वान्टेड ब्राउज
features where such a
ऱ्यान्डम
what's the name browse features like
सजेस्टेड भिडियोजबाट दुईजना हालेको त्यो ऱ्यान्डम दुईजना आयो नि त्यो 7 सेकेन्ड हेरेको हामी त्यही हो.
Yeah, they sat down, saw if it was worth it, and buy it apparently. Alright. Chunky boy, your skin is interesting.
that default Optifine मा छैन के त्यो टी लन्चरको हाल्न मिल्दैन.
Okay,
मेमोरी 8 मेगाहर्जमा चलिरहेछ, CPU 4.2 मेगाहर्ज, CPU 80 डिग्रीमा रहेछ, 11% भयो, GPU 33%. I'm chilling यार. पर मैले 60 FPS पाउन नि कति धदो हुन्थ्यो यार. Life is getting better, isn't it?
For you, yes. Still for me, it's the same thing.
No, we should start making के भन्छ?
We should start
finance. We will be the only finance YouTube creators, हैन? Who played Minecraft at the side के. साइडमा माइनक्राफ्टको कन्टेन्ट हालिरहेछ उता फाइनेन्सको बारेमा बक्छु दिइरहेको.
Yeah, that'd be actually interesting to be honest. अहिलेको टिकटक जेनेरेसनलाई त्यही चाहिन्छ.
They wanna relate to me because I play Minecraft and they are gonna watch my videos because they relate to me and they watch finance. हेरे कन्करेन्ट भ्युअर भन्छ तिमीले हेरेको छैन होइन, मैले हेरेको छैन, कोहीले हेरेको छैन, च्याट पनि गर्दैन नि. च्याट नगरिकन हेरेर के काम
तिम्रो आफ्नै हेर्यो
हुँदैन, त्यसको भ्यू काउन्ट हुँदैन. कन्करेन्ट भ्युअर 0 भनेर देखाउँछ त्यसमा चाहिँ छैन.
I think we should just get off the river and maybe just look up. That's okay.
Okay, I think we got something.
Is that a horsey at the right? No, that's just a bunny.
We don't need bunnies.
Hello, honey bunny. That donkey racer, right, man?
Yeah, so what?
You can climb it. You can.
Yeah, we don't have saddle. Okay, I thought we went to sand biome, desert.
I have a feeling this was the biome we went for.
No, it's not.
It's a new one.
Nice music. You're gonna be okay, kid. When I oh, Coral Reef, let's go.
It's 10:34. Where's my mom? I haven't seen. That's fine. No, that's fine.
Hey. Oh. जिपियूसम्म 1600 मेगाहर्जमा चल्छ यार 2000-2500 सम्म हुन्थ्यो
Minecraft sir.
Oh, I got underwater the reading for okay. So for that lava गराइदिएको सके Oh, damn.
ब्लक चाहिँ छ लामो त्यही नभए त्यहाँ हुन्छ
चेस्ट हुन्छ थाहा छ त्यही सर्सन चेस्ट
Bro, I thought I had that thing.
एउटासँग फिसिङ रड थियो थाहा छ मलाई
Sir, you are above magma, you'll die.
What the fuck, bro?
GG.
What the fuck, no?
This is.
Okay, I do not know which rejection.
You have no home, you have no bed, you have nothing to do. This is the OC Minecraft experience.
Fuck, no. Damn, I died.
So we don't take risky shit, sir. We don't take risky stuff. Risky dicks, risky dice.
I should have seen my coordinates. यत्रो मेहनत गयो यार fuck.
I think we can still follow up. Yeah. Because they're all still out. See that? That's a decent looking river guy. I don't remember seeing any turtle stuff.
Yep, GG's. Restart.
Alright, go for punching.
I'm gonna restart in the world.
Really?
I don't wanna stay in this
Really?
sad world. I want a better seed here. Come on. I'm trying to defeat it for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So okay. Why was all of it already rendered? What's going on? Source the seed nada.
Nah, that's bullshit. This is also
What do you want as a seed? Hmm?
village, I guess. No, this is
Oh, you have a lot of
yeah,
blocks, but that's useless.
कस्तो तोरी तोरी सिड मात्रै आएको हो भने
Just play one. Sort of okay then. Just playing one. Your goal is to beat it, not to have the most. Okay, this is shitty shit. कुनै एउटा के अरे सवाना अथवा त्यो टाइगा टाइपको
भिलेज भयो सच
भइहाल्यो नि के हुँदैन स्नोमा खेल्दा
Wow, where do I see no food, nothing?
Complete ice.
Swamp छ क्या अब त्यहाँ के गर्ने हो?
Well, that's actually pretty nice. It's hard to find a swamp.
What the freak, bro?
It can be hard to find a swamp. This is got right in. Or look,
Yeah, nah, that I can
look
spawn
out
directly.
for witches, eh?
This swamp is. This is one of my favorite flower. It looks so good.
I think I have other favorite flowers. The latest releases.
I don't like them. Nothing. I just want a village, bro. Is it too much to ask for a village?
Yes.
A man wants to defeat Minecraft and they want a village. Is it too much to ask?
Apparently, yes.
मान्छे त्यस्तो राम्रो राम्रो सिट पाउँछ नि
This is a pretty good seed, to be honest. Gravel's a thing. Look at that. The gravel libraries. Oh, chicken, chicken.
Yeah.
Ooh, lava. Hell yeah. Yeah, I know this is. Bro, this is actually a good shade, but not a good shade for. Not the best shade for. Oh, what is that? I thought. Horses.
Do you know why I wanted Optifine for this natural zoom? Yeah.
You know that in grade 5 or mode, you can get a zoom which can be controlled by scrolling as well. See the web scroll गरेको भने
Yeah, I'm not gonna be downloading mods anytime soon, isn't it?
एकैछिन नहुनेछ
I want a village, bro. I want a village. I want a village.
Come on, what is the fun in playing an RNG game when you're looking for something?
Okay, in the next world I'm gonna Uta. Alright?
If it's gonna open up in ice biome.
Yeah, that's an exception.
Okay, that's a decent. Oh, hey, nice.
Look
A
at this.
single floating block.
Look at this. Nice.
Nice. Nice. A single floating block. Nice. Decently
Yeah, no.
recognizable.
No. Yeah, that was too much.
Really? That was doable.
I need to defeat Minecraft. Not play this for a whole day.
Damn, a jungle biome. It's beautiful.
I need a village. I'm gonna stick it until I find village. और नचाहे बेला कस्तो भिलेज पाइहालिन्छ होइन यार.
It is called RNG for a reason.
Now I'm in an island. Fuck it. Playing it.
Fuck you and your mom and your sister and your dog and your broke ass car. That's what you call.
That's a plain biome. Let's go.
Punching trees again. There should be enough to create a X, you know?
Come on, give me one stick. Give me one stick, bro. Give me okay, nice. I got 2 sticks, nice.
भगवान जब देते हैं Oh.
Oh. अघिदेखि दुईजना हेरेर बसिरहेको छ को हो थाहा छैन होइन च्याट पनि गर्दैन होइन आई डोन्ट च्याट नर्मल्ली होइन तर म मात्रै छु भने च्याट गर्छु कि स्ट्रिममा इफ आम द ओन्ली वान वाचिङ आई च्याट
Has that ever happened?
या म आई युज टु फाइन्ड इट फन टु गो टु
Sapphire. Lapis Lazuli.
I used to find it fun to go to random streamers with 0 viewers and just talk to them. It's fascinating. If it has a lot of viewers, होइन बोलेर कामै छैन त्यसले देखाइदिएन जस्तै है.
I have barely ever watched a stream. Ever.
You are in one now. You have watched less stream than you are in one.
I have watched less streams than I was in. Yes. There's a sandstone there. So you're close to the desert?
No.
You're close to the river.
Sand को उस तल छु के म.
River को close.
Beach को तल छु. Beach. BEACH, not BITCH. There's a difference.
Could be both.
The song slaps. You are not listening to it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't need the song to vibe to Minecraft. More saplings.
Hey, let's go, baby.
What are you doing, sir? What is the goal here?
Okay, back to stream, back to being family friendly.
Okay. Do you think we can create Minecraft?
Sir, you are too ambitious right now.
Because people have created Minecraft in 24 hours.
Yeah, they have created Minecraft, not Minecraft.
Yeah, but we can create Minecraft in a few days.
पहिला तिमी आफ्नो वेबसाइट बनाएर भ्याउ.
मेरो वेबसाइट हुन्छ क्या?
I mean project को.
Yeah. Okay. Bang. Why are you wasting your time, sir?
I don't want. I want one stick. Ke. One stick. Yes, got it. Let's go.
Now would you please create an axe? Thank you. You asked for one, I give you two.
Ask and you shall receive.
The chopping wood is very satisfying. So nice. Top, top.
Okay, I need to go find wood. क्या भन्छ?
You need to go find
Sheep, sir. I need sheep. I wanna sleep. I don't wanna die.
sheep. I think that's enough food, sir.
No, I don't wanna go mining wood again. Okay, this is the only time I mine. Can you multiply 15 by 4 so that I'll get my watch hour? कति बजे यो stream बाट? Huh?
60.
60 minutes. 1 watch hour. Let's go.
Alright, how long are you gonna stream? Papa?
I'm just gonna try to defeat Minecraft, or I give up. One of the two. Probably giving up on defeating Minecraft seems to be more likely, but yeah.
Okay, go to the savannah, right side.
That's not Savannah, that's Plains biome.
Yeah, same thing. It's the same thing.
Savannah भन्ने biome छुट्टै छ.
I know, but it's the same thing. The savannah is technically a plains biome in real life.
Yeah, it's a Minecraft मा.
Yeah, I know that. I think, okay, more horses.
What's gal? Oh, we got food, boys. We got food for days. We got food. What the fuck?
Poor guys. Okay, there's a sheep. There's another sheep.
I don't have coca to eat. I need one more sheep. No.
If only you could undie shit. Okay, you found pumpkin. You murdered all the udo. Chickens though, so.
I got bees, and bees are not useful. Wow, so good
Right
flower
now, no,
biome.
they're not.
No, that they care flower biome.
Was it?
Tinta hive. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Damn, 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are more. This is a flower biome after all.
Damn.
Okay. So,
कोही ऱ्यान्डम मान्छेहरू आए स्ट्रिम हेरेर कहाँ मेरो वाच टाइम मात्रै घटेर एभरेज वाच टाइम रिकमेन्डै हुँदैन यस्तो पाराले यार युट्युबमा बुलसिट होला यता पनि छ यार कति धेरै बिज हो यो एरियामा ड्याम ओके
don't head towards the sand. Difficult to find sheep there. Bouncing, jumping, Japan. Yup.
horses oh yes let's go
Nice.
I'm safe from night
Duita sheep.
that's all I needed
Jeez. Create a bed instantly.
that's the first thing I'm gonna do
Nice. You have red color. Let's dye the bed. Red bed is always better.
okay
The only reason red bed is better because that was the original bed color.
yes sir
Sir, why did you set the respawn point there?
like के भएर स्लिप गर्न मिल्छ कि टाइम भयो कि भने हारिन्छ
You don't need the brown, huh?
I don't need it. Why have it when I don't need it? How long have I been streaming for? 50 minutes. Damn. So mere 1 hour 5 minutes or 50 minutes को stream बाद. Right. If only I could get this chat and this data along with the Argos data के मेरो audio को data
You could just give the two
side by side.
Yeah.
You wanna see that? यो मेरो कम रेजोल्युसनको डिस्प्ले हो के I cannot do that. See it overlaps के मिल्दैन यसमा मिल्छ यसको डिस्प्ले
Why does Windows not allow you to like के भन्छ create your own splits like त्यो भन्दा सानो किन बनाउँदै दिदैन
त्यो यो यसको लागि यति पिक्सल हुनै पर्यो भनेर एप्लिकेसन वालाले बनाउँछ भने त्यो मिल्दैन के त्यस्तो
Weird
That's the thing.
design. It's not a good design. Okay, sure.
अनि त्यो एप बनाउनेको भन्थ्यो के गर्छौ त अब
एप बनाउनेको होइन कि त्यही एप ओबिएस लिनक्समा मिल्छ सानो बनाउनु इट्स विन्डोजको गल्ती
I don't know what that one, chief.
I'm 100% sure that. Okay, so next goal is Adrin sir, what is the next goal?
Iron.
Yes. There is a cave right in front of you.
This?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that does not believe. Okay.
It does apparently. Oh, okay, it can be an actual like ad cave situation. Looks pretty nice. Okay, so there is that.
This goes deep.
I think you should create some more torches, sir.
Okay, streamमा राम्रो हुँदैन कि
Create torches. But what are you trying to do?
Yo slash here effect focus.
Cap bar. Just increase the one.
F7 quit. अब मैले युज गर्नु पर्दैन कि कमान्ड युज गर्नु अब मैले कमान्ड just so that you stream that up us. Okay, okay. No.
Use that. You can use them to mine.
Like this.
No, the freedom of the they're already. Yeah. That was not in this. Okay, yeah, this will be good.
Only people you
Nice.
if you don't get hit on the field.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nice.
Hey, feet के damage को center point के मैले कस्तो थाहा भएको थाहा के few times के भन्छु के उस एनआरकी सर्भर छ नि त्यो एउटा
Okay, I don't know.
2v2t एनआरकी सर्भरमा त्यो क्रिस्टल पिभिपी हुन्छ नि त
Maybe I don't know. I just know it from particular.
Okay, I just know it from that.
Okay, more. Hell yeah, even more. Okay, goes deep. Bio, I think that is good enough for you, right?
I love flint and steel as well.
Yeah, perfect. This is some funky music, okay.
दुईजना चाहिँ को हेर्दैछ थाहा होइन कि मलाई
यो बाहिर तिम्रो यो बानी भयो भने नि भिजन राख्ने बानी भयो भने नि
अहिले फर्स्ट स्ट्रिम नत्र मलाई लाग्छ
you मतलब स्ट्रिमै भयो भने you will not place down torches and you will be jump scared by creepers.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. But for stream, I have to do this. यस्तो गर्न मिल्छ थाहा कि नै रेकर्डिङमा चाहिँ यसरी लाइट आउने तर आफूले हेर्न ओके
When you're back, don't have that. You got a phone? Nice. If only you could find the multi boy. Copper is the biggest scam of Minecraft, right?
Yeah. I got iron. We want more of this. Almost. when I found out your middle mouse button भित्र त्यो item inventory बाट निकाल्ने नि that was the biggest revolution for me. पहिला
मैले पहिला क्रिएटिभ खेल्थेँ होइन सर्भाइभर भन्ने पहिला अनि so I guess that's why I knew that.
मैले त्यो थाहा पाउँदाखेरि that was one of the biggest revolutions.
First thing you make is a shield, eh? First thing you make is a shield. And then a bucket.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change the difficulty based on what I can get.
Oh, yeah. You know what that reminds me of? World's the so-called world's best Halo player. Did you see that? Bush Critical even basically what he did was he continuously changed his difficulty, continuously lowered his difficulty until it was like the easiest point, a speedrunner like the best.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm not the best though.
Yeah, of course. Neither am I, neither is anybody that is sitting in this room or in this house
or watching this TV. You are also noob.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Wait.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, you are noob. You got called out for it. Balla chat gare ho. I am sure this person was watching Ogidhi here. Balla chat gare. This is how you make them chat.
Daramits. That's a name though. That's a name and a half.
Rara मिल्छ हेर्न मिल्छ को भनेर यसरी go to channel गर्न मिल्छ को एडमिन्स 21 सब्स्क्राइबरहरु म्युजिक रहेछ हैन
One after another nice music ideas.
Hey dude, how long? यो मेसेज आएन यो रारा मिसले dude how long has been doing भनेर लेखेको रहेछ हैन मेरोमा आउँदै आएन के मेसेज अब के गर्ने यही स्ट्रिममा हो के यही तल रहेछ ए कति 58 मिनट्स ए मतलब मेसेज आएन भनेर आत्तेर बसिरहेको गुड आयो
Technically, this game started way after 15 years though.
त्यो म मरे एउटा वर्ल्डमा झ्याउला डिलिट गरेर खेल सुरु गरे अब लाभा खोज्न जानु
What's the inventory?
Yeah, almost an hour. I said first time. Come on, the title was that defeating it for the first time. Eh? You think I'm pro at this? You think I'm pro at this? Sorry to burst your bubble. Alright, let's go.
Get into the feathers and stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't need this, I don't need this, I might need this, I might need this. I have not even a inventory space. अब म फुड पकाउनु पर्दैन कि यसरी गर्ने क्या
Just make sure to not overuse it.
अनि यो गेम चाहिँ 1 घण्टा भयो नै बाइ द वे माई फर्स्ट टाइम बिट
Sir.
मैले अहिलेसम्म डिफिट गरेँ होइन ग्रुपमा खेल्दा चाहिँ डिफिट गरेको छु आई हेभ डिफिटेड इन ग्रुप्स एन्ड सिन्स नट
basically a Minecraft version. That's how you can know that.
Okay,
Nice.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Holy mama त्यो ग्याम्बिटले भन्छ नि होली मामा भनेर के हो त्यो त्यस्तै लेट्स ह्याभ इट
Okay, you're drowning.
Fuck it. Run. Hey, let's go. I need to make get a bed. Bed right? A bed, na?
You mean a door? This is Zillion. Somehow I can read your mind so easily again.
Yeah, it's like we are the same group partners, na?
It's almost like we are friends, yeah.
Huh?
It's almost like we are friends.
Yeah, it's almost like we are friends, and it's like we are in same project group, na? And it's like we have been studying. We have been studying engineering for like past 3 years together, na?
Yeah, it's almost like we have been together for a long time. Good sessions, right? I was actually expecting for map treasure map.
त्यो वाला यो ठुलो अगाडि रुकै यसको यता हुनुपर्छ
छरहरुको
यता भयो ए आई
think you did
this one
Hey, nice. You don't need the feathers, but yeah.
Let's go.
Let's see. Let's do the. Let's explore. Explore. Let's go. See, Minecraft, it's so easy to lose your track. Lose the track.
त्यो त त्यस्तै हो
We need a boat now.
यस
Don't delete it. Boat we need.
विल मेक माथिबाट बोट
What is this funk?
नेपाली युट्युबर्स आर अन्डररेटेड या बिकज के भन्छ नेपालमा भ्युवर हुँदैन होइन अनि भ्युवर नभइसकेपछि इनिसियल पुस आउँदैन अनि इनिसियल पुस आयो भने पनि अनि थाहा हुँदैन कि मैले दिस इज नट द फर्स्ट युट्युब रोडियो द्याट आई हेभ ह्याड के मैले कन्टेन्टमा यति ड्याबल हालिदिन्छु त्यो थाहा छ मलाई किन गाह्रो छ म यतिकै इन्टरटेनमेन्टलाई गर्न लाग्यो इफ आई वाज डुइङ दिस फर भ्युज आई वुड हेभ बिन अलरेडी गिभिङ दिस भिडियो अफ बिहाइन्ड प्लस मलाई यो सेटअप बनाउन कम्ती छ भयो म स्ट्रिङ गर्न खोजेँ कहिलेबाट त्यो क्लास 8-9बाट स्ट्रिङ गर्न खोजेँ है ल्यापटप किन्न पऱ्यो त्यसको लागि ब्याचलर पुगेर बल्ल बल्ल ल्यापटप किन्यो क्यामेरा चाहियो सेकेन्ड मोनिटर चाहियो बल्ल स्ट्रिङ गर्ने लेभलमा पुगेको छु
It will happen slowly. I find this very trippy, yaar, Dara. Your night vision is super trippy. Also kind of like cheating, to be honest. Right? त्यो तलको सबै कुरा देखिने चाहिँ
एक मिनट मेरो आवाजको त प्रब्लम छैन नि है बिकज मैले आफ्नो हिस्ट्रीमा आफैले सुनेको छैन त्यही भएर आवाजको यताउति म हेडफोन लगाउँदै नर्मली अहिले उसले गीत सुन्नुहोस् भनेर खोलेको छु रिको त आएको छैन नि इफ यु आर द क्रिस्चियन
It's good.
Okay. यस्तै हो सुरु गर्ने त्यही भएर मैले होइन पहिला एभ्री टाइम मैले कन्टेन्ट अपलोड गर्दाखेरि होइन म पर्फेक्ट कन्टेन्ट बनाउन सक्ने भएपछि मात्रै अपलोड गर्छु भन्ने मेन्टालिटी थियो होइन तर के हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि अपलोड गर्दै गएपछि पर्फेक्ट हुँदै रहेछ कि त्यो युट्युबरहरूले भन्छ नि होइन अपलोड गर्दै जाने अनि हुँदै जान्छ भनेर भन्छ होइन अनि त्यसपछि त्यो त कहाँ तिमीहरूसँग पो त्यस्तो क्यामेरा थियो सेटअप थियो त्यही भएर तिमीहरूलाई भन्न सजिलो लाग्छ मलाई त कहाँ मेरो त केही छैन त्यही भएर गाह्रो हुन्छ त्यस्तो भनेर नहुँदो रहेछ कि जहाँबाट सुरु गर्ने सुरु गर्नै पर्दो रहेछ कि मैले पनि यो कति मेरो यो केही च्यानलको कति भिडियो अनलिस्टेड गरेँ कति मन्टाज अनलिस्टेड गरिसकेँ होइन मैले अर्को युट्युब च्यानलमा कति भिडियो बनाएको छु अब म I'm talking again. I'm able to use my brain in 2 places. Anyway, त्यस्तै हो त्यो युट्युबरहरूले भन्छ नि त्यो द्याट इज एक्युरेट के जहाँबाट सुरु गर्न पर्दो रहेछ
युट्युबमा हेरेर
जहाँ पनि के द स्टार्ट गाह्रो हुन्छ यो हुन्छ तर स्टार्ट गर्नै पर्दो रहेछ मेरो प्रोजेक्टको लागि पनि होइन केही आउँथेन स्टार्टेड पहाडसँग धेरै प्रोजेक्ट हामीले राखेँ होइन अनि प्रोजेक्ट गर्ने बेलामा टाटा माग्नलाई कसरी दिँदैन होइन तर माग्न एटलिस्ट गइरहेको छ नि अब के भन्दाखेरि नेक्स्ट टाइम कसैसँग केही माग्न जानु पऱ्यो भने हुन्छ कि बोथ साइड होइन मेरो दिमाग नर्मली मल्टी हुन्छ बट अहिले मैले यहाँ 3 ठाउँमा चाहिँ ध्यान दिइरहेको छु यो मान्छेसँग बोलिरहेको छु गीत सुनिरहेको छु गेम खेलिरहेको छु यता च्याट हेरिरहेको छु बोलिरहेको छु त्यही भएर नत्र म मल्टिटास्कर हो कति भन्दाखेरि मैले इडिसीको एक्जाम थियो होइन इलेक्ट्रोनिक डिभाइसेस एन्ड सर्किट्स त्यति बेला मैले वान पिसको 3 दिनभित्र 250वटा एपिसोड हेरेर ल्याएँ हो त्यो एक्जामको 80को एक्जाममा 70 लिएर आएँ म आई क्यान युज माई ब्रेन मल्टी इजी पढ्न कति इन्स्टल भयो यार ऱ्याग्नारोक त्यो जम्मा 18% इन्स्टल भयो यार एमबिपिएसमा चाहिँ 1 दिन लाग्छ भने शर्माको फोसम्म पुगेको थियो एमबिपिएस
Okay, your goal right now is lava, है भाइ?
Yeah, I'm searching lava. अघिदेखि म हिँडिरहेको छु लाभाको सर्चमा
मलाई कस्तो कन्फ्युज गरिरहेछ त्यो ब्राइट ओरेन्ज कलर एभ्री टाइम देख्ने बित्तिकै इज द्याट लाभा हुन्छ ठ्याक्क दिने
त्यो देखिन्छ किन स्ट्रिममा यतिखेर सुत्न पऱ्यो पहिला
सुत्नु पऱ्यो यहाँ अनेस्टली यहाँ 11 बज्यो
11 बजिसक्यो यसलाई इग्नोर गर्न मिल्दैन भने स्ट्रिम स्ट्याटस 4 मात्रै भन्छ यार ठिकै छ स्ट्रिम स्ट्याटस दिएको नि के भन्ने Minecraft stream has higher average views than others के भन्ने
Yeah. Don't you find that obvious?
Yeah, but still यार I don't want to be known for one stream के म त्यही भएर पट्नै नि खेले हुन्छ भ्यालेन्ट नि खेले जे नि खेले इक्जाम त त्यस्तै हो मैले के भन्यो मैले भने फेरि होइन म इडिसीको इक्जाममा अब मम्मी घरबाट इक्जाम गरेर खाना पकाइदिन्छ यताउति तल सजिलो हुन्छ भनेर आउनुहुन्छ मम्मी आडामा हुनुहुन्छ त्यही पनि म साइडमा युट्युब के अरे उस एनिवाचमा र जोरोक्समा मैले वान पिस हेर्दै 250वटा एपिसोड हेर्दै हेर्दै पढाएँ कि 80मा 70 आँखा हो के भनौँ म त्यस्तै हो त्यो हेरेर तर फेरि दिमाग मल्टी युज गर्न सक्नु पर्यो मैले मात्र हो यो मान्छेले सक्दैन फेरि यो मान्छेले हिन्दी पढ्नुपर्छ अर्कोमा एउटा साथी छ होइन म त के भन्छ त्यसरी दुई ठाउँमा गरेर सक्दिनँ भन्छ होइन त्यस्तै हो भट्क्यानाइ चाहिँ आफ्नो दिमाग हुन्छ आफूलाई जे सजिलो लाग्छ त्यही गर्ने हो अल्सो होइन 2 घन्टा बाबुको लागि किताब समातेर बस्दिनु भन्दा होइन बरु 1 घन्टा राम्रोसित पढ्यो 1 घन्टा मोबाइल चलायो द्याट्स वे बेटर एग्री 100% इफ यु क्यान फोकस फुल्ली फोकस गर्नु पर्यो नाइस शिट होइन त्यो इक्जाम नै भ्याइसक्यो यार 2 महिना खाली 2 महिनामा चाहिँ कति 2 हप्ता त गयो स्ट्रिम के अरे स्ट्रिमले चाइना घुम्न गयो 1 हप्ता थाकेर गयो 1 हप्ता चाइना घुम्न जाँदाखेरि रसुवाबाट अनि 1 हप्ता प्रोजेक्टलाई गयो जिसी म चाहिँ एनिमे रिकमेन्डेसन एन्ड एडिट रिभ्यू बनाउँछु अर्को च्यानल नाइस मेरो युट्युब हेर्ने च्यानल यो होइन म युट्युब अर्कै च्यानल हेर्छु म रिकमेन्डेसन मिक्सअप हाल्दिनँ भनेर त्यही हो अर्को च्यानल गर्नुपर्छ गुड फरक च्यानल गर्नुपर्छ मेरो त उनीहरूको एडसेन्स अकाउन्ट नि छ कि तर वेबसाइटको लागि बनाएको एडसेन्स अकाउन्ट नि छैन तर यसमा लिङ्क हाने होइन अब
Oh shit, she said, कतिखेर निस्किने I forgot.
निस्किने भन्छु भने जस्तो लाग्छ त आई थिङ्क सो
मेरोमा फोन नआएर होला तिमीमा गयो है अरू
वाट ए मेरो मान्छेको पज भयो त कि थ्याङ्क यू फर सेङ
तिम्रो क्यामेरा यार
ओके क्यामेरा वेट लेट मी
डिसाइडेड
अटो डिएक्टिभेट भने सी नट इन युज भन्ने छ कि होइन त्यो सिक्नु
What happened to the music?
नेक्स्ट म्युजिक चेन्ज भयो Average Nepali boy, exam no problem. Death in Minecraft very big problem. Yes. भिडियो अड्क्या त ओके भयो चल्यो भिडियो तर यस्तो मुख हेर्न पर्यो भिडियो नहालेको छिट्यो म्याथ साथी यस्तो भयो क्या दुश्मनको जरुरत पर्दैन क्या है कति पढेर हिजो
सर बक्सिङ खेलियो बक्सिङ के अरे बक्स
ए बक्स फाइट 2v2 बक्स फाइट खेलियो सर फर्टनाइटमा Music slapping it. Shut up. I'm not slapping man the dragon. Why I'm family friendly. Oh, I found it on Makamari.
What?
Yeah, escape Makamari. You get my answer. No, you get escape that you.
This one actually there can be there is option it's not damage because it's this.
यसकै उता नदीतिर मऱ्यो त्यो मलाई ए यो त नयाँ वर्ल्ड हो है
नयाँ वर्ल्डमा उता मरेको याद छ
something that can rival the power of My humor is a mix of Indian humor, Nepali humor, and US and UK को humor के मेरो humor त्यही भएर धेरैले बुझ्न सक्दैन
His humors itself with it.
छैन यार कसो गर्ने त किन छैन अब नाइस डायमन्ड पिकेक्स भएको हो त अब
Surviving on the water again?
खोजिदिएको के लाभा रिबिन खोज्दैछु म अब के गरौँ अब
Water
रिबिन हुन्छ त अनि
underwater again.
अन्डर वाटर रिबिनहरू जस्तै हो 8 गिगाहरूको हो र मेरो मेमोरी भने यार 5 गिगाहरूको यही नि
Yeah.
अलराइट
Others on our water assets.
ओके ओके प्रो यो घुमर पढेर कति भइयो सर 2v2 बक्स फाइट खेल्यो कि नै क्वेसन द्याट्स द क्वेसन Okay, I cannot defeat that man cat chest, so ignore it. Yeah, yeah,
So many big spots.
weapons are good. Nice.
Yeah. Your inventory getting messed up. It's fine.
You got already.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Because it's easy and you know, it is to 8 badges. The remaining
Where does homeless people do? Where do homeless people do their homework? Anything? Where does it?
yeah, we're doing this, sir. I just taught English in a school right now, so yeah.
English teacher हो यो यो मान्छे English teacher
Hey,
हो
by the way, did you know Abhinav? I actually tease me over.
he has started to teach English अभिनव सर माथि लेखेको छु त ह्युमर वाला कमेन्ट ठीक है
Humor वाला comment माथि
ए
भिडियो अड्केछ चल्यो भिडियो
नै यार छैन लेखा सर हेर च्याट
के चाहिँ
भेटाएको छ
no humor पछि चल्यो भिडियो तर त्यस्तो म yeah, that is what
Okay, I need to find another way to read my chat because this is messed up. See, कतै पनि छैन है यहाँ भिडियो अड्कियो अनि ठिक छ नो है आदर्श तर गयो नटी भयो आदर्श भनेको छ नो ह्युमर केही लेखाएको छैन एकछिन है अब म यहाँ क्लिक गरेर अनि च्यानल एक्टिभिटी हेर्छु ल नो ह्युमर भयो माथि लेखाएको छ त यति अरू केही छैन
ए सिधै जाने तल हैन हजुर तपाईँ आइसक्यो पक्षमा निस्किन्छ बाहिर
ओके वेट
हजुर कहाँ होइसिन्छ त्यही बस्यो म त्यतातिर आउँ
Others, come here. आन्टी यहाँ आउनुभन्दा तिमी जाँदा ठिक हुन्छ होला फेरि चाबी नआउनु गर्न जाउँ मलाई चाबी बन्द गर्नुपर्छ कि त्यही भएर म चाबी बन्द गर्नुपर्छ सो या गिभ 1 minute concluding statement no give 1 minute concluding statement before you leave the stream and then
What do I need to conclude? Before Adrin finishes this game, you guys need to sleep, right?
no you guys are not gonna sleep until I finish the game yeah एक मिनट अब शर्माले स्क्रिनशट पठाएको छु भन्दै के हो
Is this? Yeah, this is.
मैले वान पिस सबै त होइन 90% अफ वान पिस मैले 2x स्पिडमा हेरेर भ्या एक्जाम
I'm never gonna touch One Piece. I'm very scared.
मेक दिस गाई वाट टच वान पिस हि इज गोना टच सम वान पिस हो क्या
Some One Piece instead of some One Piece.
खै स्क्रिनशट सेन्ट भनेर भनेको थियो त सरमा खै सेन्ट एसएस छैन केही पनि छैन ए भोलि चाहिँ के अरे आऊ है त अनि पढ्नु सबै अलराइट ल खाना पकाउनु पर्छ भने भन पकाउँछु म ओके हेर म यता ल युआर गर्ने भ्यू त्यो ओपन च्याट के अरे स्ट्रिम अझै के हो एउटा नेगेटिभ पिङ प्लेयर आयो दुइटैको ओके त्यो आएन है मेरो उसमा चाहिँ आएन नाइस हजुर ए म चाबी ल्याएर आउँछु है 2 मिनट बी राइट ब्याक एकैछिन है यता जानु पर्यो यो गर्छु सर इट्स फाइन टु वाच वान पिस बट डोन्ट टच एनिवे आइम गोना बी ब्याक टु टच सम ग्रास व्हाट द फक ब्रो मैले 25 दिनमा हेरेर भ्याएको त्यो इक्जामको टाइम थियो जसै म बाहिर निस्किन पाउने थिएन होइन अनि म बाहिर निस्किनु सट्टा बरु साइडमा पढ्दै म गरेर के भन्छ वान पिस हेरेर भ्याएँ होइन ओके आइम गोना गो आउट यो मान्छेलाई निकाल्छु चाबी लगाएर आउँछु है वेट आदर्श भेरी चाबी Okay, this is Guy Mithai from China. If you don't know, huh? Let's have some Guy Mithai and defeat Minecraft. Let's go. I'm back. No watch from my side. GG sleeping hour. No watch time from my side. अमन साइडमा स्ट्रिम अन गरेर छोडिदिँदा केही बिग्रिन्छ मेरो वाच टाइम बढ्छ कम अन केटाहरू हरामी छन् वाच टाइम बढाइदिँदैनन् ओरिजिनल गाई मिठाई फ्रम चाइना Nice, let's go. Let's beat the game. म यहीँ गएको हो कि आई डोन्ट रिमेम्बर यार ओके म यहीँ गएको अब यो सबै अन्डरबाट छ यो नट वर्थ इट सर्भाइभलै त खेलिरहेको छु नि अघिदेखि। Yeah, back protection of rest, yes. Oh fuck, no no no. ए म त त्यस्तै हो के गर्ने। ऊ भेटेकै छैन यो ऊ के पाएँ मैले हेल्थ रिजेनेरेसन नाइस। ए नाइट नाइट भिजन त अहिले वाट ब्लाइन्डनेस फ्रिक नो माँ मुझे कुछ नहीं सिखाई दे रहा माँ मैं क्या करूँ। छैन ए रिभिन हो यो वे रिभिन 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 लेट्स गो ब्याक टु स्पिड रन हो। लाभा नै नभएको रिभिन रहेछ नि है मतलबै भएन नि। म अघि एम थिचिरहेको छु कि भ्यालेन्टमा म्याप खोलेको छु फेरि वाट द फक। नर्थ साउथ हेर्नु पर्छ फेरि। ओ फक हे भगवान। Nvidia Corporation Axweiser what Nepal no this is clutter bro lava हुन्छ त रिभिनमा तल अब्सिडियनको तल लाभा हुन्छ डोन्ट यु नो द्याट त्यसको कुरा गरे नि त स्पिड रनर स्ट्याट्स। यो तल छ छैन यो तल छ छैन अब ल्यान्ड पनि छैन कि गएर सुत्न वाट द हेल कहाँ फर्स्ट गएँ यार म यस्तो बबल आछ बबल आएन भने यहाँ लाभा छैन लाभा छैन। म यहीँबाट आएको र है होइन त्यहाँ अर्को छ फेरि स्क्रिनसट चाहिँ किन सेभ गरेँ मैले अघि। ओके नाइस 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 तर फेरि मसँग पिक्याक्स छैन। ए मसँग त आइरन छ क्या आइरन पिक्याक्स गर्नुहुन्छ त गोल्ड लिनुहुन्छ लेट्स गो। फक यार ल यो राख्न नि मिल्दैन प्लेस गर्न नि मिल्दैन। ओ यसको यही छ लेट्स थ्रो दिस शिट न अब अगाडि जानु पर्यो फुड चेस्ट अगाडि हुन्छ जिजी मर्या छैन यार म कमन वाइ जिजी। ओके सस्पिसियस टु यो भयो अरू के छ फायर प्रोटेक्सन प्रोजेक्टाइल प्रोटेक्सन या दिस इज बेटर। ओके यो पनि ब्लाइन्डनेस बुलशिट। What the fuck is this? Coast armor trim? Yeah, not needed for speed running. You're not needed now, है ना? Clock not needed now. Okay. ए यता उलिन छ मैले उलिरा गोल्ड स्टिकै छैन फेरि यार। Yo paling. What the fuck? Okay. X. Let's go. Shouldn't wait. Can I fix this? Nope, I cannot fix this. Fuck. बाहिर खै मेरो बोट यता रहेछ lava pool in speedrun is hard as find a GF in 2081 okay you are not allowed to say facts है त्यस्तो facts भन्न चाहिँ अलिकति allowed छैन यो स्ट्रिममा we live in delusion in this world it is harder than fixing a plan with friends के finding lava pool केटाहरूसँग बल्ल बल्ल प्लान बनाएर मैलुङ जाने भने चाइना पुग्यौँ तर मैलुङ पुगेनौँ क्या हामी हाम्रो प्लान सक्सेसफुल भएन तर चाइना चाहिँ पुग्यो कस्तो खाँडे म्याप परेछ यार मलाई यार छ्या के हो यो भेटिँदै भेटिँदैन लाभा पुल यार म माइन गर्न जाने कुरो त भएन यहाँ छ कि छैन त्यस्तो त्यस्तै हो बिहान 9 बजे 8 बजे 8:30 बजे छिरेर 10 बजे निस्कियो चाइनाबाट त्यही चाइनाबाट चक्लेट ल्याएर त्यही चक्लेट खाँदै त्यही ल मलाई लाभा पुल चाहिएको छ मैले ओसन मोनुमेन्ट पाएँ लाभा पुल पाएको छैन अरे क्या छ जिन्दगी यार राइट ओके आयो नो छैन यार ओसन मोनुमेन्ट पाएँ छैन यार राइट राइट चोरी भयो यो जियोड हो कि के हो यस्तो के हो यार नट निडेड अहिले अब यो बायोमा खासै भेटिँदैन लाभा पुल नोप यो पनि त्यही बायोम हो तरन 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 तन 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 तरन 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 ल नाइस मैले आई फरगट मैले सब्सक्राइबर ओन्ली मोडमा राख्न पनि थिएँ च्याट हिजो अस्ति राखेको थिएँ आज भोलि चाहिँ फक ड्याम आज 3 जना ऱ्यान्डमली आएको छ होइन 3टा सब्सक्राइबर बढ्थ्यो यार ड्याम बल्ल याद आयो भने ल म घुमेर त्यही ओसन मोनुमेन्टमा आइपुगेँ फेरि साढे 11 बजे माइनक्राफ्ट बिट गरेर हेर्न कोही आउँदैन यार भोलि नै कन्टिन्यू हेर्न पर्छ होला एन्ड गेम पार्ट जति आज भ्याम कि भोलि भ्याम low, low, low. It looks like a dong. It is a matter. I give up. Something more. Right. मेरो 5सम्म पुगिसक्यो भ्युअर पिकमा अहिले यहाँ किन 4 मात्रै देखाइराख्यो छ्या यार नेचुरल एमरल्ड छ लाभा पुल छैन नेचुरल एमरल्ड छ लाभा पुल छैन नाइस कति गाह्रो हो लाभा पुल पाउन भने यार अति झलेछ के एउटा रहेछ फेरि Concurrent, who is this concurrent? एउटा लाभा सोर्स आएर हो फेरि लाभा पुल भने एउटा लाभा सोर्स मैले 3टा एमरल्ड सोर्स पाइसकेँ यार 11 लाभा पुलले कति दुःखदै गइरहेछ कसको मेसेज एकछिन यसो गर्नु आदर्श सर घर पुगेर मेसेज पनि गर्न भइसक्यो भोलि मर्निङ एन्ड फ्राइडे भोलि मर्निङमा अब we finish up this stream 12 बजेसम्म डिफिट गऱ्यो भने गऱ्यो नत्र सुत्दिन्छु एन्ड देन विल थिङ्क अबाउट लेटर म भोलि बिहान चाहिँ उठेर नि छिट्टै मेसेज गरिदिनु ल 7-8 बजीभित्र यहाँ पनि रहेछ
I have been doing content for 7 years now, 7.5 years now, actually. Full time for 6, and I have a pretty wide range of knowledge and information and expertise in different areas of content creation. So if you have any questions about content creation, feel free to ask anything, and I'll try my best to answer. And I'm willing to even check out different like clips or like YouTube channels and see if you need any advice on like what I think you could be doing better or something like that. Yeah, feel free to just ask me literally anything. So we'll see where this goes and we'll see how long it goes, but we'll be chilling. All right, I've been doing content creation for about 6 years now and haven't gone anywhere. What do you recommend to get out there? I mean, I think short form is super helpful, but I think realistically, like focusing on quality over quantity. How do you promote yourself right now, I guess, is the question. What do you normally do? Because if you've just been streaming for 6 years, then it's probably hard. It's very hard to grow organically on just Twitch. How does one get a good start on an editor? Like, are they there so much, and I don't want to spend so much? Is there a way? Is that the only way? Just risk it? Wallace, in terms of hiring an editor, when I originally hired Avon, I was in a position to pay him a little bit, but not nearly as much as he's getting paid now. So what I did is I said, hey, I really like what you're editing. I found him through a friend of a friend, and basically we got in contact, and I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I cannot afford to pay you what I believe you deserve in this edit, but if you're willing to work with me, I think I can turn my YouTube channel into something that is profitable for both of us. And so I think I started by paying him like $20 a video, which was a lot more doable than like 50 or 100 at the time. But it was with the intention. They also he also took that risk with me, and that's a rare situation. But if you can find the right person that's willing to see your potential and take that risk with you, that is like a much more mutually beneficial thing. Because Abe's put in that groundwork for being my editor super early on, he gets 50% of the YouTube revenue, and like that's public information. That's not the first time I said that. We split the YouTube revenue 50-50 because of that, and he makes a lot more than a lot of editors now as a result of that. Because he put in that groundwork and took that risk with me. So if you can find a similar situation, I think that's one of the best things you can do. So we scroll here. How do I beat TikTok's algorithm to boost viewers and clickability? Injured at the end of the day, in my opinion, with in terms of algorithms on short form platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, anything like that. I think content is king. I think it's a weird mindset to shift into, but focus on instead on like how do I get more viewers into how do I make content that more people want to watch. It's the same question framed a little bit differently. Instead of focusing on how do I get more viewers through the algorithm, how do I make my content better so that as a result of that I get more viewers. So that's like, in my opinion, one of the best ways to go about it. I think a lot of people focus on like, how do I turn this into profit? How do I turn this into getting more viewers? And realistically, the best way to go about that is changing your mindset and not focusing on, obviously you have to focus on a little bit of like viewership and revenue. So this question is from Sumi, and she said, I'm trying to go full-time over the school year as I'm not working as much, but I'm not entirely sure how to manage my time between filming, editing, posting, reaching out to sponsors, etc. Suggestions, let's see. That's like a really hard thing to deal with for sure, because time management I think is probably one of the hardest skills to develop as a creator, because there are a lot of things that you could focus on, especially like while you're in school at the same time. I think probably if you have the funds, I don't know if this is true or not, feel free to answer because I can help brainstorm some stuff. If you have the funds to hire anyone to potentially help you out with posting, editing, and taking care of that, if you can delegate any of that, that would be the best thing. Because if you think about it like this, obviously that's a risk and costs money. We can come up with ways to not spend money for sure. But realistically, if you think about content creation in general as a business and with a creator-focused content creation, like Keo, me, take me as an example, and you compare it to like a Fortune 500 company, the CEO, the top of the company, they normally sit like this, and the flow of how things get done is at the top of this pyramid. The CEO sits up here at the top of the pyramid, and if you were to take that CEO off the top of the pyramid, the rest of the business would function very well. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if the CEO took a month off or something like that, okay? If you flip that upside down, that is what a creator is. The creator ecosystem is. Now the CEO, the creator, is at the bottom. If you take this out from the bottom, the whole thing collapses. Everything is riding on your shoulders to make content, edit, to post it, and there are things you can delegate, but your time is limited and everything revolves around how much time you have. That's the funnel. It all funnels down into this. So, anything that you can delegate while trying to go full-time, or at least make a better operation for, is incredibly beneficial, if that makes sense. Scotty, thank you so much for the raid. If you're new to the stream, you're welcome. We're doing a little bit of streaming office hours, so if you're a content creator of any kind, feel free to ask me any questions. You can ask by doing !ask in chat, and then I'm scrolling through all the questions, and I will be just showing them on screen and trying to answer and help come up with things as much as possible. The Colin and Samir graph, is that where it's from? I've been talking about that graph for so long, I didn't remember if it was from Colin and Samir. I've been using that as an example for like the last 4 or 5 years, because when I heard it the first time, it made so much sense. I was like, oh, you're so right. I think I saw it on Twitter from them. That's really awesome. So, okay. Yeah, so assuming with that, if you can delegate anything, I think the biggest thing you can do while in school, if you can't hire anyone to help with editing or anything, I think the best thing you could do is plan your content out, especially your streams, because I think it's very easy to have a negative return on investment for streaming over a certain amount of time. Be very scheduled. It's hard because obviously like gaming is very easy to kind of get sucked in and just rip an 8-hour stream. I say this while I've been live for 27 hours, or actually 70-something hours. Is that time before I give up? Okay, gotcha. Not in school. I'm just using it as my time before. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were in school. Over the school year as I'm not working as much. Okay, sorry. So I think in general, plan your content out and set realistic goals. I want to really deep dive here because you've been a big part of the community for a long time. So do you mind if I deep dive on your socials and stuff real quick? I can help kind of maybe point some directions. I'm just putting you on blast here real quick. Absolutely. Okay, cool. And whatever I say here, please don't take personally. I'm not gonna try that. I'm always not gonna attack anyone. I'm trying very hard to be critical and like help things and point out things that I think could be useful. So I don't want to come across as mean or anything if I say anything that's a little bit more real. So anyway, Twitch, your streams are awesome. You're a great streamer. I think you have great energy, and I've been in your stream a decent amount. And streaming, I don't think you have to worry about. The actual creation of the content, I think you do a great job with. So I think that for most people is the problem, or is you can always become a better creator. You can always become a better creator at the end of the day, and you should always be striving to become a better creator. But I don't think that's a limiting factor for you because I think you are a good creator. So I wouldn't worry about Twitch. You're doing a good job. Instagram, I don't know if you do reels or anything. Reels are somewhat helpful, but I think reels and TikTok. I mean, let's see. Let me just watch. Like let's do a little class watch here.
He's just like, I'm in the vents. He's venting. Amogus?
Sorry, what am I supposed to be doing?
Don't worry, I'm in the ventilation system.
Okay, I think.
Oh. Sorry, you guys. I was so genuinely taken aback by that. All right, we're on a set. Oh.
Oh, the new agent UI. Gotcha. I kind of think things like okay. Short form content where I struggle because I don't really know how to tie it to my streams. I think that's valid. I think you could benefit from what I'm seeing here. I think first off, your thumbnails need some work. I'm gonna be honest about that. Thumbnails, okay, for the most part, I don't know how. Let's see how I did it.
Can anyone beat Elden Ring? This is the question I asked myself when I started the game back in March of 2024. Now it's been quite a while since then, and a lot has happened. Hey, my name is Sumi, and welcome to my Elden Ring series. I set out on this journey to prove that anyone can
like this. If you want to do either a voiceover like this, put graphics on screen. Or put graphics or at least text on screen. You could literally do like Minecraft parkour if you wanted to, like anything on screen. Give the viewer something to watch when you're doing an intro like this or anything, or just have you talking to the camera. Personally, I actually go for the voiceover route more. I think the voiceover route is the move, and then throwing lots of graphics on screen, lots of changes. Not to just use me as the perfect example. I'm not the perfect example, but let's just look at this video real quick.
What if you could get 6 more hours every day? You wake up,
work out, get ready for the day, work for 8 hours, and then you still have 12 hours left. So lots of graphics on screen to just help. And even when we didn't have the graphic on screen, we had text on screen to help kind of give people like a little bit more ways to watch, if that makes sense. Even if it's just text on screen, like something like that would be incredibly beneficial. Like literally just text on screen would be helpful there for sure. But I'm sure the content in the videos, you're a good streamer, so I have faith in the content being good. But thumbnails are really important, and I honestly didn't prioritize them for a very long time. Thumbnails are incredibly important because if you can't get somebody to click, I'm gonna go to my homepage and we can just look at some of the videos. Don't mind the random sluts gambling videos because that's what I watch off stream. but if we just look at some of these thumbnails here, every time you put a video out there, you are on somebody's homepage. And so your thumbnail needs to be better than the surrounding videos, or at least more clickable. Not necessarily better, but it needs to be more clickable and give the viewer a reason to click on your video versus the other people. You have to think about that actively. Look at this thumbnail. Steroids are awesome. This is a video I would click on. What is that? That asks a question to your brain. Would a thumbnail artist be someone to invest in, like an editor? I don't necessarily think you need an editor. If you're decent at Photoshop, you can definitely come up with thumbnails and like figure out how to do it yourself. I think looking at like Ludwig's content is a good example of like thumbnails that are not hard to make but done well. And obviously Ludwig has done a good job of marketing himself as the thumbnail person because he can just put his face on some thumbnails and just that gets views because now he's Ludwig, you know. But in general, I think thumbnails are really important. So yeah, okay, back to I'll wrap this. We spent a lot of time here. I want to get some more questions, but I think what you should do is focus on planning your content out before you stream and plan out what kind of content you want to make on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. And then you can actually make content that is less reactive and more produced from beforehand.
I can have a base.
So I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I can take pull from my content examples. Like obviously I do the speedruns, which gives my content a lot of direction. It gives a lot of my YouTube videos a lot of direction. And being able to do a multitude of those things is like very helpful. So I would set a goal you know you can crush. I don't know exactly what it would be with how much you are sending it and stuff, but set a goal of like posting one really good YouTube video a week or something like that with a good thumbnail, good title, good intro. Those are the most important things. And then maybe even make from that long video shorts. Make shorts from the long video, either multiple or one really good shorts that sums up the whole thing. So yeah, I hope that helps give some direction, but I would focus on the pre-production of the stream. Come up with something that you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna get 3 wins in a row in Valor ranks. Okay, I'm gonna win a game on these agents. Okay, I'm gonna do an Elden Ring run where I can't do this. You know, I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to think of things like that to give it a little bit more flair. And I think that would be beneficial. Super helpful. Thank you. Got you. I'm glad I can help. That's what we're here for. All right, next question. We're moving in. We're moving. How many hours should I put into editing and posting and gaming? Realistically, if you want to be a content creator and you're starting out and you want to like actually send it, I would put in equal or even more time into editing and posting in comparison to when you actually play the game. Would be my honest opinion, because I think it's less about making it's about making good content when you're playing the game, but then also like putting the extra effort in to polish up those edits and make it really good, and make it really clickable, and understand all those things. Because I think having something that at the end of the day, you can throw everything you know about algorithms out the window. Good content is king. People want to watch something they like. It's as simple as it is. It's just people want to watch good content. So if your content isn't good enough, you need to revisit the board, and maybe that's what's holding you back. But at the end of the day, good content is king. So. Okay, I need to delete the questions. Okay, let's see, another question here. How is your day-to-day life as a content creator? I assume day-to-day life as a content creator. Especially since you've been slowly branching out into IRL stuff. Does your brain always go content mode? I need to do this for a video/stream. WR, how easily do you turn off your content creator mode to enjoy IRL offline? Simply put, I don't. I rarely, my brain is never not in content creator mode, pretty much always. And that's not the healthiest thing, but I think if you want to be a full-time content creator, realistically, it's a very, very competitive space. So if you are not... Kind of if you're not always thinking about content, I think you are going to like fall off. I'm not saying that that's healthy and you shouldn't take breaks and you shouldn't take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself. Those are very important things. But I think it's very hard for me to turn off my content creator mode brain. It's in every aspect of the things that I do. I think about how can I turn this into something that is a good story, a good video, a good challenge. And sometimes being able to turn off your brain and like that inspiration can hit you and it's awesome. But for me, I think finding outlets that allow you to turn off your brain is the more important part. Instead of taking time, because I think there's times where I'm like, okay, I need a break, and I can easily switch and just be like, I'm done, I'm not thinking about anything. And there are other times where I'm like, I need a break, and then 20 things pop in my head like, oh crap, I have all these things I need to do, and I can't stop thinking about them. So finding ways that you can personally like cope in turning off content creator mode, for me, it's rock climbing. Rock climbing is a very good outlet for me. And even though I make some content rock climbing, like it's a very helpful outlet for me personally, because I can't be thinking of content while I'm also thinking of a problem while I'm doing that problem. I mainly just get to focus on the puzzle on the wall and using my body to do that, and I get a good mental and physical workout from that, and that helps me like reset. But in terms of like actually swapping back and forth, like it's not a switch that you can turn on and off, but it's something you can train for sure. To me, that mindset seems completely toxic to yourself, but I guess as someone who's not been in the content creator space, I wouldn't get it. Yeah, I think like realistically, very few people should be full-time content creators. Like, if you want to be a highly successful content creator, it needs to be your life. It just does. Like, because otherwise, the person next to you, it's their life, and if it's not yours, then they're gonna do better than you most of the time. So, like, does that make sense? And I don't mean that to be as, oh, this is a healthy thing. I'm telling you the grim reality of it is, if you aren't putting 120% into it, the guy next to you is, and the guy next to him is. So if you don't want it more than them, they're going to be more successful than you in content creator space. It is a cutthroat competitive industry. You're actively competing against everyone around you, and you can either take that as motivation to work harder than them, or you can take that as daunting and scary, and that it's too hard, you know. And that is why I think most people shouldn't be content creators, because I think like even if you have the drive and the passion and love to do it, you still might not be successful, you know. And on top of that, it's still a risk. It's not just a direct result of hard work, you know. So like, I think content creation, very few people should be full-time content creators, because you have to be a little like hyper-fixated / obsessive with it to enjoy it, because it kind of needs to be your life, and you need to be willing to sacrifice a lot, and you have to love it, because if you don't love it and you get into it and then you somehow become successful, you're gonna burn out. you need to be somewhat like, obsessive. Yeah, and like if you aren't, that's fine, and you can still absolutely do content creation and have fun with it. But I just don't think you should make it a career. You can have it be a fun hobby and have it be a fun outlet and a creative outlet. And if it turns into something that's awesome, but it's a lot harder to make it as a content creator if you're not working as hard as you possibly can. If that makes sense. And that's hard. That's a hard balance. It's like that's why I think most people shouldn't. It's unhealthy. Like the way that I choose to live my life as a result of streaming, most people probably wouldn't like. But for me, I love it. It's awesome. I'm constantly stimulated. I always have things to do, and I have, as a result of that, I don't have to worry too much about like my finances. But I also just am so worried about content, so it basically makes up for that. But you gotta be a little crazy at the same day, crazy to be able to do it. If that makes sense. And that's like a hard balance. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I know I kind of rambled there for a second, but it's at the end of the day, most content creators don't live a healthy work-life balance, and you gotta find ways that you can try your best to and not burn out. I'm not saying it's impossible to have a good, healthy work-life balance. I just think I don't see very many uber successful people that are putting 40 hours a week into content creation. Just straight. There's very few people that are really successful in streaming and YouTube space that only put 40 hours into it. Little tangent there, but I hope that I don't want to make it seem like content creation is all bad. I'm saying as full-time content creator, you have to love it, otherwise you're gonna burn out at the end of the day. That is the reality of it. So, all right, I'm just gonna scroll through and see which one's like the most in depth here. Can you give me tips on editing and ways to improve since I'm trying to get better? I'm working on my editing. Prince, if you're still in chat, how many edits have you made? How many videos have you made? In general, there's a rule of thumb that a lot of people use. You need to make about 50 long-form YouTube videos before you know what you're doing. And I don't say that because like, oh, everyone learns at a different pace. You might figure it out sooner or later or whatever, but I think I found this to be very true because you need to learn firsthand things like pacing, things like you know, when you should put a graphic on, when you should cut away from something, how fast the video should be in the beginning, how long it should be in the end, when you know to show something and not show something. 50 is like the average, yeah. I've only made 4,000. Tough, Aves. Yeah. I just started making YouTube content. How can I reach more people? Taking that same rule of thumb that I just mentioned, I would say that you should make 50 videos. if you think about it like this, if you started content creation today and you made one YouTube video a week, okay? One YouTube video a week, which I think is doable for most people even if you have a full-time job. If you made one video a week, that is even a 5-minute video or a 3-minute video on YouTube. It doesn't have to be the longest video, but at least over like a TikTok, because I think it's really easy to make a TikTok. So if you made a 3 to 20-minute video once a week, you did that for a full year, and you learned and you watched your videos back after you're done with them, and then you took what you learned from the previous video and applied it to the next one, and you did that over and over and over and over and over again for 52 weeks out of the entire year. You did the entire year. I guarantee you would be an incredible editor by the end of that. So I think it's really just about exposure and learning, and just there's not really a fast track to it. You need to learn it yourself, and you need to learn it like by literally throwing yourself into it. That's the only way you can do it really. Because you can read and watch all the content creation tips videos and tricks videos or whatever. There is no shortcut. You need to learn it, and you need to understand why you're making the decisions you're making in like certain situations. And there's no one that can explain that and walk you through that better than yourself, and you figuring it out in the long run. Really fair if you see my question. I have like 30 questions in line, but I'm scrolling through the best ones that I want. So, all right. We got a question from Bunny. What would be beneficial for creators who are maybe not as great as a player? Should they focus more on clips/content versus just gameplay and whatnot, if that makes sense? Let's see. Yeah, I think definitely not focusing on like gameplay clips. Like realistically, even somebody like me who's a relatively good Valorant player, you know, I'm good at rating a lot. I always think like there's always tens. There's realistically, if you're here to watch me because I'm a great Valorant player, it's like you're probably the minority in chat. You know, because like if you want to go watch the best at a game, you're gonna go watch the best. You're not gonna go watch me. You're gonna go watch Zek and Tens and Asu and Timmy, all those people that are insanely talented at FPS games. And as much as I'd like to be that person because I'm competitive and I like being a competitive person, you know, it can be a way to get in the door, obviously, because I have credibility being a high-level player. Like, there's always a bigger fish. You know, there's always somebody better at the game. So, so even in my situation, I think it's important to have like other things that define you that aren't around the game. Like for example, I'm backflip guy, trampoline guy, the seal guy. You know, someone's always gonna be better than you. So yeah, I think definitely not focusing on gameplay as much is not the move. I'm here for 10 since I'm calling things for 13 months away, and yeah, I think story-driven content is the best, and not necessarily that you have to write a story, tell the story well. So like, if you had a really funny experience with a dude in Valorant who was either being really funny or really mean or really toxic or really like just super raging at the game, like if you're telling a story about an experience you had from your perspective and you tell it well, and I'm not saying you need to audibly tell, like walk somebody through the story, but you can display it and edit it in a way where the viewer can get the story and make them feel the experience you were feeling, whether good, bad, happy, sad, or whatever. That is like infinitely more valuable than being good at the game. Infinitely more valuable. Like, because the people that are really good at the game, they're gonna be insane at the game. They will always get viewers for being good at the game. But like the people that can tell a story in whatever situation they're in are the content creators that are the most adaptable. Yeah. How do you recommend growing a YouTube channel? I've been trying to do YouTube for about 2 to 3 years and can't seem to get consistent as I don't know what to upload. All right, I'm gonna look through your channel, and again, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just trying to help you because you're asking a question. You're obviously here to get beneficial information. So, with that, I'm gonna try to look at your content and see where I think you could benefit from, and go through that. So, we got Lightning here in chat. 391 subs, 313 videos uploaded. Do we have any shorts? Yeah, we have a decent bit of shorts. Let's go. I can tell you just from quickly scrolling through here, it's clear that you don't have exact. Okay, actually, most of your videos are shorts. It's clear that like from the viewing perspective that you don't know what you want to do because we have Valorant. Not sure what that is. Valorant, a TikTok. Jujutsu Kaisen anime, jet nerfs, Genshin, and it's okay to be all over the place. Like you can make content all over the place, but I think having some consistency in your content is incredibly helpful. Let's see which videos you posted recently. So I think you need to make the decision of what kind of content you would like to make. I think that is probably something that's a bit hard to answer. So figuring out what what content you want to make, I think is going to be the most important thing for you. And then applying that same rule that I was talking, you've been here the whole time. So the same rule that I was talking about of like, you need to make 50 long form videos to really understand what you want, or how to actually be able to pull off, I think, what you want to do. I think you need to pick a niche of some sort, whatever it is. If it's Genshin, if it's Mario, if it's commentary or Valorant, and stick to it for a bit. Stick to it for a bit and see just what happens, and just be able to learn and get better at making content there. Because I think the more, if you think about it, every time you post a video, YouTube and their algorithm are trying to find your audience. They're trying to find people that want to watch your content, okay? So if you post a video that's about Valorant, and then instantly post a video following that's about Genshin, and then instantly post an IRL video, what happens is you post a Valorant video, and it's like, okay, some people like that, we're gonna recommend the next video to some of the Valorant people because they obviously like that video. And then a Genshin video gets recommended, and then very few people click on it. And then even if that video does well, your next video is most likely gonna get recommended to more of a Genshin audience, and then it just kind of is like a, very few people I think have seen early success with tons of variety content, and if they have had success, they've been on YouTube for like 10, 20 years now. Like, if you look like Penguin Zero, like Charlie, Moist Critical, he is one of very few people that can just post whatever he wants. And as much as like, I am now trying to make the transition of like, I want to be able to post whatever I want and make a video on rock climbing, or make a video on Valorant, or on Genshin or something, or I can do any of those things, you know, whatever. If I started with doing that, I don't think I would have been able to build an audience the way that I have, though, because I've now learned how to make really good content in the Valorant space, and now I need to take all the skills that I've learned and drop them in a different category. So, yeah, it's definitely difficult to get new viewers to sub if they don't know what they're subscribing for exactly. So, and it's hard to break out of that niche. So, like, it's good advice in the short term to find a niche and stick to it, and then bad advice in the long term, because like if you find a niche and stick to it and then it dies, it's like you can't really do anything about it. So, having variety is helpful, but just not worry about that now. It's not. All right, back to the questions. Let's go. Can someone become relevant without being known for a gimmick? Example, Panda Radiant or your trampoline. I think having lots of gimmicks are helpful. I don't think you need to have one specific gimmick. I think Joel's is a good example of someone who's like done gimmicks well, and I think they're helpful, but it's definitely not the end all of content, because if you want to be a content creator and you just keep doing the same gimmick over and over again, like people aren't gonna keep watching to watch the same thing. You need to come up with more. Yeah, gimmicks are helpful to becoming relevant, and then like they can be hurtful if you're still just sticking to the same gimmick. I think like Joel's, you know, with Reyna, like the Migo Reyna, me swing kind of thing. He did such a good job in that. He gained a lot of viewers from that, and he gained a lot of things out of it, farmed a ton of really good content out of it, and then kind of let it die for a little bit, you know? And now you can reference it, and it's funny, and it's not a part of who Joel's is, but it helped build a lot of his viewership from that, you know? And so gimmicks can be helpful as long as they're not your whole personality, if that makes sense. Sometimes you can ride a gimmick for your entire career, but I'm a firm believer that at a certain point, it will all come to a crashing halt. Like, it's important while you're riding the gimmick high of content creation or whatever, to experiment with things, try new things. Maybe you'll stumble into a new gimmick that like expands your audience to do a whole different market. And now you have two gimmicks working for you at the same time. Because if you think about it, like for me, I was like the backflip guy, I'm the trampoline guy, I'm the killjoy guy, the speedrun guy, the cypher hating guy. You know, I am the speedrunner, the radiant, the nuzlocke. I have tons of gimmicks on YouTube that are constantly basically advertisements to come watch my content. You know, so there's tons of things that you can do. You can become relevant without having a gimmick, but having at least some things that people can reference you for, I think is nice. Okay, let's go. Is it worth going out of your way to meet new people and network? If so, what is the best way to network? Depends on the size of creators. Networking becomes more highly beneficial when you're a bigger creator than a smaller one. Because if you think about it, like, if you're collabing with someone, and I don't say this to be egotistical and mean at all, I don't want to come across as like just viewership is everything, but if you're collaborating with another streamer, say you both have an average of 10 viewers, the maximum amount of like cross-pollination with your content, even if your audience is 100% collab and you guys both double your viewership, you'd both be at 20 viewers, which is great. That's awesome growth. But at the end of the day, it's infinitely more worth it to invest into like YouTube content or like long form content that isn't gonna die. At least if that makes sense. Like if you collab with that content and then make a YouTube video about it, way better. Like if that's much more beneficial. But if you're talking about like on stream network, kind of like people to stream with, I think it's not really worth it too much. Because like basically, I think it's so much worth it to invest in things outside of live streaming. Because if you think about it, if you break it all down real quick, say you have, for example, let's take the amount of people that are here in the stream right now. We have like 300 people here right now watching the stream. Okay, if I cut this video down and we upload it to Keo Plus, even Keo Plus, my second channel that we don't edit content on very much, we upload it, and you know, I'm glad people enjoy it. This video would probably get more views than are in this stream right now, if that makes sense. And it has the potential to have way more viewers total of like how many people that reached. And if you take it to like an actual degree where you've edited the content, like on our main channel, I'll take streams that had a total of maybe what 5,000 different people in the streams or something like that, turn them into YouTube videos where over 100,000 individual people watch them on each video. You know, and each time that I have one of those videos, or whatever, I have a plug for my Twitch, and that becomes a funnel for people to come check out the live stream. And that's a much better ecosystem for stuff like that. And so at a certain point, if you're a streamer and you're at 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 viewers, it can be a lot more worth it to network, and it becomes a lot easier to network because you have that credibility established. I think you can build an audience without networking too much, and just making really good content, and then networking becomes easier as you're like at a certain point more established. That makes sense, because then you have a little bit more to bring to the table to help mutually benefit the other people you're collaborating and networking with. Long answer, and I hope I answered your question. But yeah, there you go. Okay. My last question auto sent, but dividing school and content still always a back of the mind thing, but to try to post more stuff because it's fun. However, when life like school is hella hard, how can I maintain and continue looking for the positives? I think just being scheduled. Like, I think if you are pursuing content creation on the side, let it be a hobby. Don't pursue it like you're going to be a full-time content creator. Don't put the pressure on yourself of trying to become a full-time content creator while it is something that is part-time, okay? And if you're trying to make it a full-time thing, then that's a different story. But if you're doing it on the side, let it be something that's on the side. And have it be fun. Have it be an outlet for you that you get to, if you have to take a week, 2 weeks, a month off of streaming or making content, do it. Like, it's okay. It's a hobby and it's okay. And I think you will make significantly better content if you're not forcing yourself to be like, oh, I have to edit this TikTok today. I have to get a video out. I need to do this. Unless it's your job, you don't. you don't. There's nothing that's forcing you to make content. So let it be fun. Let it be fun. And if it's not feeling fun, don't do it. Or just only do the fun things. You know, like you don't have to. And I think if you do that enough, you'll have more fun with it, and then you'll end up, as a result, if you're having more fun with it, probably making better content. So I just let school be the side thing. True. I mean, that's what I would do if I was like trying it this whole time. But it's just all right. I'm trying to find that motivation to get past that lump of actually just going and pushing content and finding a group that I could possibly hold accountable for their goals and also hold me accountable for pushing for my goals. But I just don't have the motivation. The VTuber model and everything set up and used to be kind of bigger a bit, but lost it all due to life issues. I mean, you definitely can get it back. I think that's not a thing. I think for most people that want to get into content creation, just like I like to think, take a page. I reference. I'm not a full-on ridiculous philosophical stoic, but I do reference a lot of stoic practices in both playing Valorant ranked for your mental health and also in content creation. And one of these practices in stoicism is accepting the worst case possibility, okay? And it's not saying that you're okay with it or it's gonna make you happy, but it's understanding what the worst case is because then it takes away that anxiety and fear that comes with it. So if you take your example from here and you start content creation again, what is the worst case situation? I think the worst case situation is nobody shows up to your stream, nobody really watches your content. What past that? You tried something. You know what the benefits were from that? You tried something, you put yourself out there, and you had a chance at maybe making better content. And you can even, if in that worst case scenario, you had 0 viewers, you had 0 views on your videos and stuff, that can be taken as motivation to, hey, it's only up from here. So there's always a way to look at it from, like, what did I learn from these things? So, I think you do it, send it, try your best, and, yeah, the only thing that's holding you back is yourself from trying, you know? So, yeah, very much checking it out. Streaming even 3 years unironically helped me so much with social anxiety and public speaking. Yeah, I mean, so this is something that I learned, I've talked about this a lot, so apologies if you heard this before, but I learned this in diving, because I did springboard diving for 10 years, and mentally what you have to do is go get on the diving board, do a bunch of flips and twists, sometimes you mess up, and you physically hurt yourself. And the fear of doing that every dive becomes easier and easier the more you do it. And so by the time I started content creation, I was ending my diving career, where the fear of failure and the actual risk of failure was like physical injury. When I started streaming, the fear of failure and the risk of getting no viewers was like, oh, there's no risk. Oh, there's literally no risk is what it felt like. It was when I started streaming, I was like, dude, if I stream and I get 0 viewers, it's like, it doesn't matter. Nobody sees it. like the only person that sees that is me, and I don't care. So you can literally take all the power away from it if you of that anxiety, if you just accept that, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, literally, what did you lose, you know? So anyway, I hope that helps. Let's keep going. It's focusing on YouTube or streaming better in your mind, Wallace. Both. It's hard to do both. I've seen very few people do both well. I think very few streamers do YouTube well, and very few YouTubers do streaming well. And that's just the truth of the matter. I think there's like, most of the time, when I focus harder on YouTube content, my Twitch streams suffer, and when I focus harder on streaming, my YouTube content suffers, and that's the ecosystem of being a streamer. But I think YouTube provides more opportunities. So if you can come up with a system similar to what I've done, and feel free to model after me if you need to, or if it helps, stream the content you're making and turn that content into a YouTube video. That is the win-win situation of being a successful streamer YouTuber combo. Because if you can film yourself streaming something, you get that exposure from being a streamer. That feeds into your community and then feeds into making a product. I have a graphic actually for this. So this is one of my OG friends. I actually don't know what he's up to right now. But this is Samuel. He used to work with Harris Heller, who, if you're familiar with his content, he does a lot of review content and a lot of channel helping content. This is very old. The OG, but this is incredible. It's not super old. It's 2020 is this. But this is a really good flow for content. So how to grow on Twitch. I can link this in chat. This is like one of the most helpful things. Sam's not a good example of what to follow. No, that's valid. I think this flowchart is very helpful though. I think this flowchart is incredibly helpful because he's been on the successful side of it. So to where post content YouTube, okay.
concurrent viewers पनि म्याम बोल्दै बोल्दैन के हो केटाहरूले साइडमा बजाएर कामहरु बसेन कि त्यो 12 बजे त क्याएर बस्यो भने
this is pretty much
what the fuck bro.
Yeah, this
Confusing,
is
so yeah.
Twitch should not be your primary evergreen platform. Twitch should be the place where you create evergreen content that then lives forever on another platform. Does that sound good? Does that make sense? I often come up with big ideas for videos, but I often struggle with keeping motivation, leading to too many strapped videos that sometimes don't even get past scripting or editing. I think you need to set realistic goals. Find a goal that's good for you for something like this. I think you need to set realistic goals. I think every content creator, especially starting out, should set realistic goals. If that's putting a YouTube video out once a week, do it. If it's putting a YouTube video out once a month, do that instead. It doesn't have to be the biggest, craziest video ever. I think making something that's a little bit more attainable and not something that's crazy hard. Like once a month is fine. And I think for if you're starting out in content creation, having bigger ideas is a bad thing. I think having like super big production ideas that you want to put, you know, a month of your time into and then another month editing can obviously lead out to burnout because, you know, if you spent 3 months in the process from start to finish in a video, from scripting to actually recording to producing to editing to posting to thumbnail title, if you put that much work into a video and then it gets 100 views on YouTube, you are going to quit. Like it's just you mentally you're gonna give up. And like that's so valid. You know, it's so fair. Oh, he does. That's interesting. I love Doog Doog's content. Doog. I just call him Doog. I totally love Doog Doog's. I've seen a bunch of his content on Twitch recently. I haven't watched a lot, but Doog Doog. Yeah, I've seen him in a lot of content that I've been watching recently, so it's been fun. Anyway, I think making more achievable goals that you can crush. Like, there's a lot of psychology behind setting a goal that you can slam. And so set a goal that you know you can crush. Like if it's posting 1 TikTok a week, that is super easy. And then if you start to do that and you stick to it for a month and you're like, damn, kind of crush that. Maybe I can do 2 a week. And then you go, that's pretty easy. Maybe do 3, maybe do 4, maybe do 5. You slowly take chips at that to make bigger and bigger projects. You'll have a much more higher success rate than somebody who tried to jump 10 steps at a time instead of the person who took the time to add to their skills 1% at a time. So, dreaming big for things that you could do once you get bigger is a good motivator for sure. All right. I make video essays that take roughly a month per video to make. Do you have any advice on how to keep motivation when I'm putting a month plus into production just to get 5 reviews? That's what I just talked about that. I think that may have been the same person that asked the question, so yeah, breaking it down to smaller problems. I really want to get back to streaming. Do you have any tips to help kickstart? I went to TwitchCon last year and it really made me want to start streaming again. Start. Just go live. Just hit the go live button. I think I just gotta do it. You got one. Just pick a day. Say today's the day. I'm gonna go live today. If your goal is to be a streamer and you want to have fun with streaming and stuff, just gotta send it. You know, just gotta go for it. All right. All right. I'm gonna try to slam through some of these videos or some of these questions, and we've been here for about a good hour, so hopefully I've answered a lot of questions already, but I'll keep going. Okay, a couple of questions have repeated themselves, so I'm just skipping some of them. How do you go about reaching brands to sponsor your videos and or negotiate with them? For example, I'd love to work with AirUp or another brand that's not specifically Val, service like Val Tracker. Thanks, Brinks. Brinks Sunshine, right? I mean, definitely having a lot of credibility under your belts in terms of like the size of your content creation is helpful. The higher the number of subscribers and views you're getting on your videos, I think the better. Obviously, it's like super. It's definitely harder to get sponsors the smaller you are as a creator, I think. But I've had a lot of success DMing brands on Twitter and sending them emails. I have an agency that does a lot of this for me and stuff, but like I've gotten deals with brands that are not in the space at all, purely by hitting them up and just being like, hey, I'd like to work with you, I like your products. So I mean, obviously, a lot more than that. A lot more than just saying that. I think going at it in a way that's very professional and from a business standpoint. I can audibly read. I'm not gonna share the whole doc here, but I can audibly read one of the email templates, for example, that I've put together just before in the past. I have an example that's pretty good here. So when I reach out, I just say on like an email, for example, or even a Twitter DM, I'd say, hey there, my name is Keo. I'm mainly a gaming Valorant content creator with 1.6 million plus supporters across my platforms, mainly YouTube, Twitch, or mainly on YouTube and Twitch. A very positive, active, and brand-friendly personality as well as a dedicated community. I'm consistently trying to push the boundary of content creation. For example, I currently stream from my one-of-a-kind streaming studio. I love your brand and your stuff, and I think my audience would love it too. This type of stuff, and I'd love to partner. I'd love to explore the possibility of partnering up with you. Yeah, that type of stuff. Have you already answered something about wanting to dive into variety? Is that still what we answered? I haven't answered that specifically, I think. So, all right, let's keep going. Scotty asked, what would you say someone trying to take a variety route as far as it goes content-wise, and move to being able to do what Smitty does or Puffer per se? Let me see. I don't know Smitty at all. Is this Scotty? Is this bunch of question marks? Hey! I've never seen this person. I'm so sorry. 7 million subscribers. I'll have to watch some of this guy's content. They're pulling crazy views. Friend of Jericho is all I know about Smitty. Who's the other guy? Big Puffer. Hello, everyone. What the brain rot thumbnail? Hey, if it works, it works. That's a tough one because I think it's a lot harder to grow initially as a variety content creator, but then once you cross the threshold and kind of crack the code to pacing videos and figuring them all out, I mean, you make good content, so I don't see how that wouldn't be a problem. But I think just getting a footing is a lot harder. Because generally when like variety content, like people like the people you mentioned, or like Penguin Zero or Video Game Donkey, they've been around for so long and they've spent so long establishing themselves as variety people that now when something like a new game comes out or a drama on a situation or something comes up, like they somewhat have a monopoly on the space. Not saying that you can't make content like that at all. It is harder though because I think the titans are a bit louder there. Does that make sense? Like not. It's hard to say. I think variety content is just something that's very hard to get into initially because I think like getting somebody to click on a variety video that you make consistently, like in different categories all the time, is hard because like what Brink said earlier is like, getting as a viewer, if you subscribe to someone with a variety of content, you don't really know what you're signing up for. You need to know what you're signing up for. Niche and variety are also not mutually exclusive. Their niche is variety. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So benefits and drawbacks for sure. I don't have the experience as a variety creator. I'm now trying to branch into that, and I do think, at least in my experience so far, it's been significantly easier to grow initially in a niche and then transfer that to variety because I've exposed so many people to how like the style of my content through the niche, and now we can translate that to variety and IRL and all sorts of stuff a lot easier. Because I think we have a lot of things down that I wouldn't have had that knowledge going into. So, yeah, variety's hard, man. Variety's hard. Wallace asked, what is a good video length? As long as it needs to be, I would say. A lot of variety creators don't actually start as variety creators. I mean, like Mr. Beast, for example. He did Call of Duty commentary before becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world. Like, want to get off just a single game, though? Yeah, I think you definitely can. I think you could even have a wider niche of, like, I'm going to play FPS games. I'm going to play, like, these obscure games and mess around with my friends. Oh, yeah, I saw it. It was so funny. Look at the comments, man. Riz asked, would you ever be down to play more games other than Val? I'd love to play some TCG Card Shop Simulator, for example. I'm definitely interested in playing a lot of different games as of recently. So, yeah, I definitely will be playing more games. But I think for me as a creator, just my own thought process here with you guys, I mainly want to do other games. If I do other games, I want there to be a bigger goal or challenge or task to complete. Because I think if I just play, like, I played this game. Keo plays Fortnite today. I can't make a YouTube video out of that. Like, if I were to do something, it needs to have like a bit more of an extra element to it. So, like, for example, like we have a 24 hours of Overwatch stream coming up soon. The whole goal of that is I'm playing for 24 hours. We're gonna see what rank I start in, what rank I end in, and we can build a story off that. So I think having games that have a little bit of direction and goals are helpful. And like maybe TCG Card Shop Simulator could have a goal where it's like, okay, I'm trying to beat this game. I get to the end of this game, and at least we can build a little bit of story off it. But I think just having at least some sort of goal in it is very helpful, at least for me. All right. In terms of supporting somebody who wants to be a content creator, how do you do that? I'm a social media manager for a content creator, but they've not been as successful recently as in the past. I'm not sure how to support them more. Adrian, what do you do exactly as their content creator, their social media manager? Casino Simulator Part 2, dude. I actually might make a full main channel on Casino Simulator because the content was so funny. I might make a main channel video out of that. How's that video even doing on Keel Plus? there's a good chance I make that video. Like, because that video, the story developed itself, you know? By the end of it, it was like, we need to see what the illegal slap betting is. Like, dude, we could do it. Oh, man. Ace, you're still, let's go. Okay, let's try to rapid fire. A little bit of questions. You think it's worth when you just start streaming to stick to one game / ideal, grow community off that ideal, and then branch to other games / ideals? I think it's mainly better to find a niche. It doesn't necessarily have to be one game, but having at least a little bit more of a niche is super important. I think we answered that a little bit, but I've always been interested in content creation, but find it intimidating to start and afraid of accidentally copying other creators or creating boring content while trying to stay unique. How do you find your own style in creating content? I mean, your own style, even if you fully copied somebody else's, is gonna be different than somebody else's. Hit the old Ludwig yoink and twist. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the straight up yoink, but I think the yoink and twist is a big move. So run it up. Did I zone out during my question? Oh, you did. Wait, I can go back to it. I just what you do as a your role of a social media manager. No, you're good. You're good. You asked the question like 40 minutes ago. That's on me. I'm catching up on questions here. Oh man. Mostly, I manage the TikTok. So do you manage the editing, or do you manage the posting, or like how do you actually? What do you do? Like, what is your whole process behind managing that? Editing, I don't have access to posting. I think. I mean, I don't know what content you're editing right now. I think it's hard to answer this question because I don't know exactly what we're talking about. But I think learning to pace videos, especially on TikToks, well, is hard because you need something that's engaging to where when people scroll by, they don't instantly want to leave. Because like if you don't engage somebody within like literally 2 seconds, they're gonna be leaving the video. So I think understanding how to pace it well and space it out to like, because there are points where in a TikTok even you can let a whole clip play for like 30 seconds, but most of the time it's not at the very beginning, and like you need to build up to it and kind of like tell a little bit of. I think let me put it this way: ask yourself from the content you're editing when you watch the TikTok that you've edited back, what as a viewer am I getting out of this? Am I getting humor? Am I getting a cool play? Am I getting a story? Am I getting like what entertainment value is this providing? And I think that'll help because if you look at it from that, I've started to look at like my TikToks from that, and I've scrapped so many because I'm just like, this is content, but it's not very good. Like it just didn't have an actual purpose. Like if that makes sense. So having things with a clearer purpose is helpful. Avis Mahul asked, I want to actually get back into streaming. Should I actually put the effort in to make content outside of Twitch? It's Mahul. Sorry, Avis Mahul. Sorry, didn't understand that. My bad. We got intro that reels the viewers in instead of full openings that are in the playful funny moments. Yeah, definitely could be. I have to see. You can send me the content if you don't share it on Twitch as well. You can send me in DM or something. We can figure it out. I think you could make really good short form, especially with the variety of games you play. I think you can make really good short form on either TikTok or YouTube Reels or something. Yeah, make stream content. No, I got what your questions. I think you shouldn't make long form because I think that's just not probably worth the effort and time in comparison to your other projects of like Nativity and obviously all the channels you're working on with me. Zillion's TikTok. Okay, I'll check it out. I haven't seen a lot of stuff recently. I think you should just do some short form. I think you should do short form when you feel like you have good short form that you can do. In the same way of answering Andrew's question of like what content does this what does this provide? You know, because you play a lot of really weird games and really interesting games. Like, for example, that one game you played is like one of the most prominent streams in my head that you've done. Was that one game with the pictures? It was just such an interesting the picture where like you take the picture and you do that or whatever, the Polaroid one. I don't even know what it is, but that stream had me hooked in for a bit, and I watched all your short form on it as well. Playing games like that and doing a little bit of production on the clips of it could be really cool. Of just like, hey, this is the trippiest game I've ever played. This is like one of the most creative games I've ever played. And just like, doesn't have to be crazy intro or anything, like display or voiceover or anything. I think I could find a lot of success really in the puzzle games is my main thing. I think there's a big audience of people that get reeled in on that if you could find like, and I think short form is the best. Because then if people want to check it out, they can watch you do the whole thing. But I don't think somebody's going to want to sit through like a YouTube video watching through the whole puzzle thing. Because then they probably just want to play the game, you know, themselves versus watch a whole YouTube. But they probably want to watch a stream, is my thought. So I actually think that would actually be the most ideal for like short form to stream content flow. I think if you had like good pacing on a TikTok or Reels or something, they could do well. Yeah, exactly. There are already the guys that post the 3-hour playthrough videos. Yeah, and maybe you could do that too. It might, you know, there's always room for more of those. But yeah, I think having that kind of stuff could be really cool. And it wouldn't be that much more work after you're done streaming to like make one TikTok of the game, or even none if you're like, oh, this game wasn't that interesting or hard to like explain well. You could just be like, oh, okay, this one was really cool visually and looks sick. Let's like abuse that from like, cause thinking about like if you did the very intro of a TikTok of like pure gameplay from that Polaroid game of like a clip of you like taking a picture, cut it to where you like place it there, and then you walk into it like sideways or whatever, and did a little voiceover of like, this is the trippiest game I've ever played, you know, like, and then cutting the actual content of the game and maybe explaining it or something. That would be sick. I think that content would do really well. Alright, Zeus asked, I started streaming a lot more consistently lately, but I feel like my views are tied to one game. When I switch to another game, I just can't grow. What should I do? Do you post content elsewhere? Because I think, I had the same thing for a long time. When I played Overwatch mainly and I switched to Fortnite, I lost a bunch of viewers. When I switched from Fortnite to Valorant, I lost a bunch of viewers. People are used to the same thing that they're normally used to. So if you want to transition into other games, the best way to do it is to do it slowly. So if you have a current audience on Twitch, you want to maintain that and bring people into other stuff, do it slowly. Don't, if your game is Valorant and you want to start playing Fortnite, for example, do a 2-hour stream, you start with Valorant, and then you say, hey guys, I'm gonna switch over to a different game. And bring those people along and give them a reason to stay and hang out with you. Versus, I've seen some crazy decisions from content creators where they burn out of the game that they've been playing, and they're like, I'm never playing this game ever again. I've seen people go from thousands of viewers to 15 over the years, over like the course of like 6 months to a year. I've seen people go from like literal thousands of viewers because they're just like, I'm done, I don't want to play this game anymore. Switch to a completely different game, and then instant drop off. And so sometimes that can work really well though. If like for example, Jonas, I think his pivot is good because he was getting burnt out of Valorant. Really likes Deadlock. Deadlock's a new game. There's a lot of viewership there. Like, but just switching and then not having like a content plan is a problem. So like, if you switch from Valorant to another game or something like that, have a plan. Don't just go, I'm now playing this game. Have a plan of like, okay, we're gonna grind ranked at least, you know, or something like this, or get up to this. Ugh. All right. Okay, so I'm still here. All right, I'm gonna start like rapid firing these questions. I have a lot still to go through. I'm gonna try to go fast. I don't want to give as much information as possible. But we've been here for like an hour and a half, so. All right. Goodness. All right. Been working as an editor for over 2 years now, and I've been pretty consistent with it, constantly evolving the way I'm editing. But it seems like no matter what I do with the progress is incredibly slow. I know we need to upload shorts more often. Other than that, I don't know what to do. It seems like our average view duration is always around 20-30%, and even after 2 years of uploading, we're still at only 1,000 out of 4,000 watch time hours. Valorant always does the best. Variety games always flop. Any advice? That's a hard one. I feel like. Oh, that's. I need a second thing, but can you give me a video? Can you send me a link to a video that I can watch or something on your channel? If you're down, if you're not allowed to. If you're not allowed to share who you're editing for or anything, that's totally fine. I don't want to just like rip the person you're creating content for anyone or anything for like the content or anything. Because this, I'm gonna be honest, from the information I have, it doesn't sound too much like an editing problem. It could be slightly in certain areas, but I think most of the responsibility for that is on the creator for the most part. Because I think. Okay, let me see this. Spring break. Let's see. First off, thumbnails I just don't think are. I don't click on thumbnails like these for the most part, and I think probably a lot of people don't.
We
Thumbnails
got
definitely can be useful for
eyes.
sure. Let me
Let's
just click
go.
on the most recent video.
Shut up, Alec. You're only mad because you're standing. Oh! Oh! No, I've always been mad, so I'm never.
Okay, so right off rip, I have a lot of comments. I think, unless this was like the intro and there's, oh no, it goes to this. It goes to this screen. Hold up. I would be very, very blunt, and again, I don't mean this to be hurtful. I don't mean this to be mean. Again, take this with a grain of salt because I don't want to just come across as a total meaty dude. No one cares. Valorant funny moments, no one cares. Unless you're already an established creator and we care about your opinion, you have credibility established. Valorant funny moments from a random person, unless they're really funny, unless you're like naturally a comic, and you have like Cheap Pickle. I'll watch his Valorant funny moments because the way that he socially interacts with people is so funny, and that is like hilarious content. But that's such an outlier in this case. Again, I don't mean this to be mean or anything.
You want to do 5 delicious?
You can. So here's the thing. With that, the content itself isn't bad, but throwing a viewer into this is bad. Because if you just throw somebody into something that they don't know why they're clicking on the video, like if I clicked on this video, the first one that it was of like the most embarrassing way to go in Valorant, and I just got thrown 30 seconds of random clips, Valorant funny moments, and then a bunch of just clips and stuff, right? Why did I click on the video? Did I click on the video expecting Valorant funny moments? No, I didn't. And I clicked on the video because it looked like it was, you know, we're gonna like lose on Abyss or fall off on Abyss or something. And I don't know if that was even in the first 30 seconds. It might have been right after the next clip, but even then, yeah, no, it's not even in the first 30 seconds. But anyway, here's the thing though. Actual content isn't bad. The actual content of the funny moments isn't bad, but you need a story. A story that drives the video is incredibly imperative to success in this way. I actually tried playing the following clip alone as the intro, but he told me to change it. That was a poor decision on his part. But because you have to give payoff to the thumbnail title. But even then, I think the thumbnail title could use work. But if you look around at all the other Valorant creators that are posting content, who is posting just stream highlights? And what you can do is you can take the exact same thing that he's doing and make almost the same video, but pitch it in a way that it's, because if you break down my videos, I have a secret to tell you guys, and I'm so sorry to break the fourth wall for you. My videos are just stream highlights. They are. Most of my videos are straight up stream highlights. They're stream highlights with a story. I have captured an intro and have a vision throughout the video that I'm trying to complete a goal and do something. But at the end of the day, if you take off the intro and you take off that, it is mainly stream highlights. So if you pitch it right and tell a good story with it, you can do stream highlight content. It's just about pitching it the right way and telling a story through it. Fraud, bro. I know, mind blown. I know. So the content itself isn't bad, but you need a story. You need something that is driving the video and has payoff for the viewer when they click on the video. Make sense? We should start commissioning thumbnail art instead of Photoshop for them, so hoping those work better. Yeah, I think though that probably won't help very much. I'm gonna be so honest, because as soon as I clicked off on the video, I watched for about 3 seconds and I was like, okay, I don't know what this is gonna be, and this isn't paying off from the thumbnail that I just clicked on, so I'm gonna click off. So, and that's just a real, like, you have to be very real and be understanding of like, okay, like, people might click off within 3 seconds or 10 seconds of a video and not give it that much of a chance. So you need to draw them in. You need a hook, a story that is giving people reasons to continue watching. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. I hope that wasn't too. That definitely like is. Yeah, I don't think it's totally on you though, because it's not on you as the editor to make that story. It's definitely on the creator to make that story. Like Aves will write me a script here and there when I'm really slammed, but for the most part, I write almost everything. And even when Aves writes something and sends it over to me, I don't just read off a script. I like alter it, put in my own words, and then make it like the way that I want it to be, you know? Because then it's like genuine, you know? He scripts his strings fully. He's lying. Line. Can you stop sending the? Okay. I'm gonna skip that question. I'm gonna go to more specific ones. I'm gonna go more specific questions. Okay, I'm gonna go down and just be very picky on these questions here, and then roll it. Do you think it's harder to become popular if you don't show your face in streaming or posting content? Not really. I mean, it can be a gimmick for you, or it cannot be. I don't think it changes too much. Curry asked, how do you stay consistent and want to do it when most of the time you don't know when will be there? I think using that as motivation instead of something that takes away from like your mental is super helpful. Instead of looking at it from the aspect of like, oh man, no one's here. This sucks. Why am I doing this? I'm looking at it from the glass half full of that of like, okay, no one's here, but like, what can I learn from this, and how can I grow? How can I make it so that more people are here the next time? You know? So did you watch new IDAT videos? New IDAT video? I did not. All right, let's see if there's any good last questions in the last like 10 minutes. We'll see. All right, the Hyperactive asks, how do you network towards big esports orgs compared to semi-pro orgs? I ask, as I've been trying to apply to C9, 100T, and the names of same level, and I can't find people to network with or getting that conversation going. By the way, this is all for esports. You commented on the tweet, right? Are you still here? Yeah, did you commented on the tweet earlier, right? Let me see. So, what do you do? Do you make content, or are you trying to, like, what are you trying to do? Because in terms of like networking with esports organizations, realistically, there isn't much. I'm a freelance caster for esports, but want to work full-time at esports as partnership or marketing or management. Okay, I'm gonna be very, very real. You are not going to start working for an esports organization at the level of like C9, 100T or anything like that. If you want to get into that, you need to kind of work your way into it. Probably working for very little wage to maybe even free if you want to get your foot in the door there. Because realistically, there's no one that's gonna hire somebody that doesn't have any experience. And like, if you want to do that, if that's truly what you want to do, you probably won't make money on doing that for a while. Jobs in esports are incredibly scarce and incredibly competitive, and there are probably hundreds of people with more experience. And like, I'm sorry, that is the way it is. There are a lot of people that want to work in esports. I have 1 year partnership, 7 years of sales, and 1 year head of content. How much of this is in esports though? Because esports organizations don't really care for traditional marketing experience. So like, if you have 7 years of sales and marketing experience, like, it's good on the resume, but it doesn't help too much. So I feel like, well, who have you worked with in these things? I'm not just trying to tear you down, maybe you are super qualified for this. But I'm looking. I'm not in the communities. I'm like, I pull up your player. I'm not in the communities of either COD F1 or CS2 really too much. So the overlap between what you're known for and do versus like and what you've done is not with my circles. Yeah, I mean, I think realistically, I mean, if you get the connection to apply for a job at one of those esports organizations, maybe you have the experience to do it. I don't really have the answer for you honestly on that, because you're not really in the circles that I'm in, so I don't know the credibility of your previous experience to say, oh wow, that's awesome experience. To me, I don't know how, like, if that was like lower league or like semi-pro or what. I don't know the difference. I don't know what the qualification criteria would be for that. Maybe you can, but it's like, if I can walk into a company, would you recommend doing that? Probably not. I think if you were going to try to get connections, I would go to events that they're hosting, that they're openly hosting, saying like, okay, we have this 100T event, show up, do this. We have this event for this esports organization, show up, and talk to the staff there and talk to the people that are on the organization. That would probably be the best way to get your foot in the door without it being like an overstepping of anything. And don't go there with just the reason of that, but go there with the reason to hang out and like, have a good time and network with other people there too. Maybe you'll meet other people there as well. So, yeah, that's a hard question to answer. Maybe you are super qualified in that. I don't know. But esports is incredibly tough to find full-time work in, especially in like, yeah, all that stuff. So, okay. All right. I think it's gonna be the last question here as we wrap up this streaming office hours. It's been like a good hour 40 of answering questions, so I hope you guys have learned some stuff and I've been able to help in any sort of marginal way. Vampirically Spooky asked, apologies if this was asked already, but what would you recommend for someone barely starting out for content? I've heard TikTok is good to gain following, but I'm not sure what else I can do. I would like to stream and do a variety of content. I want to start out kind of slow to pace myself. I think it's very smart. Starting out slow is very important. Setting achievable goals is the biggest thing that you can do to help stay consistent. So if you're truly starting out, just go live on Twitch, try it out, record, stream, do whatever, hang out. You'll probably have 0 people watching. That's okay. And have a good time. And after you're done with your first stream, watch it back a little bit. See what direction that takes you, and from there, yeah, maybe start making a TikTok, but set a goal for yourself of streaming maybe like once a week to start out. And if you're feeling like you want to do more, but every time you set a goal, have it be a goal you know you can crush. I think that's really important for your psychology and your mental health, and just the ability to be able to do something well is learning it slowly versus trying to take off big chunks of things at a time. So, yeah. So, I hope that's helpful. I hope that helped. And, yeah, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And I think with that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out in chat and asking all these questions. I hope I was able to answer your questions. Type 1 in chat if you enjoyed the streaming office hours. And, we have to do some more stuff like this, but I hope you guys had a good time.
A few months ago, I got hit with that itch. You know, that itch to start my umpteenth coding side project. Now, usually the way it goes is I get motivated to start a side project. I work on it for about a week, just to inevitably abandon it, never seeing the light of day. But this time felt different. I felt much more determined that I would see this project out from start to finish and actually deploy a fully functioning piece of software. So I sat down at my desk, opened up my IDE, my terminal, I got my coding playlist ready, and then nothing. I have this desire to code, to build something completely from the ground up. There is one issue though.
I have no clue what I want to build.
I spent the last year learning a brand new technology and improving my coding skills. And all I want to do is put that knowledge to the test with a brand new project. I just can't figure out what I want to build. So naturally, I stewed on it for a couple of weeks. Until one day, I was doing a workout, and in between sets, I was tracking my workouts through this app that I downloaded a long time ago before I got this notification. The subscription to this fitness tracking app that I was using was expiring soon, and I thought to myself, why should I continue paying $5 a month for this when I can just build it myself? And just like that, I had my idea to build a fitness tracking app. Now, do a million of these already exist? Absolutely. Do I care? Not at all. And that's because the point isn't to build something original. The point is to just build something that I can really sink my teeth into, and something that will satisfy that coding itch. So with the idea in mind, I got to work. A macro tracking app and a workout tracking app all baked into one. I'll call it State of Health. It took me over 150 hours to code, and in this video, I'll take you through exactly how I went from a blank TS file to a fully functioning deployed project. So let's get started. Now, when building any large app, you need a plan. So I got to writing the problem that this software is solving, the tech stack necessary to make this software come to life, and then finally the feature set outline. A macro tracking screen, a workout tracking screen, and then an authentication screen. I outlined each major screen of the application and all the sub-features on each of these screens. Now, the reason why I documented each screen and feature like this was, one, to give me a better understanding of how the application will function, but two, and most importantly, I needed to give this idea to a UI designer. Sure, I could have spent a couple of days creating a mediocre UI, but the reality is I would much rather focus all my energy on actual coding. So I went to Fiverr, found a designer, sent over the requirements, paid around $200, and within 24 hours, we had the designs and all the assets necessary for this application. And not gonna lie, they were better than anything that I could have made myself. Now, the final UI won't look exactly like this. However, this gave me the overall look and feel for the project and a solid foundation to work with. With the UI designs in hand, I started to task out my work. I decided on the minimum features needed for me to have a functioning project that I would be comfortable enough to deploy to the public, and I then used Jira to write down each feature and task that I had to do for the project and chunk out my work into actionable tickets. The plan was really coming together, and I was almost ready to start coding, but there was one more really important thing that I needed to do. I needed to build a website. So even though this is a mobile application, I need a website for one crucial reason: a privacy policy. If I want any chance of my application making it through Apple's tedious review process, I'll need a privacy policy hosted on a valid website for it to be in compliance with Apple's terms of service. And aside from that, I think a nice landing page for this project would give it a very professional look and sort of add another level of legitimacy to the overall project. A URL that I could give out to potential employers or potential clients for them to easily get an idea of what the application does and what I'm capable of creating. Now, to make this process 10 times easier so I could solely focus on coding the mobile app, I decided to use WordPress, which is a no-code content management system, to help me put this website together. And by using Hostinger, who is the sponsor of today's video, you're able to do this for extremely cheap. You can use my link, hostinger.com/Kenny, sign up for a limited time deal. Now, once you're at the Hostinger website, you're going to want to choose your plan, and this is where Hostinger really stands out. Because they offer longer-term web hosting packages, they have insanely low pricing, which is honestly cheaper than any other hosting websites, while still being very high quality. I've used platforms like GoDaddy in the past, where I'm paying double, if not triple, for the same exact resources. For a simple website that is perfect for everything you need for a portfolio project, or in this case, an app landing page, you're only paying $2.99 for 4 years, with an additional 2 months free. If you need more resources or you're hosting more content, maybe in the form of large assets such as videos, you could upgrade to the business package right here for literally only $1 extra a month. And this is the package that I am using. It might even be worth getting this package from the get-go, just because of how cheap it is, just in case you plan on doing anything extra with your website later down the road. Now, if these prices weren't cheap enough, after choosing your plan, you can scroll down to the bottom of the webpage and enter coupon code Kenny for an additional 20% off. And once you sign up with Hostinger, you'll be taken to this dashboard where we're able to set up our WordPress website. So we'll do that by going through the various prompts, setting up our WordPress admin account, selecting the type of website we want to build. From here, we can select a pre-built WordPress template, and I would recommend doing this if you haven't built anything with WordPress in the past, because this will give you a very solid foundation to work with. However, I'm just going to create a blank website because I will be using a custom WordPress template of my own. I'll go through some of these additional prompts. I'll claim my free domain through Hostinger. After that, I'll fill out this personal contact info. From there, I'll hit continue, and then I'll simply let Hostinger install the WordPress instance. And it's really that simple. In a matter of 2 minutes, I was able to install WordPress and hook up my domain. Now, with WordPress installed and my website hosted, I designed the landing page using the WordPress UI tool, and then added a privacy policy. With the privacy policy live and the landing page completed, I could finally get to the fun stuff, actually coding the mobile app. Because I want this application to be cross-platform for Android and iOS, it makes the most sense to build this application using React Native. I set up the React Native project using a tool called Expo, which will make the deployment of this project way easier down the line. I added some linting rules, I installed some helpful libraries, I set up the folder structure for the project, and then I got to code it. It started by getting the root navigation set up by adding a nav bar with 3 placeholder screens for macro tracking, workout tracking, and an account screen. From there, I started to focus on the first major feature of the app, which was the daily macro tracking feature. I created the initial screen where users could add individual meals like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I created the functionality to allow users to add food items to each meal by either creating their own food item or by selecting one from a pre-populated list. So I had the base UI and the flow set up for the macro tracking screen. However, there was one important thing missing: storage. For this app to serve any purpose, data needs to be persisted through some sort of storage. So using a library called async storage and Redux, I was able to write some code to save this data locally to device storage. So now when I close the app and reopen it, that data is indefinitely being persisted. However, this data is only being stored locally at the moment and not remotely. However, that's something that we'll get to later on. After setting up the storage, I added functionality like swipe to delete and toast notifications to help guide the user through the various processes of the app. Created this daily macro tracking pie graph module. Added a way to set daily calorie targets. Added functionality to track different days. So if I were to open this app tomorrow, I'd start with a completely fresh slate. Added a way to view your previous day's logs, and then finally added a bar graph to visualize your weekly progress. The macro tracking portion of the app was really coming together, and I was super stoked with the progress made. However, I still didn't feel like it was good enough. See, in its current state, state the only way users would be able to add food to their log would be by creating it manually, which would require them to know all the macros of the food that they were trying to track, or by selecting from a pre-constructed list that I made consisting only of a handful of items. And not gonna lie, both of these options kind of suck. I thought it would be so much easier if a user could simply search for any food item that they wanted and added it to their daily log, which brings me to my first large technical challenge that I faced when building this app. I needed an API that I could hit to query for any food item that I wanted, meaning that if I had a banana for breakfast, I could simply search for a banana and then boom, add it to my log. So there were a few ways that I could go about this. One, I could create my own remote database and somehow manually fill it with hundreds of thousands of food records and then create my own API to query that database. Or two, I could just find an API that already does this. So in the spirit of saving time, I started looking for APIs that I could hit that have access to a large database of food. And I quickly became discouraged when I realized that the first few APIs that I found would cost me a good chunk of change. But after some digging, I found a completely free API that I could use from the one and only US government. There's this API from the USDA that contains hundreds of thousands of branded food records and general nutrition facts for fruits, vegetables, and poultry. And as it turns out, it's completely free. Matter of fact, with an API key, my app is able to make 1,000 requests per hour per IP address, meaning for every user using my app, they would be able to do 1,000 searches every single hour. So I generated the API key, hooked it up into my app, and then I coded the search functionality. And just like that, users are now able to search for generic produce items like fruits, vegetables, and meats, alongside hundreds of thousands of food items from various different companies, like this Amy's Pad Thai dish. And now that I was integrated with this API, I felt like this macro tracking feature was in a really good state. I thought it was time to move on to the next big feature of the application, which was the daily workout tracking. Now, because I was creating reusable UI components when making the macro tracking feature, the workout tracking feature was a breeze. And here's the gist of how that functions. So each day, you're able to add new exercises to your daily log. You can add exercises to your daily log by selecting this Add Exercises button here, which will allow you to select from a template of exercises or individual exercises. Now, these exercises are pre-populated, but can be created by using this Create Exercise button right here. So if today was chest day at the gym, I could select bench press, and then this exercise would be added to my daily log. I can add an indefinite amount of sets using this Sets button. I'd simply track each set of an exercise by typing the weight, the amount of reps that I did, and then clicking this checkbox to finish the set. And if I wanted to add another chest exercise to my daily log, I could simply search for chest exercises like this and add another one like so. I also coded some functionality to view a log of previously recorded workouts, and then I finally added another bar graph to indicate how many exercises that you've done over the past handful of weeks. It felt like the app was really coming together. And at this point, I was about 100 hours deep into the project, and I was extremely happy with the progress that was being made. However, there was one last major feature to add, and that is user authentication. User authentication would allow me to associate macros and workout logs to individual accounts and store that data on some sort of web server. Now, to make this extremely easy, I decided to use Firebase for account management and account creation. Not only is Firebase dead simple to work with, it also gives me access to an entire backend suite of error tracking, analytics, and database storage. So I created my Firebase project, coded up the registration UI, and then hooked up user authentication. So now that users were able to create an account, I added a couple more things to this account screen, such as user targets to allow users to change their target workouts per week. I also added user stats, and then a couple of account functions, such as account deletion and a place for the privacy policy. And remember, the privacy policy is necessary to push the app to the Apple App Store. And now that the account screen was hooked up and account creation was completed, there was one final thing that I needed to do to mark this app as ready for release. I needed to code some functionality to sync user data to my Firebase database. So if someone ever deleted their app or downloaded it on a new device, they would have access to all of their previous records. And there are a couple ways that I could go about this. One, every time a logged in user performs an action, I could sync their data to, the web server. However, this could lead to the user doing hundreds of writes every day, which would just make my Firebase bill very expensive. And because I want to keep my costs as minimal as possible, I decided on a solution to sync user data once every 24 hours. So I spent a few days coding up this solution, and before I knew it, the app was finally ready for release. Over 1.5 months of coding just to save $5 a month on fitness tracking app. And the absolute last thing that I needed to do was deploy this app on the App Store. Now this process usually sucks, but because I'm using Expo, this was very straightforward. I read through some boring documentation, I set up my Expo build server, purchased an Apple developer account, added in some details for my app, and then submitted my build to the Apple App Store. And after 24 hours, I received the green light to deploy this app. I hit the button, and there it was, live on the Apple App Store. And after a very long process, I had finally completed this side project from start to finish, from idea to deployment. Now this app is currently, as of making this video, live on the App Store for download. However, there's a good chance that in the next few months, I take it off the App Store so I don't have to keep paying for my developer account subscription. However, the code lives free indefinitely on my GitHub, where you can download it and play around with it and, use it for yourself. So check out the link in the description for the GitHub project and the source code. Now, while it seems like I coded this project without any headache, I promise you it wasn't as easy as I just made it seem. And there were a ton of nights where I was stuck on some weird bug or some weird functionality for hours. And honestly, times where I completely wanted to give up. And I mean, I fully expected this project to get 0 users. But to be honest, it was never about the users or making money. It was about accomplishing a personal goal to actually build something from start to finish and deploy it to the public. And I hope this video inspires you to do exactly that. To take that idea in your head and actually build that project out from start to finish and see it all the way through. Anyways, thank you all for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
सरी मम्मी मैले कोही पनि पटक angry about what's happening here, but it's not what you expect. You see, yesterday a video of German police chasing an 11-year-old boy went mega viral, and people online started falsely claiming that they arrested the boy simply for carrying a Palestinian flag. Now, with shocking claims like that, it understandably made a lot of people very angry. But if people just waited a second for more context, the police issued a statement saying that they never even arrested the boy. They said that they were made aware of an 11-year-old kid that had attended multiple of these demonstrations without an escort, and crimes had been committed at them. For these reasons, they said that they took the boy into custody for his own protection. His father was notified and he was picked up around 90 minutes later. He was never arrested like people claimed. Rather, it was just a perfect opportunity for them to capitalize on a sensitive subject, all for engagement farming on Twitter. People
सरी मम्मी मैले कोही पनि पटाउन सकिनँ अब सबै हजुरकै जिम्मामा सरी
Sorry.
Who is watching my stream? टु वाचिङ भनिरहेछ च्याटमा कोही छैन इधर मेरो च्याट बग भएर कसैले च्याट लेखेछ मैले इग्नोर गरेर बसेछु च्याटै छैन नो टाइम कतिखेर भयो च्यानल एक्टिभ थियो टाइम पनि हेर्नु मिल्दैन यार माथि टाइम हेर्नु मिल्दैन एनिवे या फर्स्ट टाइम बढ्या 1 भ्युअर मिनिमम छ 3 कन्करेन्ट भ्युअर छ च्याट कसैले गर्दैन को हेर्दैछ कसैले बट लगायो क्या मेरो च्यानलमा यार कन्करेन्ट भ्युअर मात्रै बढ्छ के भन्ने यार हैट च्याट चाहिँ कसैको छैन के हो भन्ने के हो हैट
I was going through my old rambles, and two stood out to me as quite interesting. This video doesn't have many views, so I suspect most people don't know the origin of how my ramble series came to be. I wasn't even playing GT. Me in 2017 first thinking of making a
केटाहरू
ramble series.
सुतिसके
I
अनि
sometimes think I
केटाहरूले
should,
हेरेनन्
I should
भिडियो
take some of
हेरि
the,
चाहिँ को
the
रहेछ
clips of me ranting or whatever, like from the beginning of the stream today.
and people
I should
चाहिँ
make videos
भिडियोमा
for it, much
भ्युज
like
पाउन
that.
गाह्रो छ
That was it.
what the
That was
fuck
the
bro
thought, and so
तीनजना
I
हेरिरहेछ
created the
but no
originally I think it was called
Pikachu
Rambling
no
series, then it became
chatting
like Speedrun Rambling
No
series, then it
Pikachu
became Speedrun
chatting.
Rambles, then it became Viper Rambles, evolving over time as I expanded the amount of things I talk about. I just found that kind of interesting. So long ago. The memories. That was like after stream me to make some rambles. Yeah. I was depressed. I was just less talkative back then. I was a lot smaller streamer. Yeah, I got 100 subscribers and stuff. I was speedrunning Dark Souls 3 for fuck's sake. Probably because I had all the world records in GT5 speedrunning at this point. Yeah, this is during 2017, so my peak was 2017, 2019 in GT5 speedrunning. And that's why I played some other games during this time. I was just too good. People couldn't compete. There wasn't that many people trying to compete, really. It was just a lot smaller back then. This old ramble 2 I found kind of interesting because it became a lot more relevant to my life a couple of months ago. The one place on Earth that I want to travel to.
Have you ever considered moving to LA to practice Red Cell?
Practice Red Cell in my life. If I were to travel somewhere, I'd do that. As in, I would go to the actual place where GTA is. I wonder how much tourism that place gets, specifically because it mirrors the game. Are there any countries you'd like to visit in the future? I've realized the only place I would like to visit is the real-life area that was the basis for GTA 5. Because I can make good content out of that. So I guess LA. Other than that, why would I ever leave my country? There's tons of places in my country that I haven't been to that are quite lovely. And I did it! So many years later, so that's like, what 3-4 years later, whatever. I did make some good content. And it was the very first place that I went when I left Australia. I'm living out all my dreams of the past, chat, without even realizing it. And it's funny because I still have not edited all the footage from being in LA and Miami and stuff. I released a recap, which included some footage, and TG released his video where he showed off some of the landmarks and stuff. But I streamed for like 10 hours and stuff and took pictures in a lot of different other places and stuff. That could all be cut down, but it's the kind of thing that I need to do myself, and I've got so many other things that I need to edit. Who knows when I'm gonna get to it, if ever. Hopefully. Hopefully. Stop! Now that I have your attention, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. I wish you all the best.
Fine. 2-3 more. Let's go.
The cheek-to-cheek smile combined with the empty, soulless eyes, the attention to detail, the perfect hair, the perfect jawline.
This is David Pokhara. He's 22 years old, has shoulder-length blonde hair, and studies computer science. His online names are Xenon and Xenomega. He's part of the Xbox community, tweaking consoles and creating cheats for games like Halo and Call of Duty. Right now, he has an annoying problem. The bumper of his car is broken, and the dealer refuses to ship the parts to Canada. So he asks his friend Justin, who lives in the US, if he can order the new bumper to his house. They met each other years ago on the internet. Justin lives in Wilmington, about an 8-hour drive away. David's plan is to drive there, get the bumper, maybe grab something to eat together, and head back home. His dad offers to tag along so they can take turns driving. They take the family car. About an hour later, David and his dad get to the border. The US border officer checks their passports. He's about to wave them through when he sees a strange name on his display. What's Xenon? The officer asks. David flinches. That's his online name. But why on earth does it pop up here at the passport control? Two figures in dark uniforms approach the vehicle. They pull their weapons and tell him to step out of the car. David gets arrested. He walked right into a trap. The thing is, David may have done more than tweaking consoles and coding cheats. The FBI has been after him for years. He's part of a hacker gang that will become known as the Xbox Underground. They are responsible for an unprecedented series of cyber attacks on some of the biggest tech firms on the planet. They stole thousands of login credentials, heisted the source code of unpublished games, and hacked into confidential US military simulations. They didn't do it on behalf of some government agency. Sometimes they didn't even make money with it. They were just a bunch of teenagers. This entire story is based on the fabulous Wired article and a double episode of the highly recommendable podcast, Darknet Diaries. You'll find the links in the description. David was always destined to become a hacker. He's still in elementary school when he builds his own little web browser. He simply teaches himself how to code. In 2001, David's world and that of countless other kids changes forever. The OG Xbox is released.
For the first time, let me now unveil Xbox.
Back then, the Xbox marks a technological milestone. A bunch of high-end hardware packed into a massive black casing. The black and green dashboard and the ridiculously oversized controller kind of give off nuclear reactor vibes. It's a completely new aesthetic at the time. David gets one and hopelessly falls in love with Halo. But he's not just a passionate gamer. He's fascinated by the Xbox's tech. He becomes part of the fast-growing online community of like-minded nerds. They crack their consoles and get their own software running. They stream music, install Linux, and even manage to boot up Nintendo games. David is extremely talented and quickly gains credit in the scene. He starts writing programs for Halo that let you tweak the physics or even the weather in the game. Then, in 2005, the Xbox 360 drops and changes everything. Again. Microsoft learned from its mistakes and bolstered the console security. To hack the new Xbox, you need a development kit. That's a special console with extra features just for developers. These dev kits are incredibly hard to get. Developers need to be verified by Microsoft to have one. For everyone else, they're strictly off limits. It takes a while, but eventually a few dev kits start popping up online. Someone has found thousands of them at a recycling yard. Microsoft must have tried to trash them, but now someone is making money by selling them. In 2008, David acquires several of these dev kits for himself and resells a few. This is how he meets Justin May, his buddy from Wilmington. Online, Justin goes by MTW. The dev kit gives David access to PartnerNet, a closed platform where Xbox developers upload test versions of their games. He spends his night scouring PartnerNet, posting screenshots of unreleased games, and making a name for himself in online forums. He starts showing up late to school. His grades are slipping. But he thinks, what if this is my ticket to a career in game development? In 2010, David catches the attention of a guy named Dylan Wheeler. Dylan is 14 and lives in Perth, Australia. He has long brown hair and is in the middle of puberty. He loves a good thrill and got into hacking early on. In high school, Dylan got suspended for hacking into the school's network. But he doesn't like to be told what to do, so he hacked the network again and got suspended again. He's fascinated by what David and others are doing with the Xbox and wants in on the action, so he signs up to the Xbox hacking forum. His online moniker is Superday. That same year, 2010, another Xbox 360 dev kit ends up in the hands of Sanad Nishiwa. Sanad is 24, lives in Washington, New Jersey, and is a true tech enthusiast. He started gaming by 8. By 12, he was taking apart entire consoles. His room is packed with electronics. His desk is covered by soldering iron, an oscilloscope, and all sorts of electronic parts. He dives into the Xbox scene and calls himself Sonic. It's an incredibly exciting time for David, Justin, Dylan, Sanad, and many others. PartnerNet is an absolute goldmine. They get to play new games months before their release, completely free of charge. But at some point, they start getting into trouble with real developers on the platform. In 2009, David finds a way to use cheats for the brand new Call of Duty game. He sets up a server and charges users for using his cheats. $100 per 30 minutes. Players can walk through walls and fire without ever missing a shot. The cheat business is a huge success. David quickly makes up to $8,000 a day. He takes his girlfriend to fancy restaurants and stays in luxury hotels. Activision, the developer behind Call of Duty, catches wind of David's scheme. They send him cease and desist letters and threaten to sue. But David doesn't respond. They're just video games, he thinks. It's not like he's hacking into servers and stealing information. Well, not yet. The Xbox Underground story is so insane, it would definitely deserve its own website. You know who also deserves their own website? You. A portfolio site is a great way to present yourself and your skills. There are many tools to accomplish just that, but none quite like Udu's website builder. Start by setting up the structure of your site, add pages and features, choose your color palette, and pick your theme. Then simply drag and drop blocks to add content, like your recent work. You can customize each block, add images, animations, etc. No need to worry about text either. Udu has integrated ChatGPT to assist you with any copywriting. It really couldn't be easier, and everything looks polished and works like a charm. You also get a custom domain free for the first year, along with unlimited hosting and support. And Udu is so much more, an all-in-one management platform that helps you manage all your business needs under one roof. So when your business grows, Udu's got tons of apps to help, like CRM, sales, and marketing. Check out Udu at fern.deal/Udu and start building your own website for free. One night, Dylan gets a message from an online friend named GamerFreak1727. It contains a list of usernames and matching email addresses and passwords, all taken from a forum run by game developer Epic Games. At the time, Epic is mostly known for Unreal Tournament and Gears of War. Dylan checks the list and finds the login credentials of an IT employee at Epic Games. He wonders if that person uses the same password on other sites. He tries to log into the employee's Gmail account, and it works. He comes to the inbox and finds another password, admin060606. It gives him access to an internal network at Epic Games. Dylan sends David a message to tell him about his find. David is hooked. One of the servers are hosting unreleased games. He knows that what they're doing is illegal, so he sets himself some limits. No looking at customer data or credit card information. He's only interested in the games. David and Dylan spend months rummaging through the Epic servers on the hunt for anything interesting. And sure enough, they eventually find something, an early build of Gears of War 3, complete with source code. They can't believe their luck. They're on the verge of playing one of the most anticipated games of the year, months before anyone else. They message Sanad to let him in on the discovery. He has a hack modem at home that lets him cover up his IP address, so he can download the game without getting caught. Sanad logs into Epic's network and grabs the files. It's hundreds of gigabytes of data. He stays up all night until the download finally completes. He's too excited to go to sleep. He burns the data onto 8 Blu-rays and mails them to David. He writes the word wedding videos on the package. David receives the package and tries the game. The build is still pretty raw. A lot of the textures are missing. It's not really playable at this stage. David sends the game to the others, including Justin. Just a few days later, the game appears online as a public download. The leak makes headlines everywhere.
Last week, Gears of War 3 was leaked on the web. Gears developer Epic Games confirmed that this is not the final build of the game and warns people that downloading the title may actually melt your system. Not sure if that's true, but scare tactics aside, don't pirate. Pirating sucks.
The guys are still snooping around the Epic Games network when they stumble upon a very unsettling email. Epic Games has called the FBI because of the leak, but it seems the feds are not onto them yet. David is freaking out. He asks Justin to help him crypt his hard drives. Sanad decides to lay low and wait for things to calm down. Dylan, however, doesn't care about the FBI. He keeps logging into the servers, while the feds are actively scanning them to find the hackers. His ballsiness pays off. Dylan finds a USB drive connected to the network, and on that drive he finds a list of all the company's important access credentials. Dylan now has full access to Epic's network. From that point on, he logs into the network every single day. He runs around the PCs of Epic employees and pats their webcams. He sits at his computer in Australia and watches them in real time while they move around the office or sit in meetings. He mostly exploits human errors. He searches data breaches for login credentials and then tries them on other sites. Eventually, he manages to also hack into the network of other companies. Dylan is on a serious hacking spree. David and Sanad find out what he's doing and jump back in. They just can't resist. One by one, they hack the networks of tech giants like Microsoft, EA, Bungie, Blizzard, Valve, and Activision. They keep digging deeper and deeper, downloading more and more unreleased games. It's like a fever dream. The guys have been hacking their way through the gaming industry for almost a year now. From time to time, they're also making money off of it. David starts selling the jacked and unreleased games to a user called Xbox Dev Guy. The contact is established via Justin. But deep down, they're still just a bunch of gaming fans. They invite their friends over to show them new video games. They never reveal where they get them from. They're a small and tight-knit group, but they can't always keep the excitement to themselves. So every now and then, word gets out to the wider scene. And every time that happens, new people want in on the action. 2 new faces join the group. Austin Alcala is a 16-year-old high school student from McCordsville, Indiana. He's tall, rather shy and reserved. Online, he goes by AA Monkey. The second newbie is Nathan LaRue, an 18-year-old from Bowie, Maryland. His dad works as a diesel mechanic. His mom is busy homeschooling him. Nathan has written a program to fake FIFA coins and dreams of becoming a proper game developer someday. Online, he calls himself Anime Freak. The group expands their hacking activities, and the virtual break-ins move further and further away from gaming. AMD, Intel, Disney, Warner Brothers, and Google. They end up infiltrating the servers of almost 25 companies, all of them major corporations. The late summer evening in 2012, Austin and Nathan are poking around the servers of Zombie Studios, a developer known for war games like the Spec Ops series. They discover a tunnel that leads them straight to a US military server. The drives host a new game Zombie Studios is working on, AH-64D, Apache Simulator, a flight simulator commissioned by the US Department of Defense. They hesitate. This is bigger than anything they have found so far, and much more dangerous. Curiosity ends up getting the best of them, and they download the game. The group is at its peak. They've been active for over 2 years. They've gone places no one else could. David, Dylan, Sanad, Austin, and Nathan have become the core of the group. Others are loosely involved in individual hacks. Altogether, they're almost a dozen strong now. They're aware that everything that they have done could already land them in jail. But they just can't stop. They joke about what they would call their gang in prison. Xbox Underground sounds pretty badass, they think. They laugh at the idea, but not for much longer. Justin, aka MTW, was an early member of the group. He met David when he bought the Xbox 360 dev kit from him, a few years ahead of the Epic Games hack. Justin was directly involved in many of their operations. A few days before Gears of War 3 was leaked, Justin got the game from the others in the group. Some of them, like Sanad, suspected that he was the one who put it online. Justin is almost 3 years older than David, but compared to him, he's a lot less cautious. In 2010, Justin attends PAX East, a video game convention in Boston. He gets calls from Sanad and a few others in the group. They ask him if he can hack into one of the networks on site. Maybe he'll find something interesting. No big deal if not. Justin gives it a try, but doesn't find a breach to exploit. The network is too secure. He's not ready to give it up though. He walks around the convention center and finds the stand of a small developer called Atomic Games. They're showcasing a new shooter called Breach. Justin waits until one of the employees heads to the bathroom. Then he sneaks behind the stand and secretly tries to download the game onto his laptop. But the employee comes back sooner than expected. At just 14 megabytes, Justin has to cancel the download and make a run for it. 2 Atomic employees chase after him and quickly catch him. They take him to the police. During the arrest, Justin tries to bribe the officers. He offers them $100 if they let him go. During the interrogation, he openly admits he was trying to steal the game. He repeatedly tells the cops that these names of people bigger and more important than himself. When the others hear about the arrest, they get suspicious. What if Justin's been talking to the cops? He loses their trust. He disappears for a while, but eventually gets back in touch, trying to regain their trust. Now he's scamming companies like Cisco, Microsoft, and Lenovo with a return fraud scheme. Someone like that couldn't possibly be working with cops. Some in the group, like David and Dylan, are thinking. Others, like Sanad, remain skeptical. After some time, Justin manages to get back on board. Back to August 2012, David and Dylan are poking around Microsoft servers. They come across a folder that seems pretty well protected. Looks like only a few developers have access to it. Maybe the company is working on some super secret project, they think. They download the folder and find a bunch of technical documents. Some pics of circuit boards and casings, source code, all that kind of stuff. They wonder what all this could be for, and they quickly piece it together. They found the plans for the upcoming Xbox console, codenamed Durango. It'll later be called the Xbox One. They pondered what to do with the plans. They could sell them to others, or they could try to build the console themselves. All parts seem to be available on the market. They order the parts online and have everything shipped to Nathan's house. He volunteers to assemble the gaming console, and it works. The group now has a working prototype of the new Xbox, but no games to test it with, so they decide to sell it. They find a buyer in the Seychelles who's willing to pay $5,000. The buyer transfers the money, and the group discusses who's going to ship the console to him. Justin steps up. He offers to take it to the post office. The group agrees. Justin drives from Delaware to Bowie, about a 2-hour ride, and picks up the console at Nathan's place. But the package never makes it to the Seychelles. They start to get nervous. What if the FBI has intercepted the package? After the sale falls through, Dylan decides to upload the pictures of the prototype online, just to see what happens. He doesn't consult with the others. That means the Xbox prototype is now seemingly publicly up for auction on eBay. By now, Dylan is already known for his impulsive actions. In early 2012, he got drunk, called Epic Games, and confessed to hacking the server. He explained to the employees over the phone how he did it, and asked for a poster as a reward. He actually got one. This time, things get even worse. The eBay auction goes viral. In no time, bids reach over $8,000. But the sale doesn't go through, because Microsoft files a copyright claim. Dylan, who set to the auction under his online Super Day, starts giving online interviews.
We have someone who's gotten pretty world-renowned over the past couple of weeks here. I'm just going to go straight to the chase here. His name is Dylan. Most people probably know him by his moniker Super Day. He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble with Microsoft and trying to think he's taking the hacking community by storm. Dylan, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Sanad and David are pissed at Dylan, really pissed. After leaving traces all over the internet, this kind of attention is the last thing they need. David cuts off all ties with Dylan. The only ones even more pissed are the people at Microsoft. The investigation picks up speed. Just weeks after the auction, the FBI raids Nathan, aka Anime Freak's house, and arrest him. Sanad Shaiwa, aka Sonic, tries to distance himself from the group, but his house gets raided too. He sends a copy of the search warrant to others in the group, including Dylan. Dylan then posts the name of the agents who raided Sanad's house online. He publicly threatens to send hitmen after them, a statement he later regrets. In February 2013, Dylan Wheeler, also known as Super Day, is finally arrested by Australian authorities. Austin has learned from Nathan how to fake FIFA coins and turn it into a business. Justin is involved in scams of his own. Both of them lay low for a while. David also keeps a low profile in Canada after he learns about the string of arrests. Well, at least until he gets a chance to snag an actual prototype of the new Xbox. David is at a concert when he gets a call from Austin. Austin tells him about an 18-year-old hacker named Armin, aka Armin the Cyber. Armin claims to have access to Microsoft campus and offers them a deal. He will sneak in and steal a real Durango prototype in exchange for some Microsoft server credentials and a few $1,000. David thinks Armin is nuts, but again, his curiosity gets the better of him, and he agrees. At 9 p.m., Armin drives his car to Microsoft campus. He's wearing a sweater with the company logo and carrying a big backpack. He has cloned some employee's access card and has no trouble getting in. The premises are enormous, but Armin knows his way around by now. For almost a year, he has been frequently sneaking into the buildings and dreaming of what it would actually be like to work there. He is a huge fan of Microsoft. He has even applied for a job, but has not heard back yet. Armin enters one of the office buildings. He's nervous. He's been there many times, but never to steal anything. There's still a few people around. Whenever he hears footsteps approaching, he hides. He eventually finds what he's looking for in one of the open plan offices on the 3rd floor. His hands are shaking as he stuffs 3 Xbox prototypes into his backpack. He sneaks out of the building, leaves the premises, and drives back home. He sends 2 of the consoles to David and Austin and keeps one for himself. Just a week after his break-in, Armin gets a call. It's Microsoft. They reviewed his application. He's got the job. It's a dream come true. But only a couple of weeks later, Armin loses the job. Surveillance cameras have caught him stealing the prototypes. He's taken into custody. In January 2014, Austin Alcala, aka A Monkey, is arrested at his house by 4 FBI agents. In March, David Pokhara, Xenomega, gets arrested at the US border. David, Sanad, Austin, and Nathan stand trial together in the US. Meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, Dylan is also facing charges. The group is accused of identity theft, fraud, and conspiracy to steal millions of dollars worth of intellectual property. The indictment is extremely detailed. The FBI must have been building the case for a long time. There are chat logs and transcripts of personal conversations dating back to the first Epic Games hack in 2011. In court, prosecutors even play audio recordings that must have been secretly made during their hacking sessions.
But the funny thing is, I still have weird access to all their computers, so I find them yesterday. Did he know they logged into Epic, knowing that that's Showware? Like, and he's in the emails, like, they were emailing FBI people, and he knows that they talk to each other, but he still manages to not care. I have to the US military. I have to the Australian Department of Defense. I have every single big company, Intel, AMD, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Disney, Warner Brothers, everything.
The indictment repeatedly mentions Person A. Person A provided most of the evidence for the FBI. Person A allegedly helped David encrypt his hard drive and sell unreleased games to a user named Xbox Dev Guy. Person A is also said to have delivered a self-made prototype of the new Xbox to the FBI.
I get a copy of the indictment, and I start reading about Person A from Wilmington, Delaware. We all only knew one person from Wilmington, Delaware. Justin.
All signs point to him being an informant of the FBI. Did he cut a deal with the police after the incident at the convention? Is that how he got away with all his scams? No one knows for sure. The guys in the US plead guilty. They all have very different ways of coping with the conviction. David is cooperative. He helps the investigators understand how they bypass the systems of billion-dollar corporations. The officers are pretty impressed by the 23-year-old skills. He spends 18 months in prison. After getting out, he finishes college and starts working for cybersecurity firms. Austin gets 3-year probation. He doesn't serve a single day in jail because he agrees to help the FBI with another fraud case involving fake FIFA coins. He later becomes the head of cybersecurity at a social media startup. Sanad serves the same sentence as David, 18 months. He too gets out, but the following years are very hard on him. He starts working at a vape store and goes to college, but his probation officer bans him from using a computer and constantly harasses him.
Everything that I would ever ask her would always be a no. Like, for example, like, I would want to go down and see, my sister in Virginia or something, and it's no. It could be, she would come up with the craziest reasons to why she wouldn't let me do anything.
Sanad became more and more isolated and eventually slips into depression. Seeing no prospects for himself, he turns to drugs. His probation officer sees this as a violation of his probation terms. She drags him before a judge, who sentences Sanad to another 9 months behind bars. In 2019, Sanad's probation for a second sentence ends. For the first time in years, he's allowed to use a computer. He's now clean and living with his sister. Nathan is terrified of having to go to jail. He's one of the youngest in the group and a gentle person. Of all of them, he was the least involved in the hacks. Nathan applies for bail until the verdict is final. He gets an ankle monitor and is allowed to stay with his parents. But the thought of what awaits him in prison eats him up. One day, he cuts off the ankle monitor and tries to flee. He pays a friend to drive him to the Canadian border, but the police catch him at the border checkpoint. Nathan panics. He jumps out of the car and runs across the bridge towards the border, but the cops catch him. He's desperate and considers jumping off the bridge. Then he pulls out a knife and injures himself until he collapses. He survives and is almost immediately taken back to jail. This time serving a 2-year sentence. Shortly before his release, Nathan comes out as trans and is now Holly. The time in prison must have been awful. Just a year after their release, Holly takes her own life. In Australia, Dylan is the only one who pleads not guilty. This leads to a series of court cases that drag on for over 3 years.
I guess I pled not guilty to the sense that they tried to hit me with everything when it wasn't everything that I did. At the start, they put a lot of false charges on me.
Dylan is ordered to surrender his passport, but instead he heads to the airport and flies to the Czech Republic. He has Czech citizenship because his mother is from there. Shortly after, Dylan's mother is sentenced to 18 months in prison for aiding his escape. Dylan claims that his mother neither drove him to the airport nor sent him money.
Yeah, it's kind of harsh reality of everything. Someone's got to go down for something.
Dylan moved to the UK, where he established a cybersecurity firm and gave talks on security-related topics.
Because I'm not doing anything wrong. I did something when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, an underage teenager. It was wrong. I learned from that.
In March 2020, Dylan shuts down his company. There's been no trace of him since. In 2017, when almost all members of the Xbox Underground had served their sentences, the police finally arrest Justin May. The authorities seized a brand new BMW and nearly $40,000 in cash. In 2021, he was convicted of fraud, fencing, tax evasion, and money laundering. He was sentenced to almost 8 years in prison and fined $4 million.
भाई दिस वाज ये तो स्टार्ट में था भाई लाइफ बचाऊंगा भाई मैं हेलो मेरे भाइयों कैसे हो सब आज की वीडियो में होने वाला है फुल सैडनेस फुल स्यापा रोना पिटना चूड़ियां तोड़ दूंगा मैं पता नहीं क्या बोल रहा हूं आज मैं तुम लड़कों को बताने वाला हूं कि हाउ टॉक्सिक रिलेशनशिप कैन एक्चुअली रूइन योर लाइफ एंड वाचिंग दिस वीडियो माइट हेल्प यू सेव योरसेल्फ और नॉट पूरी देखना वीडियो प्लीज तो शुरू से शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी को क्यों दिया यार तो आज जिस लड़की में बात करने वाला हूं वो थी मेरी पहली गर्लफ्रेंड सब लड़कों ने पहली गर्लफ्रेंड से दिल तोड़वाया ऐसा तोड़वाया सभी लड़कों ने सबने कैसे तोड़वा लिया समझ नहीं आता है इस लाइफ में बट हां वो थी मेरी पहली गर्लफ्रेंड जब मैं 18 साल का था एंड मैं उस लड़की को मिला था फेसबुक से तो मैं पढ़ता था पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी में एंड वो भी सेम यूनिवर्सिटी पढ़ती थी अलग डिपार्टमेंट में मैं था इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट में और वो थी डेंटिस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट में तो उस लड़की से मेरी रोज की रोज बात हो रही थी एंड ऐसी मतलब नॉर्मल बातें हो रही थी एंड बात में उसने मुझे बताया कि उसका भी ब्रेकअप हुआ है एंड उसे ना एक्स से बात करना बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है उसको इग्नोर करके शी टेक्स्ट मी मैंने बोला क्या यार ठीक है मैं तो करता था रोज बातें उससे है ना एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग मोर एंड मोर एंड मोर एंड उसके बाद एक दिन मैं प्लान प्लान बना दिया कि लेट्स मीट अप, कैच अप करते हैं क्या होता है। एंड जब हम मिले, नथिंग क्लिक्ड, आई डिडंट फाइंड हर प्रीटी एट ऑल। ठीक है, मेरे को वो नहीं अच्छी लगी एंड मेरे को स्पार्क भी अच्छी लगी हमारे दोनों के बीच में। एंड आई थॉट शी फेल्ट द सेम, मतलब उसकी लग रहा था कि इट वाज रियली ऑकवर्ड। मुझे याद है वो गाने चेंज कर रही थी, दिलजीत का लग गया था, दिलजीत एंड उस टाइम मैं काफी रॉक सुनता था, मतलब बुलेट फॉर माय वैलेंटाइन, मेटालिका, यू नो वन ऑफ दोस छोटा बॉयज जो गिटार लेके हर जगह लगे रहते हैं, उनमें से था। एंड मेरे को उस टाइम पे लगा शी फेल्ट द सेम, कि शायद हम दोस्त ही हैं, मतलब हमें कोई केमिस्ट्री नहीं है। सो उसके बाद फ्यू मोर डेज हम बातें करते रहते थे। फिर एक दिन राखी थी, राखी के दिन हाफ डे होता था, हमारा ऐसे प्लान बन गया कि चल मिल लेते हैं, क्या ही हो गया। एंड देन वी एंडेड अप डूइंग कुछ एंड लाइफ कॉमेडी है मेरी, एंड लाइफ का पहला कुछ कब हुआ, राखी के दिन। क्लैपिंग भाई, क्लैपिंग तो होनी चाहिए, भगवान ने ऐसी कॉमेडी किस्मत लेके भेजा ना, बस वीडियोस में ही नहीं हो रही है। लाइफ में तो बहुत ही कॉमेडी है। अब कुछ हो गया और मेरे को ना घर जाकर दोबारा लगा कि यार ये तो दोस्ती है, ये क्यों हो गया। एंड आउट ऑफ नोवेयर शी टोल्ड मी आई लव यू, I like you, I really like spending time with you and I think I love you. Wow, मैंने उसे बोला slow down girl, I think we are friends. I don't think हमारे बीच में भी कुछ है और अभी तो अपने एक्स से ओवर भी नहीं हुई होगी, प्लीज अभी रिलेशनशिप नहीं, ऐसी चीजें मत बोल मुझे, हम दोस्त हैं। एंड उस हेटेड आर्गुमेंट के बाद हम कंक्लूजन पे आए कि हम सिर्फ दोस्त हैं। ठीक है, इट हैपेंड ओके, बट हम सिर्फ दोस्त हैं। एंड उसके बाद दोबारा जब भी हमने मिलना, दोबारा कुछ ना कुछ हो जाना। एंड में वहीं पहुंच जाते थे कि यार हम बस दोस्त हैं, हमारी पर्सनैलिटीज नहीं मिलती एक दूसरे से, हमें बस बात करना अच्छा लगता है एंड मे बी वी जस्ट लाइक मेकिंग आउट। प्रॉब्लम यहीं तक है ये चीज। आई थिंक आई लाइक मीटिंग हर बिकॉज़ आई वाज डेड ब्रोक एंड वो मुझे कॉलेज से उठाती थी कार में एंड घुमाती थी। आई थिंक आई लाइक दैट, आई थिंक आई वाज अ होर। बट ये सिलसिला ना 4-5 बार हो गया, हम मिलते कुछ होता, फिर वही फ्रेंड, मिलते कुछ होता फ्रेंड, एंड एट द एंड आई टोल्ड हर आई डोंट वांट टू सी यू एनीमोर, यू नो व्हाई, बिकॉज़ तुझे फील होता है शायद कुछ मुझे नहीं होता एंड यू नो मैं तो दिल में तोड़ना चाहता। आई थिंक वी आर जस्ट गुड एज फ्रेंड्स एंड वी शुड नॉट मीट अगेन। उस दिन उसने बोल दिया चलो ओके नहीं मिलेंगे हम। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे मुझे दोबारा मैसेज आया उसका दिन में, मिल मुझे ब्रेक में मिल। मैंने बोला नहीं, आज से हम नहीं मिलेंगे, हम सो सॉरी, आई वांट टू मीट यू अगेन, हमारे कुछ हो जाता है। उसके बाद उसने मुझे बोला माय एक्स वाज राइट, ऑल यू बॉयज वांट टू डू इज यूज गर्ल्स एंड थ्रो देम अवे। आई वाज लाइक व्हाट द मैंने कहा मिलेगा, मैं सोचूं ये मेरा पागल क्यों बना रही है। हमारी हुई बहुत ह्यूज फाइट, मैंने बोला मैं नहीं मिल रहा आज के बाद। फिर आफ्टर अ वीक इतने मैसेज करने के बाद उसने बोला प्लीज एक बार लास्ट बार मिल ले। मैंने बोला चल ठीक हम मिल लेते हैं, बट एज फ्रेंड्स मिल लेते हैं। तो जब हम मिले उसने मुझे दी एक बहुत प्यारी बुक, कोई ट्रिप पे जाके आई थी, आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट यू ऑल द टाइम, सो आई बॉट दिस बुक फॉर यू एंड देन शी गिव मी अ हैंड रिटन लेटर 2 पेजेस की एंड कहती घर जाके पढ़ियो। उसे घर जाके पढ़ा और मैं एकदम से पिघल गया। वहां ऐसी चीजें लिखी हुई थी एज इफ आई रिमेंबर कि 10 रीजंस व्हाई वी शुड बी टुगेदर, हाउ मच शी लाइक्स मी एंड हाउ मच शी थिंक्स अबाउट मी एवरी डे एटसेट्रा। उसको पढ़ के मैं एकदम फ्लैट आउट हो गया। आई वाज लाइक यस आई वांट टू मेक यू माय गर्लफ्रेंड, नोबडी लव्स मी लाइक दिस एवर बिफोर एंड ओ बॉय इट वाज द वर्स्ट मिस्टेक ऑफ माय लाइफ। तो मैंने बीटेक ना बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में किया है, उससे भी ज्यादा बड़ी मिस्टेक लगती है मुझे डेट करना। दैट इज मुझे रिलेशनशिप में आके बताया कि हाउ हर एक्स यूज्ड टू ट्रीट हर, जिसने उसको एकदम मेंटली डिस्टर्ब कर दिया कि लड़कियों वाले कपड़े नहीं डालने, टाइट कपड़े नहीं डालने, लड़के देखते हैं कि और लड़कों से बातें नहीं करनी और लड़कियों से बातें नहीं करनी, कोई तेरा दोस्त नहीं है। तो मुझे बड़ा बोलती थी कि तेरे से मिलने के बाद आई फील गर्ली अगेन कि आई कैन डू ऑल दीस पैशनेट थिंग्स। और मुझे वो रोज बताती है बात की हाउ ब्लेस्ड शी इज टू मीट मी, कि मैंने उसकी लाइफ चेंज कर दिया। मैंने कुछ नहीं किया यार, मैंने क्या ये मैंने उसके 5-6 दिन बाद हम साथ में बैठे होते हैं, उसने मेरे को बोला यार मेरा एक्स मुझे अभी भी टेक्स्ट करता है, ही स्टार्टेड डूइंग हार्ड वर्क और मुझे ना करते ना फोटोज भेजता रहता है कि आई मिस यू, आई स्टिल मिस यू, मैं क्या करूं तू मुझे बता। मैंने कहा ये तेरा एक्स है, यू शुड डील विद हिम। मैं क्या बोलूं इसमें, कहती नहीं यार प्लीज तू बताना मैं क्या करूं, मुझे समझ नहीं आता मैं क्या करूं। अब तू कहेगा तो उसे ब्लॉक कर दे, मैं कर दूंगी उसे ब्लॉक। मैंने कहा यू शुड टेक इट मैन, ही प्लीज टेल मी टू ब्लॉक हिम प्लीज। उसने कर दिया, ठीक है आई एम सो हैप्पी टुडे, मुझे बोल दिया अब इसमें डिवाइडेड है वो और मैंने उस टाइम से अलग सी नजर से देखा कि मूव ऑन तो हुई नहीं है, मेरे पास आके बैठ गया ये। अब हमारा रिलेशनशिप ना आई थिंक 2-3 महीने तो काफी अच्छा चला। उसके बाद इट वाज नॉट गुड एट ऑल, क्योंकि वो काफी अपने एक्स के बारे में बात करती थी कि शी यूज्ड टू प्रेज हर एक्स। मतलब उसने मुझे एक चीज बताई कि यू नो मी एंड माय एक्स डिड स्टफ आफ्टर अ ईयर ऑफ रिलेशनशिप एंड प्योर फीलिंग्स एंड विद यू आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग स्टफ विद यू आफ्टर लाइक मीटिंग यू फॉर द सेकंड टाइम। मैंने बोला तो मैं क्या करूं। सो एवरी सिंगल डे किसी ना किसी वे में शी यूज्ड टू टेल मी दैट आई यूज्ड हर और आई यूज्ड टू यूज हर। वो मुझे रोज ये फीलिंग फील कराती थी एंड मैं ना उन लोगों में से था कि जो रिलेशनशिप ना अपने दोस्तों के साथ में शेयर करते हैं। आई विश मैंने किया होता ये चीजें शेयर, आई रियली विश। मैंने बिल्कुल शेयर नहीं किया, मुझे लगता था कि रिलेशनशिप शुड बी प्राइवेट, क्योंकि मैंने शेयर की वो मजाक उड़ाएंगे एंड में कुछ निकलेगा नहीं। एंड मुझे याद है उसने इतने गुणगान करने ऐसे वाले कि एक दिन मैं पक गया एंड आई टोल्ड हर मैंने कोई तेरे को यूज नहीं किया, तू ही आती थी मेरे से मिलने, ठीक है, ये मुझे बोलना बंद कर दे कि आई यूज्ड यू, आई एम बॉयफ्रेंड राइट नाउ। वो बोलती है बॉयफ्रेंड बनता फिर यूज हो गया। मैंने उस टाइम बोला मुझे नहीं पता क्या करना है, तू मुझे बता दे मां। वो कहती आई डोंट वांट टू बी। आई वाज लाइक ओके फाइनली शी इज गॉन। और जैसे ही वो गई ओ भाई मेरे मुझे तो ट्रॉमा ही आ गया। मैंने कहा भाई आई लव हर सो मच, ये कैसे जा सकती है मेरी लाइफ से। दिस वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम मेरी गन फटी कि भाई मेरी उससे बात नहीं हो रही। आई थिंक आई लाइक हर सो मच, मैं तो उसके बिना रह नहीं पाऊंगा। हमने 3-4 दिन और बात नहीं की, आफ्टर 3 days she came back कि आई मिस यू एंड ऑल, लेट्स गेट बैक इनटू द रिलेशनशिप। और सॉरी इसका रीजन बताने से पहले आई नीड टू टेल यू थोड़ी सी तुम्हें ब्रीफ में स्टोरी सुनानी पड़ेगी। सो शी यूज्ड टू सफर फ्रॉम दिस लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग कंडीशन जिसका नाम था थैलेसीमिया। थैलेसीमिया मेजर थी। जिस बंदे को नहीं पता थैलेसीमिया मेजर में क्या होता है, छोटा सा बता देता हूं आपको। हर हफ्ते ब्लड चढ़वाना पड़ता है टू बी अलाइव। हर हफ्ते या हर 2 हफ्ते बाद ब्लड चढ़वाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि तुम्हारी बॉडी ऑक्सीजन नहीं बनाती ब्लड में, तो हर 2 हफ्ते बाद ब्लड चढ़वाना पड़ता था। भाई मैं उस टाइम बायोटेक्नोलॉजी करता था, मुझे पता क्या लगता था, मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि भाई अब मैं जाऊंगा एमएस करूंगा, यूएस से जाके एमएस करूंगा, इस प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन ढूंढूंगा। भाई दिस वाज ये तो स्टार्ट में था भाई, लाइफ में जाऊंगा भाई मैं सच में सोचता था मैं ऐसे समझ गया। तो हां वापस आके 3 दिन बाद वो बोलती यू नो कि क्या होता है मुझे जब मेरा ऑक्सीजन लेवल्स कम होते हैं, सो आई स्टार्ट टू थिंक ऐसे अलग-अलग सी चीजें। तो पहली पीरियड्स हैं, ऊपर से ये भी है मेरे सिर पे, तो अंडरस्टैंड मी। एंड वो वापस आ गया, लाइक ओके ऑल गुड, ठीक है वापस आ गया ये रिलेशनशिप बैक, मैं इतना खुश। एंड आई थिंक आफ्टर 1-2 वीक्स दोबारा वही कन्वर्सेशंस दोबारा। फिर भाई मैं और स्टोरी नहीं बताऊंगा, मैं बस ये बोलूंगा ये 3 साल चला हमारा। 3 साल रिलेशनशिप बहुत ही ज्यादा पैची चला। जब उसका मन होता था वो ब्रेकअप कर लेती थी, देन यस यही चलता था हमारा ब्रेकअप पैचअप ब्रेकअप पैचअप। इस पैचअप का 2012 वर्ड है, आज तक ये चलता रहा। मैं तुम्हें बताना चाहता हूं मैंने एक भी बार ब्रेकअप नहीं किया। पूरे कॉलेज की पढ़ाई की गप मार दी मैंने, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं करनी शेयर दोस्तों के साथ, अपने में रहना, मी गर्लफ्रेंड एंड दैट्स द वर्ल्ड। यही तो वर्ल्ड है, दुनिया क्या है, लड़की के साथ कॉलेज में आप लाइफ सोच लो, बच्चों के नाम सोच लो, यही तो लाइफ है। देन भाई ब्रेकअप पैचअप मेरी चाबी घुमाती रहती थी वो, जब उसका मन करता था। उस चीज की मुझे इतनी आदत हो गई थी ना कि आई स्टार्टेड फीलिंग नॉर्मल। मुझे लगता था कि यही रिलेशनशिप। मेरे साथ के दोस्त भी बोल रहे थे कि तुम लोग तो भाई रोज ही लड़ते रहते हो, भाई क्या ही बोलना तुम तो वही ऐसे। और मुझे ऐसा लग पड़ा कि मैं लव ही ऐसा प्रॉब्लम कि ब्रेकअप पैचअप यही लव है। इतना नॉर्मल हो गया कि आई रिमेंबर शी स्टार्टेड अब्यूजिंग मी, कॉफी बोलती थी एंड आई यूज्ड टू थिंक ठीक है भाई मतलब यार लड़की तो बोल सकती है, मतलब क्या हो गया। मेरे को ना अब पता लगता है कि आधा खून वो चढ़ाती थी हॉस्पिटल से, आधा चूसती थी वो मेरा। तो हमारे ब्रेकअप के ड्यूरेशन थे ना वो धीरे-धीरे ना बढ़ते गए। जो पहला ब्रेकअप था आई थिंक 3 दिन था, दूसरा ब्रेकअप आई थिंक अ वीक, देन आई थिंक वी टुक अ मंथ ब्रेक, देन आई थिंक 3 मंथ, देन आई थिंक 7 मंथ, देन पता नहीं कितना टाइम। तो फिर जो 3 सालों में हमारा जो सेकंड लास्ट ब्रेकअप हुआ था, तो सेकंड लास्ट ब्रेकअप मैं बताता हूं कैसे हुआ था। सो शी वेंट टू अ कॉन्सर्ट अपने दोस्तों के साथ, वहां पे उसकी गाड़ी अटक गई। वहां पे कुछ लड़कों ने उसकी हेल्प की गाड़ी गड्ढे से बाहर निकालने में, एंड शी एंडेड अप लाइकिंग द गाय सो मच, उससे नंबर एक्सचेंज कर लिए। एंड वन डे आउट ऑफ नोवेयर शी टोल्ड मी आई मेट दिस गाय जिसने मेरी हेल्प की, उसका नाम है, आई हैव अ क्रश ऑन हिम, वी टॉक ऑल द टाइम, आई डोंट वांट यू एनीमोर। आई थिंक वी शुड ब्रेक अप। मेरे को उस सेकंड लगा मेरी दुनिया टूट गई भाई। मैं उस टाइम कॉम्प्रीहेंड ही नहीं कर पा रहा था कि हाउ कैन समवन हैव अ क्रश, क्योंकि मुझे याद है मेरी किसी लड़की से बात ही नहीं हो पाती थी। मैं कर ही नहीं पाता था बात, पता है मुझे कोई लड़की प्रीटी लगती थी, कोई एक्ट्रेस, कोई मॉडल, नोबडी, इतना फक्ड अप था मेरे दिमाग, कोई मुझे प्रीटी लगती थी। एंड आई वाज लाइक ठीक है बहुत हो गया। एंड देन मैं अगले दिन गया उसके कॉलेज से बात करने और जलील होने, एंड आई रिमेंबर आई वाज क्राइंग, शी वाज लाफिंग ऑन माय फेस, एंड उसने मुझे बताया रिमेंबर हाउ यू यूज्ड टू ट्रीट मी, नाउ द टेबल्स हैव टर्न्ड, आई डोंट वांट यू एनीमोर। एंड बाय द वे मैं तुझे बता दूं जिस क्रश से मैं बात कर रही हूं उसकी गर्लफ्रेंड है, सो डोंट थिंक एनीथिंग स्टूपिड, ओके। मैं बोला चलो ठीक है। एंड देन आफ्टर 8 मंथ्स उसका मैसेज आया, हे सूर्या आई वांट टू मीट यू, नो सॉरी नो नथिंग, आई वांट टू मीट यू अगेन। सो उसके बाद हम दोबारा मिले, हम कॉफी डेट पे गए, एंड एंडेड अप डूइंग कुछ अगेन, रिलेशनशिप स्टार्ट हो गया क्योंकि मैं छुट्टियां हूं इसलिए दोबारा स्टार्ट हो गया रिलेशनशिप। देन आफ्टर आई थिंक 4 or 5 डेज शी टोल्ड मी मैं और मेरा क्रश पहाड़ों पे गए थे एक दिन की ट्रिप के लिए। थैंक यू भाई, आई नो यू सपोर्ट मी। एंड शी वाज लाइक हम पहाड़ों पे गए थे, नथिंग हैपेंड, यू नो वी आर जस्ट फ्रेंड्स। मेरा रो रो के दोबारा बुरा हाल, एंड यू नो व्हाट, आई स्टिल एक्सेप्टेड हर। एंड मैं उस टाइम ये सोच के नहीं रो रहा था कि क्या हुआ होगा उनके बीच में, आई वाज सो प्योर, मैं बस यही सोच के रो रहा था कि आज तक हम नहीं गए कभी पहाड़ों पे, पता है। एंड उसने मुझे उस टाइम बोला कि तू कौन सा मुझे वैसे भी लेके जा सकता है पहाड़ों पे, आई मीन, एंड या आई स्टिल स्टेड इन द रिलेशनशिप। बट हां बड़ा रोया था उस टाइम, मैंने उसे बोला था लाइक हाउ कुड यू डू दिस टू मी, लाइक मेरे पास क्यों आई वापस, आई थॉट वी आर ऑन ब्रेक नॉट ब्रेकअप, दैट इज सूर्या, इट वाज अ ब्रेक फॉर यू नॉट फॉर मी, इट वाज अ ब्रेकअप फॉर मी, सो आई कैन डू व्हाटएवर द एफ आई वांट, जो मेरा मन करे। और ये तो उसने मुझसे पूछा भी नहीं कि डू यू वांट टू स्टे इन रिलेशनशिप और नॉट, तो मुझे पता ही था कि आई विल नॉट से नो। तो हाँ उसके बाद रिलेशनशिप चला, आई थिंक दिस वाज द लास्ट फेज ऑफ आवर रिलेशनशिप, आई थिंक 3 मंथ चला ये। एंड वन डे आउट ऑफ नोवेयर शी टोल्ड मी शी डू नॉट फील फॉर मी एनीमोर, एंड दिस इज द फाइनल टाइम शी वांट्स टू से गुड बाय टू मी, शी वांट्स टू फोकस ऑन स्टडी, क्योंकि फोर्थ ईयर डेंटिस्ट्री का बहुत हार्ड होता है, तो शी वांट्स टू बी सिंगल अगेन सो शी कैन स्टडी एंड फोकस इन लाइफ। आई वाज लाइक ओके ये इसकी एक और ब्रेक होगी, शी गोना कम बैक अगेन, कोई बात नहीं सूर्या, यू जस्ट हैव टू वेट पेशेंटली, बिकॉज़ ट्रू लव तो ऐसे ही होता है, आपको पेशेंटली गांड भरवानी होती है आपको। एंड इवन आफ्टर ऑल दिस टाइम मैं किसी लड़की से फिर भी बात नहीं करता था, आता नहीं था फीलिंग को। सो अब ये जो ब्रेकअप था ना लास्ट वाला, इसको हो गए थे 5-6 महीने। देन एक दिन आउट ऑफ नोवेयर मेरे दोस्त आए दोनों, कशिश एंड अतुल, एकदम आए एक्टिवा में, सूर्या मैं क्या हुआ, तो तेरी बंदी देखी हमने किसी बंदे के साथ, सूर्या तेरी बंदी। मेरा दिल बैठ गया, मैं बोला नहीं भाई तुमने कोई और लड़की देखी होगी, तुम ऐसे बहन पड़ गया होगा। कशिश कहता नहीं सूर्या अतुल से पूछ, अतुल ने देखी है। देन मैं शाम को गया उसके कॉलेज में फुल बेचैनी में, मैंने उससे पूछा आर यू सीइंग समबडी, शी हग्ड मी एंड सेड नो सूर्या आर यू मैड, अभी तो हमारा ब्रेकअप हुआ 5 महीने पहले, हाउ कैन आई डेट समबडी, कुछ नहीं हुआ, कोई नहीं था, दोस्त था वो, ऐसे मिलने आया था। एंड मैं से खुश हो गए घर चला गया, ओके ओके सॉरी टेक योर टाइम ये बोल के। देन उसकी रात को कॉल आई एंड शी सेड सूर्या आई एम इन अ रिलेशनशिप विद माय एक्स अगेन। कुछ नहीं फील होता, फील हो गया, बहुत टाइम हो गया भाइयों। मेरे को उस टाइम इतनी हंसी आने लगी, मैंने कहा क्या एक्स, कहती हां एंड ही चेंज्ड। उसने बोला आई स्टडीड बेटर व्हेन आई वाज विद हिम, क्योंकि वो मुझे रखता था कंट्रोल में, वो मुझे किसी से बात नहीं करने देता था, वो सिर्फ करता था मेरे से बात, एंड मैं बाकी टाइम पढ़ती थी। आई यूज्ड टू हैव नो सोशल मीडिया, मैं फेसबुक चलाती थी कभी-कभी, छोटा सा मेरा सर्कल होता था, एंड आफ्टर मीटिंग यू आई डोंट नो वेयर आई एम गोइंग इन लाइफ, सो आई थिंक आई नीड हिम इफ आई वांट टू बी सक्सेसफुल इन लाइफ। आई वाज लाइक ओके चल कोई बात। मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि मैं हंसूं क्यों, लाइक व्हाट जस्ट हैपेंड, क्या हुआ, डुअलिटी ऑफ दिस वुमन, क्या बोलूं उसे मैं अब। जो चीजें उसने मुझे बोला था 3 साल पहले जो उसे बहुत टॉक्सिक लगती हैं, वही उसको याद आ रही थी। शी वाज नेवर ओवर हर एक्स, नेवर एवर। एट दैट पॉइंट मुझे लगा कि भाई अब खत्म हो ही गया रिलेशनशिप, नहीं वैसे लगा था लाइफ खत्म हो गई है, लाइफ खत्म हो गई, बहुत सैड फील हो रहा था मुझे। एंड आई रिमेंबर क्राइंग, एंड देन माय मॉम सॉ मी क्राइंग, एंड देन शी स्टार्टेड क्राइंग कि मेरा लड़का भी हो रहा है। दैट वाज द वर्स्ट डे ऑफ माय लाइफ, मां को रोते देखना बिकॉज़ ऑफ मी, वर्स्ट एवर। एंड आई जस्ट टोल्ड हर मॉम दिस इज द लास्ट टाइम आई एम क्राइंग इन लाइफ, इसके बाद मैं कभी लड़की के लिए नहीं रहूंगा। देन मैं गया, जो उसने लेटर्स लिख के भेजी थी, जो कार्ड दिए थे, सारे जला दिए मैंने, सारे जला के फ्लश कर दिया, डॉक्यूमेंट कर दिया। जब मैं सोचा कि इससे ज्यादा वर्स्ट कुछ नहीं हो सकता, उसके बाद टूटा एक और पहाड़ मेरे पे। आई रिमेंबर कॉलिंग वन ऑफ माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स एंड टेलिंग हिम दैट यू नो वी ब्रोक अप एंड एवरीथिंग, यू नो ही स्माइल्ड एंड टोल्ड मी यू रिमेंबर योर फर्स्ट ब्रेकअप, मैंने बोला हां जो वो 3-4 दिनों का हुआ था, हां आई रिमेंबर। कहता हां एट दैट टाइम योर एक्स एंड आई यूज्ड टू फ्लर्ट। One of my best friends said this. He said it started with her and then हम दोनों flirt करते थे. I remember we did it for a week and after a week she told me like she is back with you again. कहता उसने मुझे बताया नहीं कि तुम तो 3-4 दिन बाद ही आ गए. And when I asked her कि क्या बोलते हैं ये सब क्या था, तब उसने बोला don't try to intervene between me and Surya. ठीक है हमारा relationship मत खराब करियो. कहता and looking at your condition at that time I thought it will leave you heartbroken, so मैंने तुझे कभी बताया नहीं. And I remember even after that they used to talk a lot. Yeah, they talked for like 3 years. I remember. पूरे relationship की बात हुई थी उनकी. And मेरे को याद है मैं उस time भी ना उसे बोल नहीं पाया था कि why did you flirt with my girlfriend? मतलब what happened to bro code? मैं कभी भी नहीं बोल पाया था उसे. And probably आज वो वीडियो देखेगा and today he's gonna realize after 8 years कि I never told him कि why you talk to my girlfriend. मैं हिम्मत ही नहीं बोलने की भाई. मेरे को उस टाइम पता नहीं लग रहा था कि चल बंदी ने तो किया ही, तो उसने भी मैं तो इसको बोल ही नहीं पाया यार. Damn, ये hit hard हो रहा है मुझे. Damn भाई. I guess we were all kids back then. 18, 19. Yeah, I think we were kids. But after knowing that she flirted with my friend, मैंने उसको दोबारा कॉल किया, मैंने उसे इतना बका, you fucking bitch, तेरी बहन. She started crying on the call, क्योंकि वो लाउडस्पीकर पे थी, साथ में उसका एक्स बैठा हुआ था. मैंने सीधा लाउडस्पीकर पे बोला, ओए भाई ध्यान से, देखियो तेरे किसी दोस्त से ना फ्लर्ट करती हो, ध्यान से रहियो मेरे भाई. बहुत किडिस था मैं यार, बोलना नहीं चाहिए था यार ये सब, पर चलो बोल दिया अब तो क्या ही है. तो हाँ बहुत मेंटल ट्रॉमा हुआ है भाई, ब्रो कोड टूटना, बहुत बहुत जलील हुआ मैं, बहुत रोया हूं, बहुत बता नहीं सकता कितना. And I really wish उस टाइम पे ना इंटरनेट होता, कुछ हेल्प हो सकती, कहीं से किसी की वीडियो देख के कुछ हो सकता, because I felt really shamed all the time कि मैं दोस्तों को कैसे बताऊं, किसको कैसे बताऊं, भाई को भी कैसे बताऊं. Like I was really scared to lose friendships and everything. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि हमारा फ्रेंड ग्रुप डिवाइड हो जाएगा अगर मैंने बताया किसी को. But I remember जब मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे बताया ना कि उसने फ्लर्ट एंड एवरीथिंग, I moved on in a day. That's the best thing. I think best case scenario है मेरे साथ, एक दिन में मूव ऑन हो गया था उसके बाद में. And then I remember I moved on, I started meeting new people. But back in my head there was always this thought that she will someday come back and will say sorry to me. Sorry for all the things she put me through. I don't know why. मेरे दिमाग में thought है कि she'll come back and she'll say sorry. Sorry, I used to flirt with this guy and I treated you this, I took you for granted something. But the text never came. We never talked after that. And it just taught me nobody owns you anything. People will not realize that they are wrong. And that's okay. You gotta let it go. You gotta move on. My life should be not based on कि oh my god उसे karma आएगा, उसे सिखाएगा. And now there's a purpose in my life. No. My life is bigger than that. I realize the pain I'm experiencing right now and the pain I've received all this while is because of me. Because I'm feeling these emotions. Nobody can make me feel anything. I'm feeling these emotions. I realized मेरी life में मुझे आगे बढ़ने के लिए उसके sorry की जरूरत नहीं है. Life is not a movie. And if it is, then you can't be a hero in every story. But you can be in yours if you work hard and achieve your goals. मैं इतना शान रहता था उस breakup करके, I really changed man. The funny bone really kicked in me. And I'm glad it happened. I'm glad all of this happened. वैसे funny तो मैं लगता नहीं हूँ. And अगर तू भी फंसा ना कहीं मेरे भाई या बहन, if I can do it so can you. एक बंदा या बंदी पूरा life नहीं decide कर सकती मेरे भाई. Come on, get up. Life बहुत बड़ी है, बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर सुंदर लोग हैं with good hearts and you deserve to meet them. You should not waste your life on one person. जियो मेरे भाइयों, खुल के जियो. I'm Surya and that's it for the video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Bye bye.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मैं आपके शो में आया हूँ। और तुम्हें पता है मैं तुम्हारे शो में क्यों आया हूँ? क्योंकि आज के यूट्यूबर्स में तुम सबसे ज्यादा हॉट लुकिंग हो। ओह शगुन दे महेश के शबाको, शगुन दे महेश के शबाको। वो तो ट्रेनर है ना हनुमान जिम में। कौन आर्टिस्ट? वेल मैंने मेरे पटवारी के बारे में कहा था कि वो टाइटैनिक में कैबे डाल सकती। लेकिन मैं गिगलिंग, कम ऑन, जहाँ भी जाते हैं मार खाते हैं। एक्चुअली जो लोगों के पास पैसे होते हैं उनके ऊपर अटैक होते हैं। आपका कंटेंट देखा मैंने, तो कैसे समझ में आया? आई मीन डोंट यू नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पैकेज ड्रिंकिंग वाटर एंड मिनरल वाटर? 20 ले रही, 20 रुपए में जाके ले रही। ऐसे भी जिस उम्र में लोगों को आपको सीट देनी चाहिए, आपको पीट देते हैं साला। क्यों यार? आपको साइन कैरेक्टर एंड आई एक्सेप्ट इट। ये पेपर इसका गुजरात का है, बातें दुनिया भर की कर रहा है। पेपर गुजराती है, बातें दुनिया भर की है। देखो इसका ये
वो कहते हैं ना, भैंस के आगे बीन में बजाना। और हमारे आज के गेस्ट के साथ कभी इंस्टा लाइव मत जाना। ट्रू। क्या चल रहा है महेश वाला एके सगेशन? वेलकम टू सीजन फिनाले ऑफ लफड़ा सेंट्रल। बट देखते ही देखते लफड़ा सेंट्रल के 10 एपिसोड खत्म हो गए। एंड भाई काश इतनी आसानी से डायमंड ले बटन आ जाता। बट क्या जर्नी रही है ये सीजन की, कितने सारे गेस्ट, मतलब अगर एक लाइन में बोलना हो तो दलाल से कलाल तक का सफर। और क्या चल रहा है इंस्टाग्राम देखो भाई, रोज इंस्टाग्राम खोलो नया फीचर आ रहा है। बस एक चीज सेम रहती है, मेरे फॉलोअर का काउंट कर देना फॉलो जाके, ठीक है? और इंस्टाग्राम पे अगर कोई फीचर जो है सबसे ज्यादा एक्यूरेट है ना, तो वो है उनका लिसनिंग फीचर। जो भी बोलना उसके आ जाते हैं। यस, जो भी बोलना मुझे आ जाता है। दीपक भाई, अब दीपक करा ना? या आपको कैसे पता? मैंने देखा है आपके वीडियोस। मैंने आपका कुछ भी नहीं देखा था ना आपका। मैंने ठगेश दिलाते हैं, ठगेश होके तो आप लोगों को ठगेश करते हो, सीधे ठगेश होके। ठीक है, लेकिन आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट है वो स्पेशल है। वो जहां भी जाते हैं ना लोग उनकी राह देखते हैं उन्हें मारने के लिए। आपको मैंने मेट्रो में देखा था, पिटाई हो रही थी। आज नॉर्मल ट्रेन में कैसे? हाँ मैं मानता हूँ कि मेरी पिटाई जो है वो मेट्रो में हुई है, लेकिन क्या तुम्हारी हार्बर के पैसेंजर पे करूँ? लोग लिटरली इन्हें पैसे देते हैं इंस्टाग्राम लाइव पर गालियां खाने के लिए, लेकिन खुद गालियां खाना ये इनका डेली का काम है। दीपक भाई आपका इंस्टाग्राम देखता हूँ, दिन भर आप लाइव रहते हो, बेइज्जती चल रही रहती है, क्या ये? एक्चुअली मैं लाइव रहना इसलिए पसंद करता हूँ बिकॉज मैं लोगों के साथ कनेक्ट होना चाहता हूँ। क्योंकि मैं जो सिगरेट पीता हूँ उसका भी नाम कनेक्ट है, तो मैं लोगों के साथ कनेक्ट रहना चाहता हूँ और इसीलिए मैं लाइव जाता हूँ। लेकिन मैं चाहता हूँ कि लाइव के साथ साथ लाइफ में भी कोई आए। तो क्या तुम मेरे लाइफ में आ सकते हो? ट्रेन से कूद जाऊँ? कम ऑन, अगर कूदना है तो ऐसे टॉवर से कूदो, बुर्ज खलीफा से कूदो। इतनी सस्ती मौत क्यों बनना चाहते हो? लेकिन मैंने नोटिस किया इनकी बस वालों से बहुत ज्यादा पहचान है। सबके बच्चों को ये बस कंडक्टर बनाना चाहते हैं। क्योंकि मैंने देखा आपको हर किसी के बच्चे को बस कंडक्टर बनाना होता है। क्या वो आपको सीनियर सिटीजन की सीट नहीं मिलती क्या? नहीं देखो ऐसे कुछ नहीं है। अभी तुम्हारे अगर बच्चे होंगे तो उनको बस कंडक्टर नहीं, मैं उनको मैं ड्राइवर भी बना सकता हूँ, बस ड्राइवर। तो ऐसे कुछ नहीं है, जैसे वैकेंसी होगी अभी कंडक्टर की वैकेंसी है तो कंडक्टर की, ड्राइवर की होगी तो ऐसे कुछ नहीं है। तुम्हारे बच्चों को ड्राइवर में डाल दूंगा मैं, तो कंडक्टर का ऐसा कुछ स्टैम्प नहीं लगा, कंडक्टर ही बनाऊंगा, ड्राइवर बनाऊंगा। बट आप नोटिस करो इनका और कश्मीर का एक बहुत ही क्लोज रिलेशन है। कश्मीर में पहले बहुत वीडियोस बनाते थे, शायद इसलिए वहां पर इंटरनेट बैन हुआ। बट अभी एक पैटर्न मैंने नोटिस किया, आपका कश्मीर से वीडियोस आना थोड़े कम हो गए, क्या हो गया? वेल कश्मीर जो है वहां पे स्मोकिंग ड्रिंकिंग अलाउड नहीं है। अभी मेरी उम्र हो गई है और मैं मौजे बनना चाहता हूँ। मैं अपने आप को पैम्पर करना चाहता हूँ, मैं जिंदगी के मजे लेना चाहता हूँ, मैं रशियन के साथ रंगीलियां मनाना चाहता हूँ। कश्मीर एक ऐसी स्टेट है जहाँ पे ये सब अलाउड नहीं है। बट लेडीज इनके आसपास बहुत ही सेफ फील करती है, सिक्योर फील करती है। क्या इन्हें मारने में आसानी होती है ना? बट दीपक भाई मेरे को लगता है आपको एक बिजनेस चालू करना चाहिए। अच्छा, चप्पल होगा बहुत आते होंगे आपके पास। नहीं मुझे पता है कि चप्पलों का बिजनेस मुझे चालू करना चाहिए, बट एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना कि मैं बिजनेस करूंगा, चप्पलें बेची जाएगी, उसके बाद में लोग मंदिर जाएंगे, घूम फिर के तुम्हारे पास आएंगे ना, तो इसीलिए सर्कुलेशन में तुम भी विजेता बन जाओगे। तो इसलिए मुझे चप्पल का बिजनेस नहीं करना है। और हो सकता है कि बिजनेस करते करते एक आधी जड़ भी जाए, है ना, इसके गालों पे, है ना, ऐसे मतलब जैसे मुझे गुस्सा आता है तो ऐसे जड़ जाती है ना, इसीलिए नहीं करना है मुझे बिजनेस। यस गाइस, वेलकम टू लफड़ा दीपक कलाल। कैसे दीपक भाई? यार मुझे बहुत मजा आया सीरियसली। और लाइफ में यार मैंने पहली बार भारतीय रेलवे में ट्रैवल किया। यार जापान में बुलेट ट्रेन, मैग्नेट ट्रेन में मैंने ट्रैवल किया था, बट दिस इज लाइक समथिंग आई मीन अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस आई हैड, यू नो, सीरियसली। आई मीन भारतीय रेल जिंदाबाद। आई मीन आई लव्ड इट, यू नो, इट्स सच अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी। आई ड्रीम, मेरा सपना था कि मैं ट्रेन में बैठूं। खाना वगैरह ट्रेन में बहुत अच्छा था, जनता खाना 12 रुपए का जो तुमने मुझे खिलाया। सीरियसली आई मीन मैंने तुम्हें कल पार्टी दी वहां पे ताज लैंड में, उसमें कुछ भी मजा नहीं था सीरियसली। जो तुमने मुझे जनता खाना खिलाया बहुत अच्छा था, पूरी तो बहुत टेस्टी थी। थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छा लगा। और थैंक यू सो मच हमारे शो पे आने के लिए। बहुत सारे लोग आ चुके हैं, ये फाइनल एपिसोड है, फाइनल गेस्ट है हमारे। ओके, आपका लाल हमने शुरू दलाल से की थी, रजत दलाल से, जानते हो? रजत को नहीं पता, लेकिन उसको लोग दलाल नाम से जानते हैं, इतना मुझे पता है, क्योंकि वो मतलब दलाली करता है ना, इसलिए उसको लोग दलाल नाम से जानते हैं। पुनीत सुपरस्टार आए थे। पुनीत सुपरस्टार, अच्छा है वो वैसे दिल का, बट यही है कि उसको कुछ अपनी बातों से भी लोगों को हंसाना चाहिए। मतलब यही कि रंग डालो उसके बाद नाली में डोलो एंड ऑल दैट, तो उसके अलावा भी उसको कुछ करना चाहिए। तो मैं उसको कभी देखता हूँ जब मुझे किसी को चप्पल मारने का मन करता है तो मैं उसको देखता हूँ। आरुष लैला आए थे, वो एपिसोड देखा? आरुष लोला? कौन? आरुष लैला। तो वो तो ट्रेनर है ना हनुमान जी में। कौन आरुष? हाँ वो तो हनुमान जी आखिर में ट्रेनर है वो। अब जानते हो? अरे मैं जानता नहीं हूँ, लेकिन जो गुज्जर्स वगैरह है ना उनके भाई वो लंगोटी साफ करता है, मुझे पता है। वो मिट्टी में जो लोग वही ना आरुष, उसके पापा को रिक्शा ड्राइवर है ऑल दैट, पता नहीं अभी पास। अनिल कपूर की थर्ड कॉपी है, मुझे वाले पापा उसके वही ना, जानता हूँ मैं, मेरे लाइफ में आता था, तो मैं ब्लॉक मारता था, अलग अलग आईडी से आता था। क्या करने? फेम खाने के लिए। जो मेरा फेम है ना उसको पापा खाने के लिए आता था वो। अरे पूनम पांडे आई थी हमारे एपिसोड में, आई लाइक हर। सी मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ कि पूनम पांडे जिस तरह से अपने आप को कैरी करती है, एंड एक छोटे से टाउन थाना में होने के बावजूद भी वो बैंड रख दिखाती है ना, जो भी है, बट शी कैरीज हरसेल्फ, यू नो, आई मीन आई एम फैन, आई लाइक हर, यू नो, एंड आई वुड लाइक टू गिव हर मोर। या सो पहले थैंक यू सो मच आने के लिए हमारे शो पे। एंड जैसा ट्रेन के अंदर हमारी बातचीत हुई थी, वैसे आपके बहुत सारे एलिगेशंस हैं, इल्जाम है पब्लिक ने जो लगाए हैं, वो हम अगले सेगमेंट में बात करेंगे आपसे। आफ्टर दिस यू आर कमिंग टू ताज लैंडफिल्स, क्योंकि मेरा वहां पे सी फेसिंग कमरा है और मैं चाहता हूं कि तुम आओ। बढ़िया बढ़िया, डन डन। पूरा स्टाफ आएगा, वो नीचे से तुम्हें छोड़ के ऊपर भेजेगा, पूरा स्टाफ तुम्हारा। डन डन डन। दीपक जी वेलकम। मैं बहुत खुश हूं कि मैं आपके शो में आया हूं। और तुम्हें पता है मैं तुम्हारे शो में क्यों आया हूं? क्यों? क्योंकि आज के यूट्यूबर्स में तुम सबसे ज्यादा हॉट लुकिंग हो, और मैंने सोचा कि चलो इसी बहाने आपको मिल तो लूंगा मैं। अरे थैंक यू सो मच आने के लिए पहली बार। ये हमारी टपरी है। व्हाट इज दैट? आई नो टपरी हु इज देयर, बट आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज टपरी। ये टपरी पे ना एलिगेशंस लगते हैं ओके हमारे गेस्ट पे, तो आपके भी बहुत सारे इल्जाम हैं जो पब्लिक लगाई है, ठीक है? आप रेडी हो? या व्हाई नॉट। तो पहला इल्जाम ये है कि तुम्हें सुपरस्टार के आने के बाद दीपक कलाल की डिमांड कम हो चुकी है।
क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो इंटरनेट पर चलाते हैं वो ज़्यादा करके कार पंचर, उसके बाद में रिक्शा ड्राइवर्स होते हैं जो इंस्टाग्राम पे होते हैं, तो ट्विटर पे तो वो कभी होते हैं। तो यही वो लोग हैं जो मेरा ह्यूमर समझ नहीं पाते हैं और फिर इसकी अतरंगी छपरी हरकतों से वाजिब होकर फिर वो उसके वीडियो ज़्यादा देखते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि क्योंकि जब से मोबाइल बहुत सस्ते हो गए हैं, वो बहुत निचले स्तर के लोगों के साथ चले गए हैं, तो मैं उसका जो सक्सेस है उसको मैं कहूँगा कि मोबाइल की कीमतों में काफ़ी गिरावट आ गई है। यही रीज़न है कि चीप जो लोग हैं जो अभी ये सब देख रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया पे और फिर वो उसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं। तो मुझे कम लोग फॉलो करते हैं, लेकिन जो भी फॉलो करते हैं वो बजाज, गोदरेज, बाटा, खंबाटा ऐसे फॉलो करते हैं। तो और ऐसे खंबाटा ये ऐसे लोगों को क्या करते हैं, मुझे फॉलो करते हैं।
अच्छा ओके, समझा। दीपक कलाल अभी भी राखी सावंत को मिस करता है?
हमारी बातें होती हैं, हम लोग लाइव पे भी आते हैं, टाइम टू लाइव पे। और राखी मुझे इसलिए पसंद है क्योंकि वो बड़बोली है। मैं प्रॉपर्टी में इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करता हूँ, करोड़ों के नुकसान होते हैं और उसकी बातों से वो मुझे हंसाती है और मेरे चेहरे पे वो मुस्कुराहट लाती है। तो मेरे डिप्रेशन की वो गोली है और इसीलिए मैं उसे पसंद करता हूँ।
अच्छा, कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट कर दिया आपने?
मैं इस बात को नहीं बताना चाहूँगा क्योंकि मेरे लिए रास्ते बंद हो जाएंगे, लोग मेरे पीछे पड़ जाएंगे इसलिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हिंदुस्तानी भाव भी है ना, वो ज़रा दिखना पड़ता है। वो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें करता था, करोड़ों की बातें करता था, तो मैंने सोचा कि क्यों ना उसके सच्चाई के बारे में बताया जाए। रहता है वो खारनाडा में, अरेबिक सी में, लेकिन सबसे वो अटलांटिक ओशन के देखता है, जैसे मायामी में घर है उसका, यू नो। तो आई मीन खारनाडा में रहते हो तो खारनाडा में रहो, वो जो पतली सी गली, उसके बाद में आप ऐसे चलते हो, ऐसे नीचे झुक के चलते हो और उसके बाद में लोगों को कहते हैं कि खारनाडा में रहता हूँ। आई नो, मछुआरों की बस्ती है वो, सो नथिंग ग्रेट अबाउट इट।
अच्छा ओके। हाँ, एक और एलिगेशन है, दीपक कलाल जहाँ भी जाते हैं मार खाते हैं, ये सच क्यों है?
एक्चुअली जो लोगों के पास पैसे होते हैं उनके ऊपर अटैक होते हैं। पहली बात तो आप ये मार खाते हो, ये शब्द तो आप मत बताना, आप ऐसे कहना अटैक होते हैं। हाँ, क्योंकि मैंने लोगों की मार भी खाई है, तो रिबॉक्स से खाई है, जीबी से खाई है। मेरे ऊपर जिसने अटैक किया था वो बंदा फाजिल पुलिया का प्रोड्यूसर है।
अच्छा।
तो मार उसे कहते हैं जब कोई चवन्नी छाप आदमी आपको चप्पल से मारता है। मैंने तो 2-2 लाख के जूते की मार खाई है, तो उसे अटैक कहते हैं, मार नहीं। ओके
ओके ओके ओके ओके, ठीक है। आपके व्यूज बहुत पिछड़े हुए हैं लड़कियों के बारे में, आपने एक पॉडकास्ट में बोला था कहीं रेडियो पे।
देखो मैंने उसमें ऐसे कहा था कि लड़कियां क्या होती हैं, इनकी औकात सिर्फ हम मर्दों के लिए रोटियां बनाने की होती है। मैं तुम्हें बात कहूं, आज रोटी है तो बेटी है, बेटी हो तो मैं हूं। तो रोटी की कीमत मैंने जानी है और मैं उनका सम्मान करूंगा, भारतीय नारी का मैं सम्मान करूंगा। तो मैंने ऐसे कहा था इंटरव्यू में, पर बाद में मैंने रियलाइज किया कि मेरी मामा एक माँ है, वो एक औरत है, तो इसलिए मैं अभी उनका सम्मान करूंगा, क्योंकि अगर मैं नहीं करूंगा तो रास्ते में हिंदुस्तानी भाव मुझे पकड़ लेगा, तो इसलिए करना पड़ रहा है मुझे।
ओके ओके। दीपक कलाल अमीर होने का नाटक करता है, ये इल्जाम है?
हाँ, मैं अमीर होने का नाटक करता हूँ, ऐसे ही 5 साल में रहता हूँ, 2-3 महीने, और उसके बाद में फिर बड़े बड़े खर्चे हैं, यू नो, आई मीन करोड़ रुपए तो मैंने एक्सटेसी, कैलिफोर्निया, जमाइकन मैजिक सीजर, एसिड ट्रिप, यहाँ तक कोलंबिया के लिए स्नेक हुए हैं। हाँ, तो ये तो सस्ता होता है, ये तो सब आ जाता है, 5 रुपये मिलता है आपके चाय चप्पी पैसे सब। हाँ, ये सब मिलता है यहाँ पर, बहुत सस्ता होता है ये सब कुछ। और कुछ पूछो?
है?
हाँ पूछो।
दीपक कलाल फेमस होने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता है।
पहली बात तो आपने ये लंदन ऑब्जर्वर है, ये न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स है, ये कौन से न्यूज़पेपर में आप पढ़ रहे हो?
ये गुजरात समाचार।
देखो मेरे बारे में अगर आपको पूछना है, लंदन ऑब्जर्वर रखो, न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स रखो, गुजराती मैंने ऑलरेडी गुजरात को जानूं, 78 से गुजराती बोली गई। भाई ये सब अच्छा न्यूज़पेपर लो ना, ये क्या है, मुंबई समाचार, और वो भी गुजराती लैंग्वेज में। सीरियसली यार,
सॉरी सॉरी, ध्यान
आप दीपक कलाल को सवाल पूछ रहे हो। ओ भाई, कुछ लंदन ऑब्जर्वर या फिर न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स दे उसको।
नेक्स्ट टाइम ध्यान रखो।
अच्छा, वो बड़ा आज तक नहीं लेके आया। सीरियसली यार, बड़ा आज तक डोंगी कल तक। हाँ पूछ।
दीपक कलाल फेमस होने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता है?
हाँ, मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ। मैं मतलब इतनी नीच हरकत कर सकता हूँ कि मैं तेरे शो में भी आ सकता हूँ। मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, मतलब सिमी गरीब आंधी को छोड़ के मैं तेरे शो में आ सकता हूँ फेमस होने के लिए। बता, इससे ज्यादा सस्ती हरकत मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ?
दीपक कलाल को लगता है कि बदमाश है बहुत बड़ा।
आपको मैं बदमाश बातों से हूँ। मुझे नहीं लगता कि अगर आपको आपकी बदमाशी दिखानी है तो आपके साथ हथियार होने चाहिए। मेरे शब्द, मेरी कलम मेरे हथियार है, एंड यू नो हच्चे कच्चे मेरे यार है जिनके और भी बड़े हथियार है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं बदमाश हूँ, मैं बदमाशी कर रहा हूँ और करूँगा, क्यों नहीं करूँगा? मैं अपने बातों से मैं बदमाशी करूँगा, ना कि हाथों से।
गुड गुड। दीपक कलाल का टैलेंट इंडिया गॉट
टैलेंट। ओ भाई, वो पन्ना उल्टा भी कर रहे हो अभी, एक ही पन्ने पे इतने सारे सवाल उल्टा भी कर दो। हाँ,
दीपक कलाल का टैलेंट इंडिया गॉट टैलेंट पे फीका पड़ गया।
ऐसे बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। कम ऑन, मतलब करण जौहर ने मुझे कहा कि आपको यहाँ पे एज अ कंटेस्टेंट आना है। मैंने कहा नहीं, आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जाके देखो। आई मीन मैंने उसको हर एक तरह से अच्छे जवाब दिए हैं। उसने मुझे कहा कि व्हाट्स योर वर्डिंग, आई सेड आई एम वेरी वर्साचे। उसने कहा बट ही डाइड बिफोर 30 years in Miami। आई सेड डार्लिंग करण, आई एम टेलिंग यू अबाउट Dota Tila, my dearest friend from Milano। And he was like, Mom, so he said can I call you Deepak Dalal? I said if you say me Deepak Dalal, I can say you Karan Shohar, not Johar। So I don't think so। मतलब मैंने उनके हर एक जवाब को पलटवार किया है। इनफैक्ट किरण खेर ने मुझे कहा कि आप मेरा बोलकर बातें करते हो, क्या रियलिटी में आप ऐसे हो? मैंने कहा कि रियलिटी में बाजार रेलवे स्टेशन पे मलाई का ट्रेन पे खड़ी होकर चाय चेक करती है। सो मैंने उनको अच्छी तरह से जवाब दिया, लेकिन उन्होंने क्या किया, जहाँ पे मेरा पलड़ा भारी था उसको एडिट किया। बट इट्स ओके। फिर भी लोगों ने कहा कि एक बंदा जो कि इंडिया में उसको कोई नहीं जानता, जो लॉस एंजलिस से आया है और उसके बाद भी अपना सिक्का बना। मेरा कोई नहीं है, मेरे जो भी रिलेटिव्स हैं, जो तारीफ शुरू और प्रेजेंट होनी चाहिए, बट फिर भी आप लोगों के देश में आके मैंने यहाँ पे अपना नाम बनाया है। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच इंडिया। आई वुड लाइक टू से आई लव माय इंडिया, व्हाट्स माय इंडिया, लव यू इंडिया, लव यू।
आप अपनी नानी के बारे में आपने बहुत स्टोरीज बताई है।
मैंने मेरे परदादी के बारे में कहा था कि वो टाइटैनिक में कैबिन डांसर थी, लेकिन मैं यू गिगलिंग, कम ऑन, किसकी सैड स्टोरी है जिंदगी की महेश? अगर मेरे दादी के बारे में तुम अगर इस तरह से हंस रहे हो, किसके डेट के ऊपर? नहीं, जो गर्लफ्रेंड की दूरी, पता है बर्थडे सेंटर में बर्थडे वहाँ पे एक एरोप्लेन आया और उसके बाद में वो वहाँ पे टकरा गया और मैंने जब मलबे में देखा तो मुझे गर्लफ्रेंड मिली, उसके जीन्स के शूज और की पर्स। आई लॉस्ट माय गर्लफ्रेंड, आई लॉस्ट माय ग्रैंड, my grandmother I lost in Titanic, the fatal accident happened, she died। उसके बाद में 2004 में मेरी और एक दादी बोबो कलाल वो सुनामी में चली गई। तुम्हें पता है पता मैं घटना हुई? तुम्हें पता है मेरी दादी वो सुनामी में she was dragged out so badly in the deep ocean, दादी चली गई, मिली तो उसकी डॉक्टर दिखी और उसको लाइक है। यू नो ये सब हाथ से मेरे साथ हुए हैं। महेश, अगर तुम्हें दुख में शामिल नहीं हो सकते हो ना तो कम से कम यहाँ पे हंसा मत। तुम्हें आंसू है, अमेज़न से अभी टिश्यू पेपर डिलीवर करो, मुझे रोना है, अमेज़न से टिश्यू पेपर डिलीवर करो पहले।
दीपक कलाल शहर को छोड़ दिया,
Can I get any on please? I'm thirsty। पानी दो मुझे।
पानी दो। सॉरी।
It's a packaged drinking water। I asked you for the mineral water। Don't you know the difference between packaged drinking water and mineral water? I asked you for the Evian from Alps। ये तो हिमालय का नहीं है तेरे पास, दे दे चल। 20 रुपए में जाके ले रही। आया बड़ा 20 ले। ओके।
तो ये है कि दीपक कलाल ने शहर छोड़ दिया और पहाड़ों में बस गया।
एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट अ किंग ऑफ यूज गाय क्योंकि मेरी जो दादी माँ है, मैंने तुम्हें कहा कि 2004 में जो पताया में सुनामी आई थी तो वो उसमें चली गई। उसके बाद में मेरी जो ग्रैंड परदादी है तो वो भी टाइटैनिक में चली गई। तो इसीलिए मुझे एक्वाफोबिया है। मेरी दोनों दादी माँ पानी में चली गई और इसीलिए मैं पहाड़ों से प्यार करता हूँ, क्योंकि जब भी मैं पानी को देखता हूँ तो मुझे मेरे खानदान की बर्बादी दिखाई देती है। लेकिन जब मैं माउंटेन्स को देखता हूँ तो मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं वो ऊंचाई को छूंगा। इसलिए मुझे माउंटेन्स दे आर मिस्टीरियस। आई एम नॉट किंग ऑफ यूज गाय, आई एम अ माउंटेन्स पर्सन।
ओके दैट्स व्हाई।
ओके
एक और लोगों का एलिगेशन है, लोग मानते हैं कि दीपक कलाल एक कैरेक्टर है।
Of course I'm character and I accept it. You know what? I'm bona fide character because I live my character 24/7. So when you say that someone is character, yes, I am character. But I'm living my life with my antics, with my novelty. So yes, I'm certified character 24/7. मतलब मैं अगर मरूंगा भी ना तो मैं ये सोचूंगा कि मैं कौन से पोज में मरूंगा।
कौन से पोज में?
हाँ
बताओ।
Something like that. तो I like character and I'm okay with it.
अटैक आ गया तो फिर ऐसे पोज नहीं कर सकते ना।
नहीं अभी तुझे अटैक आएगा तो कैसे मरेगा मैं देखता हूँ। अभी तुझे अटैक आने वाला है। ये जो यहाँ पे ट्रेन का खोल के रखा है ना यहाँ पे, समझा? अरे तेरे जैसे लड़के हैं ना, मुझे पता है जब किसी आता है ना तो तू क्या करता है मुझे पता है। तेरे पास टिकट तो रहता नहीं है, किसी आता है ओ शगुन दे महेश के शवा को, शगुन दे महेश के शवा को। अरे किसी से तू शगुन लेके आता है, तेरी सब कहानी पता है मुझे, तू क्या क्या करता है वो।
ओके
साले हर लाइन में रहता है और सबने वेस्टर्न लाइन के देखता है।
दीपक कलाल जानबूझकर जोगिंदर के साथ फाइट करता है, स्क्रिप्टेड फाइट्स।
नो इनफैक्ट मैं अभी पुलमैन में था और उसके बाद में वो यहाँ पे आया और उसके बाद में उसने कहा कि मैं आपको मिलने के लिए आया हूँ। तो मैंने उसको डिनर ऑफर किया, आइसक्रीम वगैरह उसने खाया, उसने मेरे पैच हुए और कहा कि मैं जो भी कुछ हूँ आपके कारण हूँ और मैं वीडियो अपलोड करूंगा। और उसके बाद में उसने मुझे झूठ बोला कि स्टार्टिंग फाइट विद मी, आई हैड नो क्लू। और उसके बाद में उसने वो वीडियो उसके इंस्टाग्राम पे अपलोड किया है और मैंने तो उसको एड्रेस भी नहीं किया है। सेकंड थिंग, मुझे आदि का फोन आया था कि तनुश्री दत्ता मैं और तुम हम तीनों कैंपेन करेंगे, चलाएंगे राखी सावंत के खिलाफ। तो आपको उसके खिलाफ झूठे एलिगेशंस लगाने हैं, हम आपको बड़ी रकम देंगे। मैंने कहा नहीं सॉरी, अभी मई महीना चल रहा है, बॉम्बे इज वेरी हॉट, तो मैं ये ऑफर को चुरा रहा हूँ और मैंने पैसे को लात मारी और उसके बाद में पहाड़ों में चला गया। तो अगर तनुश्री दत्ता जैसी एक खूबसूरत लड़की अगर उसके साथ कंट्रोवर्सी करने के लिए मैंने मना कर दिया, उसके साथ मिलकर राखी के खिलाफ, तो आई डोंट थिंक सो कि थारा भाई जोगिंदर जैसे बंदे के साथ निकल कम ऑन। तनुश्री दत्ता थारा भाई बहुत फर्क है। ओके देखो मैं आपको बात बताता हूँ, मेरे जो वीडियोस है मैंने 40 रील बनाई है एक गाने के ऊपर जिसको 1 लाख व्यू है, सिर्फ 1 लाख व्यूज है। तो मेरा जो इंस्टाग्राम में मैं ये नहीं देखता हूँ मैं तोबा गाने पे वीडियो बनाऊं, मैंने ऐसे गाने के ऊपर 40 रील बनाई जिसको कोई देखता ही नहीं है। मेरा जो इंस्टाग्राम है वो मेरे लिए है, मेरे लिए इंस्टाग्राम लोगों के लिए 200 ग्राम किलो, मेरे लिए इंस्टाग्राम तुम्हारे लिए 100 ग्राम चाहिए 100 ग्राम। देखो यार इंस्टाग्राम जो है मेरी खुशी है, आपको पसंद है आप देखो, नहीं पसंद है दूसरे को देखो। मेरे इंस्टाग्राम में मैं ये नहीं देखता हूँ कि मैं हिंदुत्व के बारे में बात करूँ ताकि लोग मुझे फॉलो करें। पहली बात तो लोग कहते हैं कि मैं इंस्टाग्रामर हूँ, यूट्यूबर हूँ। व्हाट इज दैट? यू आर एन एंटरटेनर, इट इज प्लेटफॉर्म। YouTube is a platform. You can't say that I'm YouTuber. You can't say I'm Instagrammer. Can I call you WhatsApper? Because हम लोग WhatsApp पे बातें करते हैं. Can I call you WhatsApper? No, right? So it is wrong कि आप YouTuber हो, ये है वो है. You have to be entertainer. और थारा भाई जोगिंदर जो है वो ये जो माँ से उनको टारगेट करता है और उसके बाद में वो दान धर्म की नाम से सच्चाई ये है कि वो पुलमैन ने मेरे मिनी बार से चॉकलेट्स और माउथ फ्रेशनर्स वो सब चोरी करके भाग गया क्योंकि मैं नशे में था। So he is like चोर.
ओके ये सच्चाई है।
हाँ ये सच्चाई है और मेरे पास प्रूफ भी है, आपको दिखाऊंगा। तो जो लोग ऐसे वीडियोस बनाते हैं कि जो गरीबों में दान धर्म कर रहे हैं, गाय को चारा खिला रहे हैं, फिर जोमेटो से 20 गाय के लिए जोमेटो से ऑर्डर करे, गाय को सबवे लेके जा रहे हैं, इट्स ऑल स्टुपिडिटी। बट सीरियसली आप करेंगे और उस तरह की वीडियो बना रहे हैं क्यों? अगर आप दाएं हाथ से दान करते हो, बाएं पैर को पता नहीं चलना चाहिए। शाहरुख खान सलमान खान से 3 गुना ज्यादा डोनेशन करता है, लेकिन ना तो कोई ह्यूमन बीइंग का टैग लगाता है ना कुछ करता है। तो आई थिंक जो लोग ऐसे कंपैशन भरे वीडियोस बनाते हैं तो वो लोग सबसे बड़े कर्नल होते हैं, भिखारी, दे आर लाइक भिखारीज, बिग भिखारीज। यू नो व्हाट इज भिखारी?
हां भिखारी।
यू नो, डिड यू सी योर फेस इन मिरर? ओके ये पेपर इसका गुजरात का है, बातें दुनिया भर की कर रहा है। पेपर गुजराती है, बातें दुनिया भर की है, देखो इसका ये।
तो दीपक भाई एलिगेशन इतने ही थे आप पे अभी के लिए।
ओके
बट अभी यहाँ से आगे हमारे स्टेशन पे टीसी नहीं होते, सीसी होते हैं।
क्या होता है?
कंटेंट चेकर।
अच्छा ठीक है।
Biggest class of the century incoming.
वेलकम सर दीपक कलाल हमारे कंटेंट काउंटर में। मैं कंटेंट चेकर।
ओके
आपका कंटेंट देखा मैंने।
तो कैसे मेरा समझ में आया? आई मीन सॉरी, क्योंकि मेरा कंटेंट जो है वो बहुत ही हाई क्वालिटी का होता है।
हाई क्वालिटी। बट आपकी उम्र के हिसाब से आपकी हरकतें कुछ ज्यादा रंगी नहीं।
लेकिन इन्हीं हरकतों के कारण मेरी जिंदगी में बरकतें आई हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि हरकतें सही चल रही हैं।
मुझे नहीं लगता सही है।
मैं वीकआउट जा रहा हूँ।
क्यों?
प्रमोशनल एक्टिविटीज के लिए। और मुझे पता है कि तुम्हारी रेलवे नहीं जाती है।
रेलवे में सीट नहीं मिलती होगी ना, ऐसे भी जिस उम्र में लोगों को आपको सीट नहीं चाहिए, आपको पीट देते हैं साला।
या तो मेरी दुखती रथ के ऊपर ऐसे जख्म मत डालिए
आप बाकी क्रिएटर्स के बारे में इतना बात करते हो।
यार ये चीज निकाल दे यार, कम ऑन यार, इसको एडिट करो प्लीज।
वो ये चलो ये हो हां उनका मीटअप होता है, आपका क्या होता है मीटअप?
मुझे बताओ ये स्क्रिप्ट किसने लिखी है यार? अभी ने बहुत ही तगड़ी स्क्रिप्ट है सीरियसली। अगर तुमने लिखी है ना तो मैं तुम्हें नीचे से सलाम करता हूं। सीरियसली कितने दिन लगे तुम्हें? बाप रे, ऐसे सोच के लिखने में तो सालों साल लगे होंगे नहीं?
2-3 दिन तो लगे।
अच्छा, क्योंकि ऐसी जो स्क्रिप्ट है मैं 2 मिनट में तैयार करता हूं। मैं जस्ट तुम्हें अप्रिशिएट करने का एक नाटक कर रहा था ताकि तुम्हें पेड़ पे चढ़ा सकूं।
अच्छा बट दीपक भाई
Oh my god, this is the fucking biggest class of the century.
कि आप जहां भी खड़े हो आज मेहनत शिद्दत की वजह से आप एक ह्यूमर की वजह से
Damn bro, it's fucking 1 AM.
जो मुझे है ना वो लटक रही है।
My brain is not working and I clutched. Fuck yeah.
आगे कुछ
क्या लग रहा है? सवाल जवाब चल रहा है।
नहीं क्या चल रहा है?
आप मेरे को एक बात बताओ, हमेशा घूमते क्यों रहते हो यहाँ?
क्योंकि मुझे घूमना पसंद है। मैं एक सैलानी हूँ और सैलानी का काम है घूमना। तो मैं सैर करते रहता हूँ, मैं सैलानी हूँ। हाँ लेकिन कभी-कभी जब तंगी हो जाती है तो मैं सैलानी बन जाता हूँ। सैलानी का इसलिए घूमते रहता हूँ। क्या तुम मेरे साथ घूमोगे? बताओ। और मैं मौत के लिए घूमता हूँ, तुम्हारे जैसे नहीं। I roam around like a bohemian vagabond without thinking anything. I lived 6 months in Manali. ये ऐसे नहीं है। लाइफ मिस हो गई रे बाबा, अभी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लिया है रे मैंने। चलो चलो, भेड़ बकरी की जिंदगी जीने वाले कुछ।
दीपक भाई ये जो आप एक्टिंग करते हो ऐसे औरत बनने की, आपको नहीं लगता इसकी वजह से एलजीबीटी वाले भी शर्मा जाएंगे? अनकंफर्टेबल
LGBT क्यों? क्यों शर्माएंगे LGBT वाले? देखो मैं तुम्हें एक बात बता रहा हूँ कि मेरी जो एक्टिंग है दैट कैन बी हेटेरोसेक्सुअल, पॉलीसेक्सुअल, ट्रांससेक्सुअल, ट्रांसोटाइड्स, ऑटोसेक्सुअल, वर्बोसेक्सुअल, प्लांटोसेक्सुअल।
प्लांटोसेक्सुअल
ये आपको प्लांटोसेक्सुअल ये होता कुछ नहीं है, मैंने ऐसे फेंक मारा है सुन। मैं तुझे ये कह रहा हूँ if I do have the 50 shades of my personality, why should I box my personality in what? No sorry, यार मैंने कल बहुत 50 करोड़ का नशा किया, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा। तो मेरे पर्सनैलिटी 50 शेड्स है, तो मैं क्यों उसको ना दिखाऊं? ऐसे मैं कह रहा हूँ।
बट आपके लाइफ पे आप हमेशा होटल्स वगैरह में स्टे करते हो, कौन से होटल में स्टे किया आपने?
मेरा जो फेवरेट होटल है, मेरे दोस्तों के होटल्स हैं, उनमें मैं स्टे करता हूँ।
मैंने नोटिस किया आप ध्यान रखते होंगे होटल में स्टे के पहले कि वहाँ पे हिडन कैमरा हो।
नहीं ऐसे कुछ नहीं है, मेरी जो जिंदगी है वो खुली दुली है और मैंने जिंदगी में कभी भी कोई चीजें छुपके नहीं की है।
हाँ आपका एक वीडियो देखा मैंने।
अभी मैं आपके ऑफिस में आया था और हमने जो अंदर किया, क्या वहाँ पे हिडन कैमरा था? बता।
दीपक जी आपको मैंने नोटिस किया आपको बहुत सारी लैंग्वेज आती है, कौन सी?
मुझे लैंग्वेजेस बहुत सारी आती हैं, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो आपको समझ नहीं आएगी।
कौन सी?
मुझे इटालियन आती है, उसके बाद फ्रेंच आती है, मुझे स्पेनिश आती है, मुझे मराठी भी आती है।
बोलना इटालियन स्पेनिश वगैरह।
अच्छा इटालियन में मैं आपको कहूंगा कि ताते मियासो सोमा पोटे सोबे सोबांशो, इसका मतलब है कि जो एक दूसरे के आंखों में आंखें डाल के बातें होती हैं वो फोन पे नहीं होती हैं। बट इसको रिपीट करने के लिए मत बोलना क्योंकि ये एक ही बार बोला जाता है। अभी दूसरी बार क्या बोलना है वो मेरे को याद नहीं है, इसलिए
तो इतनी लैंग्वेज इसलिए सीख रखी है ताकि हर लैंग्वेज में जो गाली पड़ती है वो समझ आए या
नहीं ऐसे कुछ नहीं है। मुझे जो भी गालियां पड़ती हैं वो मैं गूगल करता हूँ। मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता था ये गालियां क्या होती हैं, लेकिन गूगल करके मैं अपने आप को संतुष्ट करता हूँ कि लोग मेरे ऊपर इतना जलते हैं। मुझे जब गालियां पड़ती है तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे ऊपर खून बरस रहा है। तो मुझे भी लोगों ने गालियां और मैंने उनसे बहुत कुछ ले लिया। जो लोग गालियां देते हैं वो लोग यहाँ पे गर्मी में सड़ रहे हैं और गालियां देकर मैं फेमस हुआ और मैं अभी एसी ऑन करके कमरे का कैमरा बना के बैठा हूँ। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं कश्मीर में रहता हूँ और आप लोग 45 डिग्री टेंपरेचर में रहते हो तो तुम्हारी गालियां मुझे लगती नहीं है। जब तुम मोटरसाइकिल पे बैठते हो तो वही चिल्लाते हो और तब मैं बर्फ के गोले बनाता हूँ महीने में।
आपके पास कौन सी मोटरसाइकिल है?
एक मिनट, एक्चुअली मेरे पास हाइबूजा है लेकिन हिंदुस्तानी भाव ने एडिटिंग करके उसको प्लैटिना किया है और मैं झाड़ा के कपड़े उसको टंगा के लेके जा रहा था, लेकिन हिंदुस्तानी भाव ने एडिटिंग करके वहाँ पे टोमेटोज रखे हुए हैं। मेरे पास हाइबूजा है।
ओके 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 चलाने आती है आपको?
हाँ चलाने आती है।
गुड गुड। दीपक कल आपका बीच में एक वीडियो आया था, एक एमएमएस आया था।
ओके।
जो पहला एमएमएस था जो सिर्फ दिखने में नहीं सुनने में भी गंदा था। आपने क्या सोच के बनाया हुआ एमएमएस, क्या सोच के डाला आपने?
मैंने सोचा कि मैं लोगों को दिखाना चाहता था कि मैं सच्चा मर्द हूँ, क्योंकि लोग ऐसे सोचते थे कि मैं सिर्फ तालियां बजा सकता हूँ, लेकिन मैं लोगों को बताना चाहता हूँ कि मैं चुटकी भी बजा सकता हूँ क्योंकि मैं एक मर्द हूँ। और मैंने वो प्रूव किया और इसलिए मैंने वो वीडियो बनाया ताकि मेरे मर्दानगी के किस्से पूरे शहर में गूंजे और वो गूंजे वाकई में। मेरा जो वीडियो है उसको 50 मिलियन व्यूज मिले। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच इंडिया एक्सेप्टिंग मी मिस्टर मर्द।
और ऐसे वीडियोस नहीं आ रहे हैं?
अभी अगर तुमने तुम्हारी हिडन कैमरा से कुछ वायरल कर दिया तो पता नहीं डालना मत आपको प्लीज।
हां नहीं डोंट वरी,
नहीं तो फेमस होने के चक्कर में मुझे भी बदनाम कर देगा तू।
I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
Deepak ji, thank you for coming.
I'm really so happy. और तुम्हें मैं दोबारा बता रहा हूँ कि मैं इस शो में इसलिए आया हूँ because you're the most good looking YouTuber in Vadala. I mean, there is nothing as good looking as you in Vadala and Dogri area. And you are very good looking in Dogri and Vadala. और ये Vadala please edit मत करो क्योंकि तुम क्या करोगे, ये लास्ट का जो Vadala है ना वहाँ पे वर्ल्ड डाल दोगे, Vadala की जगह पे वर्ल्ड डाल दोगे तो भाई मैंने दुनिया नहीं Vadala बोला हुआ है। ओके
So honestly, thank you so much दीपक भाई आने के लिए एपिसोड में। आपको कब से मैं ट्राई कर रहा था कि शो पे लाऊं, कैसा लगा आपको?
भाई मानसम शो इतना तगड़ा था और उसके बाद जितने भी सेगमेंट थे ना वो इतने अच्छे थे और मैंने
आपका फेवरेट सेगमेंट कौन सा था?
जिस सेगमेंट में तुम्हारे करीब बैठा था वो मेरा सबसे फेवरेट। और मानसम ये बंदा जो है ना ये इतना डाउन टू अर्थ है ना, ये मेरे साथ धरती पे सो जाएगा, ये कह रहा हूं, इज वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ पर्सन और इसीलिए मुझे बंदा पसंद है। इतना बड़ा इसका स्टूडियो है, इतने मतलब यहाँ पे 22 लोग हैं इसके यहाँ पे जॉब करते हैं, उसके बाद में भी इसका नेचर इतना सिंपल और मुझे इसके साथ बहुत ही मजा आया बिकॉज़ ही इज वेरी फ्रेंडली, ही इज वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ बिकॉज़ ही डजंट हैव एनी ऑप्शन। ये सॉरी लास्ट का यार मैं इतना भी बुरा नहीं हूं।
Thank you so much. So that's what guys, वीडियो पसंद लाइक करो, चैनल पे न्यू हो तो डू सब्सक्राइब एंड दैट वाज इट फॉर द सीजन फिनाले ऑफ लवला सेंट्रल।
अब तो मुझे पप्पी करो, इतनी तारीफ की है मैंने, करते मुझे निकाल कर गुदरी।
हां स्किप मत करना। So that was लफड़ा सेंट्रल सीजन 1 का फिनाले। यस एक और शो, एक और सीजन फिनाले। ऑनेस्टली जब लफड़ा सेंट्रल शुरू किया था ना तो बहुत लोगों को बहुत सारे सवाल थे कि ये अलग शो क्यों बनाया, इसमें कौन आया, इसमें कैसे गेस्ट आएंगे और क्यों आएंगे। ऑनेस्टली अभी तक वो सवाल है लोगों को। पर ये शो मैंने कभी ना व्यूज के इंटेंशन से नहीं बनाया था। इस शो का मेन मोटिव था कंट्रोवर्शियल लोगों को, चीजों को, टॉपिक्स को एक एंटरटेनिंग फॉर्मेट में दिखाना, जो कि काफी हद तक हुआ। ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग आपको देखने मिले, उनसे ऐसी बहुत सारी बातें हमने सुनी जो आई डोंट थिंक कोई और शो पे सुनने मिलती या देखने मिलती। एंड पहले एपिसोड से आई थिंक मैंने एक टोन सेट करने का ट्राई किया कि शो पर क्या बातें होने वाली है, शो का कंटेंट क्या रहेगा एंड ये थगे शो से क्यों अलग रहेगा। सो थैंक यू सो मच इस शो को इतना प्यार देने के लिए। ये हमारी ट्रेन की बोगी जिसमें इतने सारे आर्गुमेंट हुए, रोस्ट हुए, झगड़े हुए, खाली रहेगी। और ये हमारी आइकॉनिक टपरी जहां पर हमने न जाने क्या क्या एलिगेशंस लगाए, ऐसे एलिगेशंस जो कोई लगाने की हिम्मत भी नहीं करेगा। अच्छे इस टपरी पर बातें नहीं होंगी। और ये हमारा फेमस कंटेंट काउंटर जिसमें न जाने क्या क्या हुआ है, कितने सारे मोमेंट्स देखने मिले, क्लिप्स, रिएक्शंस और लाफ्टर देखने मिला इस सेगमेंट में। एंड खासकर हमारे सीसी साहब, उनका रोस्ट वो आपको देखने नहीं मिलेगा। सीसी जा रहे हैं अपनी खुद की एक जर्नी पे एंड ऑनेस्टली इस स्टेशन को मुझसे ज़्यादा उन्होंने ओन किया है ना, तो यू नेवर नो वो वापस देखने मिल सकते हैं।
Do you think you're an attractive person? Sorry, the question might have been a bit too off-putting, might have been a bit too direct, but hold on, that's not fair. It's already been 10 seconds in this video, and you've already subconsciously made a decision whether you think I'm attractive or not. In fact, when you meet anyone, it's one of the first judgments you make of them. So actually, I will ask you again, do you think you're an attractive person? I know, it sounds crazy, but that term attractive is something we all think about constantly, but no one really ever talks about. But what's there to talk about anyway? Why does being attractive matter? Is there even a legit way to increase your attractiveness? You've probably grown up hearing that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And for centuries we've believed this. But today, as more statistical models come out, better quality research is conducted, and cultural standards increasingly overlap, we're learning that statement is wrong. We're learning that attractive individuals receive more positive attention, better job prospects, and actually get off crimes easier.
Skincare on their Christmas wish list. Everybody.
We're learning that more people today than ever are willing to spend money on becoming more attractive. And we're even learning that infants prefer attractive faces, suggesting that beauty is more nature than nurture. Today we're finding that there is an element of objectivity in attractiveness. So what are these truths behind what makes someone beautiful? Transparently, this topic was meant to be a one-video project back in February, but it's slowly evolved into my biggest project ever because the information is fascinating.
Let's just say, like, you did take this off.
In this 4-part docuseries, I undergo a series of tests and transformations to figure out how to become more attractive according to science.
So everybody has a little drop back here, and about here, about as big as an egg yolk.
But like any good journey, things didn't go as planned.
Junior yoga class, I get out of my class and I see a 911 text from Tatus that says, "Are you free? I need to talk," which I know is never good.
The last 6 months have been the most revealing experiments of my life.
All right, first, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Yeah, you take that whole line right here.
People are waiting to see once you walk in the door.
Judges, you will rank how attractive your follow-up questions
I'm
are.
going to selectively remove the fat from these areas.
So, without further ado, welcome to How to Become More Attractive Scientifically.
Jordan, what's your least favorite thing about this? I think his hair's okay floating in mine.
Okay, I have another question. If you had to rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 and how attractive you think you are, what would you say? Matt, you go first.
This was a question that my freshman year dorm friends asked each other on the very first night that welcome. Yeah, wild times. I remember the question went around the room.
I don't know, like a 7, I guess?
How the hell do you even answer something like that? You answer too high, you sound cocky. If you answer too low, you sound not confident.
I'm an 8. 8.4.
But worst of all, let's say you are attractive and answer too low. Man, do you seem like an asshole.
Okay, Tatus, your turn.
Short answer? 6? I guess it depends sometimes.
What does that mean?
Today is December 31st, 2019.
Growing up, I was always the tiny nerdy kid.
So 7 more hours into the start of the new decade.
I was a 5'6" and 115-pound ball of joy for sure. But I remember always being labeled as cute and like older brother.
So we are here from our official sponsors.
And although I embraced this by putting on a show of being a confident guy, looking back, I definitely had my insecurities.
What up, guys? You know, we're just doing a thing. Just don't mind.
You see people like my friend Daniel, who's a varsity basketball player, have girlfriends since the 6th grade. And in the back of your head, you question, how the heck is he doing that?
So I think Starbucks, my smiley personality, and those around me.
Oh man, don't even get me started on the fear that would rise the weeks before homecoming.
Documentary?
Finding a date?
So what am I doing here?
I always felt like if I could sit down and talk to a girl, that was pretty good. I had some charm. But again, it's if I do it.
All right, we're here. Thank you.
Not only did my size and stature play a role, but you also started questioning things when you're one of the darker looking fellows walking around in a pretty wet school. So, when I say it depends, what I meant was,
Sometimes I feel good about myself, but most times I feel like I dock myself because of my physical looks. Sometimes I can feel like a 7 or even an 8, but most times I feel like I see the look in someone's eye and feel like a 3. But what are we talking about? This is crazy to say out loud. Vince, what class you got tomorrow? Okay, let's lay some groundwork. Humans have cared about beauty ever since our species has existed. It's actually what's helped us survive. As mentioned before on this channel, we have to make 35,000 decisions in a day, and we can't process all of them, so we create these mental shortcuts. One of these mental shortcuts is called the halo effect. In simple terms, it explains why humans will take a positive trait of someone's and just assume other traits of theirs are also positive. If someone's attractive, we also assume that they are healthier, that they carry good genes, and that they'll live long enough to produce offspring. And from a biological standpoint, that makes total sense, because the one thing we still have in common from our cave people back in the day is that one of the goals of the human race is to repopulate. In fact, there's evidence from 100,000 years ago that early humans used clay pigments as cosmetic paint, and some prehistoric sites even show skeletons next to ivory beads, suggesting that even the earliest humans focused on looking beautiful. So back in February, when we first decided to research this, we came across this organization called Coves. They have this incredible YouTube channel and a bunch of articles that list rules on what makes someone more attractive. And before all this, I never saw beauty in that way, that there's actual actions we can take to make us objectively more attractive. And the more I looked into this, the more I realized that this isn't a new phenomenon. In fact, the conversation today around attractiveness is roaring. If you've been on TikTok, then you've heard of this term, looksmaxing, which is the maximization of your physical appearance for beauty standards. This trend emphasizes many things like moisturizing and under eyes and something called mewing.
Have you ever wanted a better jawline? Sure. Like you see those like chiseled guys? Have you ever heard of mewing? Yeah, like one of those. Like, I don't know, we're about to watch a tutorial. Oh.
So, what exactly is mewing? Mewing is a tongue posture technique where you position your tongue against the roof of your mouth to improve facial aesthetics and jawline development.
Yeah, just look that way, keep going. Ready? Before, yep, and after. This is before? Yeah. Oh my god! You look at it right now. You got dimples. Wow, look at that. I've known you for 2 years. I never knew that.
So the question naturally arises, outside of just jabbing my tongue in different places of my mouth, what is an easy step that I can do to look better? And that's when I thought about hair and your hairstyle. I'm sure we can all agree that a drastic change to your hair can change your impression. It can change the way people perceive you.
So when I first met you, this is how you looked. Yep. There's a major difference between the coat today and the coat over here. What is that difference? Yeah, look at this. I got long hair now. I was hanging out with Mr. Kelly Costa a lot, and he said, bro, you should grow out your hair. And
I can't find.
I look like a little kid in that photo. A lot of things started working out when I grew my hair out. My girlfriend, the money's up, the subs are up. They were up. More hair on top.
I have to do this in part 2. Neither and the end of it.
For years, I struggled with figuring out my own hair. In high school, I always had this side part. Sometimes it was really messed up, and other times it was fine, but I never really liked them. Then I tried some fades. Here's one done by my mom. She's great at many things, but yeah, not this.
Good afternoon. My name is Tate.
In college, I started to grow it out, and either would have to put a crap ton of product in my hair, so it would be this crusty mess, or if I got lazy, I'd let it be this fluffy mess. Then I went full TikTok F-boy era with this quiff-looking thing, or this messy fringe. Don't judge me too hard. Long story short, I never found a hairstyle that I was confident in. One that fit well on my head, one that gave off the right impression, and one that was sustainable to keep without using an absurd amount of gel every morning. That was until one evening in December of 2022, where I went into a barbershop and had an experience unlike any other. In fact, it's the first stop of this docuseries. Good morning, world. We are headed to a popular place here in New York City called 12 Pal, and it's a place that offers something called a hair consultation. It's a service that's all about educating you on what hairstyle works best through things like your head shape, hairstyle, density, all these things to give you a more tailored look. As you can tell from my hair, this is the most unraveled, disheveled,
chaotic my hair has been in a minute. So yeah, hair is something that can really affect your attractiveness. And if the goal is to maximize my attractiveness, what should I do? Let's go to Pete. What's up? How we doing? Wow, you're blonde.
I am, dude. You haven't seen me since.
I know. Yep. Wow, this is official. Pleasure meeting you. How would you describe
I have to do the same strat again.
In the barbering space, communication was definitely not the most prevalent in barbershops, other than maybe talking about the game or like talking about what happened during the weekend. When it came to the hair, you would usually sit down and say, leave it up to you, or I don't really know what to do with my hair. And that became such a generational way of getting your hair cut that we realize now people want to look customized. People want to feel like their haircut is theirs.
I was one of those guys that struggled with figuring out what hairstyle fits my face. So I'm gonna have Pete live roast me. So this is one of the first. What do you think of that haircut?
Shit, bro. You know, whenever I see like these type of hairstyles, it's just like a throwback into what was trending back then. Honestly, it's not bad. I will say it just gives you such a different vibe. Ultimately, not to gas over anything, but you have a very symmetrical face and very sharp and masculine already. So most hairstyles work on you. This just is not your vibe anymore.
My hair doesn't naturally like the side part. It's taking a lot of like goo and just like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So this is a great example of showing silhouette. So if you like compare this photo to your yellow tie photo, the slight difference in just how much bulk right here sharpens up your face a ton. So like you see how this already cuts down into your face and your jawline a bit more, but the other one was curved in. So that just makes you look so young and round as opposed to sharp. Most barbers I think should be doing this. They look at the entire silhouette instead of just your features initially, right? Because you're looking at the hair.
I want you to treat me as if I'm a new person that you've never met. Pete, I'm lost. I've been growing out my hair for 2 months, 3 months. My goal is just to look better.
Okay, cool. First time client, I always try to make sure that there's like a little bit more of a goal established here, right? It doesn't even just start from the second you sit in the chair. Like it starts from the second you come in. Okay, I look at your outfit, I look at like, do you have tattoos, what type of accessories you wear? Because that gives me a good idea on like what type of look that you've been exposed to and also what look makes you feel confident, right? So like what this gives me off is like this vibe of like athleisure, but also a little bit streetwear when it mixed into it. And also just the fact that like it's a pretty decent balanced fit. You take care of yourself enough, right? It goes deeper into now the questions of like, what does your lifestyle look like?
That's something I see in your videos all the time. We ask people like, are you working corporate in New York City? Like, are you trying to are you in a suit and tie or what do you do?
We want to make sure that what you're wearing is good for you in terms of the way it looks, but also there's a lot of social aspects into this, right? Because the way somebody looks at you determines like what they think of you. It shouldn't matter, but it does.
So I'd say, yeah, I'm like a creative guy. I would say I'm a YouTuber. I like to make educational videos. So there's a level of professionalism. Like I would say that I like to keep. If I'm going out to a movie, I love tucking in a nice button down, like a fancy button down, trying to make things look a little bit more uplifted.
I like that context because you have your business side and professional, but also you like to you like to be a little bit funky and creative. I wanted you to have like a fun look, but also can be styled in a way if it needed to be form-fitting for like a suit, then you have the ability to do that. Right now, obviously, it's been such a long time since you got a haircut, so this is now the balance is off, the harmony is off, right? So if I look at you now, it'd be like, oh, like this guy's creative.
It smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but he's really creative. You know what I mean?
He's putting on that suit a little less.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like that's the one thing I'm about. Like you're going like more 80% creative and like 20% business. You know what I mean? You want to get back down. Yeah.
Are there any objective rules to how hair can affect someone's attractiveness?
The number one thing for me is making sure that the haircut is well balanced to their face shape and also working with how their hair type is. Right? Some people have longer faces being out long. Some people have wider faces being either more square like mine. Because your hair is very voluminous, the nature of like your curls, we're going to shrink this down so the head doesn't become too long. If you have straight hair, if you have low density or high density. The last thing is also just the way that the hair growth pattern is. It completely changes the way you would just cut it down to make sure that it lays properly, going back to the silhouettes and also how it frames your face.
I think it's interesting too, like I always do this, where if I just, like for my front framing, if I just cover this and like this is the frame, I feel like I look way different.
Your eyes immediately gravitate towards the top, where at least where it's most heaviest, right? But when you have this kind of framing out this way, guess what? Now the silhouette, it goes down to your face or the entirety of everything, because this now connects into the space. Harmony, silhouette, balance is all kinds of similar things for me, but you want it to be harmonious between your hair type, your face shape, and also like your own personal goals. So, yeah.
In talking with Pete, I came across a major finding to the question of how to become more attractive objectively. Here we go. And it's that the answer is paradoxical.
These hairs love to shoot backwards, but the bottom pieces luckily they shoot forward.
Yes, we all want to be more attractive, and we can all recognize when a change is more attractive. But if there was a single answer for everyone, wouldn't we all look the same? Think about it. What if every guy had a comb-over side part? It kind of takes away the art behind what makes us human. It's been 2 years since I've had this modern mullet look, and genuinely, it's the first time I felt an answer to the haircut dilemma. It's a haircut that maximizes my attractive traits and hides away some of my weaker ones. It's one that represents my playful, fun side, and best of all, I don't have to use any product. It's the natural growth of my hair. At one point, I did try and force Pete to answer this paradoxical question, and in it, we did come up with a single word answer that got my wheels spinning. Harmonious. That's the word, that's it. A good hairstyle, at minimum, should be harmonious, meaning well-balanced, proportional, and pleasing as a whole. And a little foreshadowing, this won't be the last time you hear this word.
Oh, nice.
Come here, vlog. Thank you.
Well, he doesn't need plastic surgery anymore, so.
Yeah, I think there's two things that's really interesting. I think one is, there's not like one answer to everyone. It's like how anyone wants to be presented is the first question you always ask first, and then to that answer, what are the steps to take?
Right.
And then two, when it comes to haircuts, you're right, it's like most of your face is like fixed, right? It's literally to your bone. And the one thing that can change is your hair and how much it can affect the silhouette and like how you basically add to that overall impression someone wants to make. Throughout this whole experience, there was one line that Pete said which really stood out.
There's a lot of social aspects into this, right? Because the way somebody looks at you determines like what they think of you. It shouldn't matter, but it does.
So earlier we mentioned the halo effect, basically how us humans will take a positive trait of someone and just assume that their other traits are also positive. But there's something about it that we didn't mention yet, and that's how we perceive someone also affects how we treat that person. And this phenomenon can be divided into two buckets: pretty privilege and pretty penalty. This comes up in job opportunities, salary amounts, and even treatments in criminal court, like lower bail requirements.
Hey, Robin, this guy has sparked this hashtag Felon Crush Friday. His wife is reportedly furious about all of the attention, and she's not alone.
Attractive people are getting something that most others aren't because of the way that they look. There was a study where 60 students were given an envelope of 3 faces, one that was deemed attractive, one that was deemed average, and one not so attractive. The students were then asked to assess these people based on their personality traits and then predict some of their life experiences. And in summary, the results showed that the students believed that the attractive individuals got higher status jobs, got married, and were overall more happy. Additionally, studies showed that pretty privilege is really apparent in the workplace. Attractive people were more likely to be promoted and have better performance evaluations. This was true amongst men and women. But the second bucket of all this is pretty penalty.
Surprisingly, being attractive can actually be a disadvantage. For example, research shows that attractive people may be seen as more vain and less modest. Also, crazy fact studies show that women perceive attractive men more likely to have an STI. But what is it? But doesn't diminish their willingness to engage in protected or unprotected sex with them. There are downsides to these mental shortcuts that we take as humans, specifically the halo effect. To say that an attractive person is also a smarter individual, a better parent, or can be more honest is a bias that can do more harm than good, so beware of it.
If you had to rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 and how attractive you think you are, what would you say?
It's an uncomfortable question, but we now know that how attractive you are matters in the world we live in. I'm not gonna lie, finding a good hairstyle might have bumped me up a point or two, but why stop there? And also, have you ever thought to yourself, how far would you go to become more attractive?
I'm Dr. Steinbach, and I'm a board-certified aesthetic plastic surgeon.
Here we measure your skin tone so I can compare your redness and yellowness.
We'll clean up the neck with liposuction and what we call neck height.
You know what's happy?
I'm so curious. This color is new to me. In order to test everything about attractiveness non-physically, we thought the best way would be to make a makeshift dating show.
I make an incision on the inside, go in through the mouth.
I think it's because growing up, I was told not to. And so breaking a foundation that's embedded in my head, so that's that reaction.
So, all right, we're gonna move to the body. So first, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Okay.
And what happens when the journey you decide to take gets a little too close to home? In the middle of making this docuseries, I got my heart broken.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I've been through that too. But I've gone through the process of getting the other side out.
I cannot continue this stream. भोलि अब भोलि झोला बेलामा अनि यो पार्ट 2 भनेर हाल्नु पर्ला. I changed the title to part 1 for this one. Suggested videos बाट 20 views आएको छ अनि 11 मिनेट एभरेज वाच टाइम छ. सजेस्टेड भनेको त युट्युबले पनि सजेस्ट गरेको. सो नाइस गुड ब्राउज भने केटाहरूले खोजेर आएको हो. च्यानल पेज र डिरेक्ट अननोन नोटिफिकेसन भने केटाहरू आएको. ड्याम नाइस. बट ड्याम दिस इज गुड बट यसमा मेसेज नोटिफिकेसन केही भएन के युजरहरूको. Anyway, बाँकी कन्टिन्यू भोलि हो.